Wanda is a part of the X-Men universe. You know, like okay, so what are they gonna do with that? This is not a spoiler, but like they don't do nothing with that shit. They don't do nothing with anything really. Like, and for all of like the work that goes into like Wanda's emotional arc throughout the whole thing, it does not sidetrack from all the problems I had with it. With just like, this is also not a spoiler or anything, but basically like, she's a pretty big dickhead throughout the whole thing, and at the end, that's what I got to say. You know,
that was beautiful.
Well,
I managed to get like 2/3 of that on stream.
Yeah, that's all right. That's right, because that's all you really need of WandaVision. 2/3 of it.
Damn.
You don't need that last third.
It actually looks cool. I think with the whole it reminds me of I Love Lucy.
Well, like that's the whole. That's
like
the
the
whole.
gimmick.
Yeah. Gimmick is that it's basically just like. Not even referencing. It's just like a direct parody of decades of sitcoms. You know, I will say one positive thing is that it's got me and my girlfriend now. Like every week we'll watch new episodes of Malcolm in the Middle because I fucking love Malcolm in the Middle. She never seen it. Like because they do an episode of
the
on
comedy.
Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah,
and I fucking love Malcolm in the Middle. So thank you, WandaVision, because like that's just a good way to decompress.
Thank you for letting me watch something else.
Thanks for reminding me of something that was good.
Okay.
If I were to check out a superhero show, it would be that.
No. Have you
Don't do
seen
that.
Have you seen the Netflix Daredevil show?
No.
It's fucking awesome. Watch
It's
that.
good?
It's
Is it
watch
really?
that. It's fucking awesome.
I don't know.
I might maybe I might check it out.
Maybe.
Like of the superhero shows, that's
Okay.
that's
Use my
that's the
time
bar.
on that.
That's the bar right there. I'm trying to think of the other show, like, but nothing really.
Wasn't there like that show Agents of Shield?
Yeah. Oh my.
That looks like garbage, dude.
Okay. I used to watch it every week. I mean, like,
show
but then
looks
just
so
because
boring,
just
I'm
because I
sorry.
wanted to watch everything, but like,
Okay, that's
it is
different.
pretty. Like, I mean, by the time you get to like, I hate it when people say this, but like when you get later on, like season 4 and 5, where like they don't really care about like actual stories and they're just kind of having fun adventures now. You know, that starts kind of cool, but like most of it, yeah. Well, not only that, but like, so it was set up by Joss Whedon, you know, after the first Avengers, and you know to do this all the thing, but he didn't know and they didn't know that going into the next phase, the whole premise of the next phase was that S.H.I.E.L.D. was actually infiltrated and S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to collapse. So what does that fucking mean for the show called Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? You know?
Oh, so
know?
then how many
so
seasons were there?
there's fucking like 8 seasons.
Oh my god.
But what was it?
I could not do that show.
No,
neither.
that was
Fucking
part of
waterboarding.
my problem of WandaVision is because it does these cutaways that are basically Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and it's fucking abysmal.
Abysmal. I'm
Damn.
gonna use that word.
Okay, I feel like I'm exaggerating a little bit because like I like the little like I mean the thing is it's only 30 minutes every episode and I like the thing is I watched it and I enjoyed it while watching it, but like on thinking about it afterwards you get angry, so don't think.
Don't think.
But
that's the key to
That's
enjoying most TV shows.
but Daredevil
Yeah.
Daredevil is great.
You
That's
can
what I
think-
heard. I heard Daredevil was good. I heard Punisher was pretty good too.
Yeah, I only seen I don't think I finished it, but I watched like the half of the first season.
Punisher
and it is
looks
pretty good.
really fucking violent.
Yeah,
I've seen a few of the
Hey,
fight scenes.
well,
They look pretty cool.
Watch Daredevil, and then you'll get a taste because Punisher's in there. You know
Right,
what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
So
right,
fucking-
okay.
So
Damn.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
All right, this is episode 8 of Screen Tongue.
Yeah.
Right? Episode 8. Baby Anthony here.
welcome film
Anthony
fans.
and we have Elijah
What's up?
as per usual. Is there anything you guys watched this week? that you want to start off with?
Let me make sure.
Let me check what I recently watched.
Did I watch anything this week?
Oh well, I this was last week or maybe 2 weeks, but I guess I have some film watching stories where. So like one night, yeah, I basically did like all of your recommendations. I kind of watched. I watched Elephant, and then I watched Buffalo.
Yeah.
66.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Don't
Um,
talk about Buffalo. He still hasn't seen
I was
it.
gonna watch it on Thursday with my girlfriend, but then we ran out. Of
Don't
time.
worry, I won't say anything because I'm
sorry.
out waiting for the pod, you know.
Yeah, same.
But I'm just gonna say that I watched it fucking I think this was last week, Monday night. Then Tuesday was a big day for me because it was the first time I took acid.
Oh my fucking lord, bro.
But after the trip, so it was me and my friend and my girlfriend was watching this, and we went to the park. Yada. And we get back there, and then I start telling my friend about Buffalo 66, but I was already doing like research on Vincent Gallo and all that shit.
Oh yeah, you
And
kind of
so-
have to. That's like that's the Buffalo 66.
Oh my fucking god! But while I was while I was trimming whatever shit, like basically just going through his fucking website. I'll save
You
that.
went through his website?
I'll save that for the podcast too.
Dude.
But I'm like I just basically just like had like a few days where all I could think about was this fucking guy.
Yeah,
This
that's
fucking guy.
That's the Buffalo 66.
This fucking
experience.
guy.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
all I can say. This fucking guy. Yes.
It has an effect.
Yeah, dude. Buffalo.
Oh
Yeah,
my
dude.
God.
Vincent Gallo sticks with you.
But and then so we spent probably 2 hours going through this guy's fucking website, and then I ended the night watching Waking Life, which is the best,
Oh, nice. Yeah,
which is
yeah.
fucking
Waking
awesome.
Life is tight. Yeah.
Oh man,
Waking Life
and
is really tight.
So that was just a fun. That was just a fun.
That sounds like a great experience.
That
that
was
sounds
just
like it was really
fun.
sick.
That was just fun. Like FUN, fun, man.
Yeah,
Then
Buffalo
what else?
66 Waking Life. Man, yeah, those are really.
Then the only other one he directed was Brown Bunny, right?
Yeah, Brown Bunny.
Okay.
No,
that
he
one.
did a feature in 2010.
Oh, he did.
But I don't know where to
He
find
directed it?
Yeah, he
What's it
directed
called?
starring. I'll look it
I
up
haven't
right now.
seen it. I haven't heard of that at all.
The Vincent
Oh,
Gallo.
yeah,
effect.
and then like there's this infamous 2003 interview. It's like 2 hours long. It's the only like real.
Which I may have seen.
It's with some like Japanese guy, or whatever.
Oh no, I don't think I did.
It's on YouTube. I would recommend you to check it after you've seen the movie.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
check
yeah.
it out. Because in this thing, like, cause like you gotta imagine this is like right around the time Brian Williams came out. So like before his career basically tanks, you know, he's at the height of
Yeah.
the shit and so that. And he's literally talking shit about everybody, man. And like it's kind of crazy, but like I kind of took it to heart because like Spike Jonze is one of my favorite films.
Oh, he was hella talking shit on Spike Jonze.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Like there's like 15 minutes just dedicated to Spike Jonze. And,
Oh,
and
shit.
then but I couldn't stop listening. And then he talks shit about Tarantino, Francis Ford
Yeah,
Coppola,
yeah.
Sophia
I was gonna
Coppola.
say because he knows Francis Ford Coppola, right?
The funny thing is that he talks so much shit about Francis Ford Coppola in there, and then goes on to
He makes
to
a
be
movie
the,
with
to
him,
be
right?
the star of like the last movie that Coppola made or whatever. It's like in Tetro in 2009. But then like he talks about like Scorsese's like I never worked with Scorsese. He hasn't made a good movie in like 20 years. Why would I ever want to work with a has-been? And he says he says shit like that. He's talking shit about everyone.
Dude, he's so fucking funny.
And but it's funny as
Yeah,
shit,
it's so
bro.
funny, dude.
Cause
He's
like
serious about
Because
it?
like
Dude,
you're
yeah.
like this fucking guy.
Dude,
Like you
when he
can't stop
talks-
saying that.
When he talks about Spike Jonze, he's like, "Have you seen his skateboarding? It fucking sucks."
Yeah,
Like,
he's like, this guy, he wanted to be a BMX rider. He sucks so bad that he went into filmmaking. But like, he said other shit where, you just got. I don't want to spoil it.
Is he related to Francis Ford Coppola?
No.
Did he
no.
date Sophia Coppola?
Oh my god, he talks massive shit about
Because
her
I
too.
know Spike Jonze and Sophia Coppola were a couple.
Yeah, they were a couple. But like, yeah, and he just says like how it's like Spike Jonze is like the least the least interesting person at a party, and he's
Wow.
But he's been to multiple parties with Spike Jonze, so he knows by experience. And he's just saying so much shit about this guy.
Do people like Vincent Gallo?
I like him.
like that's the thing. Like I can't stop thinking about him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I want to hang out with him, but like I
Yeah.
fucking love him. Like in the same way, like I love Alex Jones. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would like
okay.
to talk to him for a little bit, but like having him in your life as like a permanent facet of your life would be miserable.
Like he actually,
Yeah.
it feels like this fucking guy like that like out of the corner of like the depths of New York came out and made it
Yeah,
in Hollywood.
dude.
You're like, well, how did this fucking happen? You know what I'm saying? But
Holy
I'm gonna save the rest of it for the podcast. Sorry.
There's a lot to
Okay.
talk about with that guy. There's too much to talk about with that guy.
And then
Do that for like an episode 10 or something.
Yeah, we
Something
could do that
like
for
that.
episode 10. Yeah.
It's a good
let me
idea.
see what else I watched.
I know. I watched Mr. Lonely.
Carmen Corrine.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, you told
I
me
ended up
about
watching
that.
I don't like as much as earlier stuff, but I still really liked it.
You know,
I still really liked it.
Because I've seen it too, and like I don't know, it feels like experimental. It feels like he's trying to develop like a film language that gets a little bit more mature by the time you get to Spring Breakers and Moondog, which feel more commercial.
Yeah, I haven't seen his later stuff, but like this is the first one that actually feels like a normal movie compared to his other
I mean,
ones.
I guess compared to his other
Compared to
ones.
his other ones, it feels
Yeah.
more like a normal movie, but it's still really just
like all the Werner Heard.
yeah, no
Yeah.
spoilers.
The
but
plot
like,
sounds good.
it's
sounds
such
interesting.
it's a weird. It's like it feels the most like a normal movie, but there's some stuff he does in there that's really just like it really still interesting choices. You know?
I mean, just the premise. It's like
Yeah, it's like so fucking. It's
Such a-
silly. I don't even know. How to
such
describe it.
like a unique premise that
Yeah.
like you just want. to
It's
check it
about
out.
like real people, right? Or like
I mean,
kind
that's
of.
a little
kind
bit,
of all of his
yeah,
movies though. It's kind
yeah.
of like
No, it's like based on real people.
It's
the
like-
characters he uses were like real people. Or no?
do you want me to tell you what the premise is?
It's something like with Vincent Van Gogh. No.
Close. I mean, it's this dude who dresses up as he's like one of those.
Yeah,
Michael
he's an
Jackson-
impersonator. Yeah, okay.
So he goes to like an island of just full of impersonators.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's such a weird premise. I like his I really I'm not gonna say anymore.
Okay.
I like talking about Harmony Korine.
Trash Humpers.
Trash Humpers. Oh man, I gotta watch that one again.
Man,
It's been a year since I've seen that one.
I need to go through.
On the Army Korean Fight, I'm probably gonna spend like 30 minutes just talking about Fight Harm. It hasn't even been released.
Yeah, dude,
But
Fight Harm is so
have
fucking
thoughts-
sick.
I have thoughts on Fight Harm, bro.
What's that?
I don't know.
Shh, we'll save it.
Yeah,
We'll save it.
yeah.
Okay.
Fight Harm is.
Is
Yeah,
it gonna?
save it,
Is
save
it?
it,
Is
save
it like a film coming up?
No,
No.
it's like okay, well, it's lost in the ether.
Yeah, it's lost.
But that's what makes it more like notorious.
Okay.
So my girlfriend's Filipino or whatever, and we were at the UNLV library just going through DVDs and whatever. Shit.
Oh, okay.
And so there's this one movie. It's called The Debut, which is basically like you know how like Spike Lee, and then they're just like an all black cast. Imagine that, but with like Filipino people. And it's not that good, but like it was at least interesting, and like the behind the scenes stuff is more interesting in terms of how it got made, and just more that it's like a grassroots independent feature, and so that was pretty cool.
Is it from the Philippines?
No, it's just a whole bunch of Filipino American people that made
Oh,
this
okay,
movie, whatever.
okay.
But also from the UNLV library, I checked out the UNLV short films, the student films from.
Oh, were
2003
they
and
pretty
shit.
good?
I only watched like 3 or 4 of them before I had to turn it back in. But they I was pleasantly surprised. Like they were
Okay.
better than I thought. They're not like great or anything, but better than I thought.
They're interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Which ones did you watch from like 10 years ago or so?
Yeah, they're all from like 2003, 2004.
Okay.
But yeah, I was intrigued.
What else you guys watch?
I don't think I got to watch anything else. I was so busy.
You said you saw Elephant.
Yeah, I saw Elephant.
Elephant.
And we talked about it a little bit, but
You need to see Elephant.
Yeah, I want to see one so fucking bad.
I just say Beethoven. You know, great use of Beethoven in the movie. Oh, I it's on the Criterion Channel. Her name is Susan Pitt. She's an animator. I was just watching all of her animated films. So like between like 8 and like 30 minutes long each of them.
Okay.
But it's all hand drawn and it's great, cool stuff. Like even if you just pull up some stills from it or whatever. She's just a really interesting filmmaker. It's like she was just a still painter, but then she realized that her paintings were more like frames, and there's more beyond the frame. And she's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna make like longer form versions of my paintings, and they feel like that intricate and detailed, and they're awesome."
Is it moving?
Yeah,
Or are
yeah.
they okay. Because
like
That's
I
pretty
just
cool,
I just give one of them. I think
What
is a
it
good
looks like.
introduction. It's called Asparagus.
asparagus. Is
Um,
that IMDb?
no, this is Letterboxd.
Oh, okay.
That one's pretty good, and then she has this one called El Doctor, which is I think the last one she's made, and but that one's a little bit more narrative, but it's basically just like this doctor in Mexico, but like all this like crazy shit happens.
Oh,
and
okay.
whatever. But and then I watched like there's like a little mini documentary on there. It's called Persistence of Vision.
Is it like
about her.
is it like surreal stuff almost?
Yeah, that's how I
Okay.
describe it. Just like or like magical realism, like
Oh, okay.
surrealist type
Okay.
of shit. Where like we're like I don't know. It's just like people in a house or whatever like that, and then just crazy shit starts happening. It just
Okay.
feels like a trip.
Fuck.
You know what I mean?
Sounds like fun.
Dream
It's
type
cool.
of stuff. I saw Into the Wild.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my friend loves them. I still need to check
That
it out.
movie was
no, it's
really good.
Cool movie.
Really cool.
It's like how did you feel by the end?
Yeah, I cried a little bit.
Yeah, it makes you want to cry.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it since I
It's
was,
just like
15.
very it's a very wholesome like anti-everything movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like that's the whole thing
Yeah.
I'm thinking the whole time cuz he just like goes out on his own.
Did you ever feel like doing what he did?
No, cuz I'm like a wimp. But
Oh really? Oh dude.
like there's that scene where he goes like whitewater rafting. Remember?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. And that just like that looked so dangerous. Like that guy was very free soul.
Alexander's Supertramp.
Yeah, Christopher.
Chris McCandless.
Yeah.
In that book, what's the book he had?
Something like Into the Wild, or it's not.
Call of the Wild. Call of the Wild.
Call of the Wild.
That's
Isn't
Jack
that
London.
Yeah, that's a
Jack London, yeah. Dude, that movie they made for
okay.
Call of the Wild looked like absolute dog shit.
That
one
looks
with
like-
Harrison
yeah.
The
Ford.
one with Kevin
That looks-
Costner.
No, the one
No.
the most recent one, Harrison Ford.
Everything's
Oh, the one with the
Dude,
dog. The
everything-
CGI dog.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit, dude.
Everything's animated except for Harrison Ford.
Yeah, like Call of the Wild is not like a kid movie, kid story. I don't know. I thought that was like such a dumb choice.
That's just a cash grab.
I don't
but-
know. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but like I guess it's a bit more ethical in terms of like you know have to work with real animals. But I fucking hate the CG animals. You know.
no,
Like,
yeah, I hate it too. It looks stupid. It looks
That's-
so goofy.
That's like a 10-year project type of thing almost.
Yeah.
yeah,
like-
but like they don't. No one ever spends 10 years making this shit. You know. It's just it's
The guy who made Hard to Be a God did, but
I mean with
That's
CG
different.
animals. You know.
Yeah.
Actually, it was like 15 years, right? We'll get into
We'll
it.
get
Yeah.
there. I mean, isn't there that movie Roar?
Roar?
I haven't heard of that one.
It's about like these famous actors from the 70s. And
Oh,
they,
yes, I know what
yeah.
you're talking about, yeah.
But didn't like people get hurt?
Yeah, well, like,
Or-
it's notorious because there's an actual scene of someone getting attacked by a lion. In the
Oh,
movie.
that's sick.
Yeah, that movie isn't like a movie though. It's like,
It's
like a documentary.
documentary.
Oh, okay.
And it's just kind of about them being like, oh, we have lions. So it's not like, I don't know.
Oh, I have another recommendation. Probably like my favorite thing I watched in February. It was a short film called Plastic Bag. It was also on the
That sounds
Criterion
pretty.
Channel.
That's a really interesting title.
And it's about a plastic bag.
Oh yeah,
the-
dude. Fuck yeah.
The life and death
oh,
of a plastic
man.
bag.
That's
like
awesome.
It's like 30 minutes long. It's fucking awesome. It is actually like so like it just like inspirational in terms of like dang like people are making interesting shit like nowadays. You know what I mean?
It's like
It's like American
Beauty, yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that part.
But that was really
Oh, that's
really,
so
really cool.
tight.
And the filmmaker's name is I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like
That's tight.
Raymond
That's really
Barani.
Is it the same bag? Do you think
From
they use
American
the same
Beauty?
bag? No, not from American.
I was like, that's a long
I don't know
time
if they use the same one throughout, but I mean that'd be cool if they did. But
How long is the short film?
it's like 30 minutes.
Oh shit.
Let me see.
That'd be tight if they did use the same bag. I mean, I don't know if there's any damage done to it. You can't.
Oh no, 18 minutes. 18 minutes long.
Okay.
That's not too bad.
So he has a few short films on the Criterion Channel, and they're all really really good.
When did it come out?
2009, The Plastic Bag.
Okay. Yeah.
But the other ones are more documentaries. One of them is like a true crime documentary
Nice.
that's kind of exploring. And this isn't getting. It's the premise of the documentary. Is exploring this guy who killed his dad when he was like 15, and it's basically asking the question like, do humans have souls or not? And
Right.
what does it mean if we do? But then the other one he made, which I really liked too, was basically like this it's like 9-minute portrait of like this egg farmer, and it's fucking awesome. It's called Lift You Up. And by the end, you felt lifted up. Like this guy, and like I just discovered him because like he's been making movies for a while, and he made that Fahrenheit 451 adaptation with Michael B. Jordan.
Nice.
I never saw it, but it looked interesting, and that's one of my favorite sci-fi books. But I didn't hear. I heard his mix, but now I'm gonna check it out because this guy's short films are fucking awesome.
I like how the
Plastic Bag.
Criterion
I'll
Channel
I'll have to check
does
that. I like that idea. I like that a lot.
It's cool how the Criterion Channel like.
I actually love
shit
their
like that on there.
curated short films are on there are fucking awesome. Like that's where I found the Susan
Fuck,
Pitt,
I
the
might buy
animated
it,
shit.
fucking great.
It's
as soon
like
as,
$10
as soon as I'm,
a
as soon as I'm
month.
not. No, is it? How much is it a month?
I just did the $100 a year.
$100, yeah.
It's like
But,
$10 a month though, type of thing.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I might
It's
do
it's
that.
literally work because like it's not even just they have the Criterion Channel. Like I'm saying,
They
all
have
the other stuff
everything
they
on
have in
there.
there is great.
Yeah, if I wasn't so broke, I'd fucking.
Nah.
I guess I feel like I'm hogging this. I'm sorry, but
No,
you're
you're
good.
good.
Go
We've
for it.
been busy.
and I guess
I still have a few more.
I'm just been saying all the shit since I've been on. Like it's been like 3 months.
No,
So
you're good.
3 months of shit I watched. But I watched Abbas Kiarostami, the guy who made Close Up.
Oh, I was, yeah.
Where is the Friend's House, which is I fucking loved it, but that's also it's kind of my niche thing because like one of my favorite movies is The 400 Blows from Francois
Oh,
Truffaut.
yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so I just love like these intimate portraits of like children in their homes, and that's basically what Where's the Friend's House is. It's I think it's the first one of the Coker trilogy, and Coker's like this
Yeah.
like village
Yeah.
in Iran or whatever, and so he has 3 movies that kind of take place in this village.
Oh,
and,
nice.
And yeah, this one is just following this kid, who basically has to give he accidentally took his friend's notebook. And so he's just trying to get to his friend's house to give him this notebook, but it's just
I like ideas like that.
Yeah.
It's like really
How,
really.
how
fun.
do you say his last name? Kiarostami?
I say Kiarostami, yeah.
Kiarostami.
Pastrami. No.
I always say Kiarostami, but isn't there an R?
There's an R somewhere. In
Kiarostami.
Abbas
Kiarostami.
Kiarostami. I actually watched Taste of Cherry.
Tell me.
So you haven't seen Taste of Cherry, but I
Right.
haven't seen Where's the Friend's House. So he's a very interesting filmmaker. His movies are very boring.
You gotta see Close Up, bro, because like I think
Close
Close
Up
Up will put you on.
Yeah, but his movies, Close Up though, I feel
Have you seen Close Up?
Nah.
Close Up is made.
It's great, bro.
Close Up is different though than everything else. Because Close Up's like
Well, I haven't seen his earlier stuff, but from before, he was a documentary filmmaker before
Yeah.
he made narratives, and it's interesting because Close Up feels like this bridge between documentary and
that's
narrative
cool.
because
That's
that's
really
what it is. Because do you know the premise of the movie?
No idea.
don't spoil it for him.
No idea.
The premise is really cool.
Okay,
I've heard of the
because
title.
I feel like it'll
know
make
what
you
it's
want to watch it right away, but I won't spoil it. But it basically, because I know you dig the Safdies, and like this is one of
Oh,
like,
yeah, I
the
fucking
biggest
love the Safdies.
inspirations
Yeah.
on them and how they.
Yeah.
get
about.
they
No,
make movies.
that's all you needed to say.
It's
Yeah,
it's
that's all you needed
it's
to say.
like heaven knows what sort of.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, tight. Then
yeah.
I'll like it.
Sort
I'll
of.
probably like it.
He used to actually make like commercials for kids, like in the 70s.
That's what Where's the Friend's House is. Where's
That
the
makes
Friend's House
sense.
was funded by like some government thing as just like I don't know, like one of those like after school specials, but like cinema. I don't know, it's good, but
I really want to see that. Did you see Homework? Have you heard of Homework? That one sounds good. It's
wait,
just
is that the
about, like-
one? Actually, I think I heard of it. I haven't seen it though, because it came out like in the late '80s.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He's got a very like minimalist style.
Mm-hmm.
As in like there's no like violence, there's no sex, nudity, like not that
But he makes it work.
it's very slow paced.
But I mean, like, do you feel it? Does it work?
No, it works.
That's what matters.
I
If
don't
it
know.
works, if he manages to find a way to entertain you without using violence and sex,
you
like,
need to see
good.
like Taste of Cherry, because Taste of Cherry literally has like no fucking plot.
Well, no, I see like that's your first Kurosawa movie, right?
It is. So
I feel like the Taste of Cherry should be like your second or third one because like
it won the Palme d'Or.
I guess yeah, but like
I don't know.
by that point in his career, everyone at Cannes probably already knew what his
Here's
filmography.
the thing. So like I think Taste of Cherry won the Palme d'Or because it's like an honorary thing almost. Where it's
There's
like
nothing
okay,
else good that year, so fucking let's give it to Kurosawa.
Yeah, Funny Games came out that year.
Oh well,
which
sorry.
but like I feel it's one of those things where it's like, you know, at the Oscar when like I
When
don't know.
Scorsese went for The Departed.
Yeah, I was about to say like he wins Best Director for The Departed, and it's like okay, it's not a bad movie, but it's like an honorary type of thing. Because Taste of Cherry, like I read some reviews for it, and what they're saying about the movie stretches like what the movie actually has so far. So I like the movie because of like how slow paced it is, and it's just like it's really just about like a character you don't know much about.
You feel like it might
it's
grow
pretty
on you
cool.
upon like rewatch.
I liked it, but there isn't anything about it that like should give me a reason to like it.
I see.
That's a really weird feeling because there's nothing really crazy about the cinematography.
that's how I felt about Angry Birds.
It's like that kind of.
I actually
like,
heard people
I
enjoy
don't
Angry
know.
Birds. I don't know.
I enjoyed it.
There's like a lot of long takes and stuff, and I like long takes, but
Oh, we'll get into
There's-
long takes when we talk about Heart of You.
Oh
Yeah,
fuck! Dude, should we get in? I'm really antsy to talk about Hard to Be a God.
I didn't tell Anthony this.
What?
But yeah, just check out Taste of Cherry at some point because
Alright.
I'm curious what you'll think about it. They're talking about it on Sardonicast tomorrow too.
Hard to Be a God.
So- no, Taste of
Oh,
Cherry.
I was about to be like, I thought to be like, oh man.
No,
that's
I
like-
wasn't gonna. I wanted to recommend Taste of Cherry at some point, but then fucking
Sardonicast
they
gone.
just did it last
We should
week.
do
so.
Close Up then. Close Up.
Yeah, at some
Close Up
point
sounds
that'd be
like
yeah.
That sounds
whenever.
like a good choice.
Okay, I'll just say two last ones. One of them was this like little short documentary on Paul Schrader that came out in like
Oh,
2018.
that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
And it's actually fucking awesome because like I don't know if you know like basically in the past like 5 years, all he really does now, I think is it Prozac, that one that kind of makes people loopy? Is he just takes Prozac and then goes on Facebook and does these crazy rants. And A24 almost pulled the funding to First Reformed because he was going crazy on Facebook.
Oh,
or whatever.
nice.
And so now
Good thing they
he's like
did.
this old. He's like this like he's a fucking old man, and he talks about that. He's really honest in this little documentary. It's something like 30 minutes. But he's like, yeah, I think I've made maybe like. I've been involved in like 4 great pieces of work, like 8 mediocre things, and the rest is dog shit. And
Wow.
he's just kind of like reflecting. Where he's like, now when I make a movie, I can't help but think like I might die after I make this. It might be the last thing that I put in the world. You know?
Oh, that's
And so
sad.
it's like one of those like portraits of like someone at the end of not the end of life, but in the last chapter of their
Yeah,
life.
they have no more time.
I
Yeah.
really like First Reformed.
I fucking love First Reformed.
First Reformed's really
Fucking
cool.
awesome.
There's only one part that's kind of like, but otherwise, no, it's really cool. Good religion movie.
And then I watched this Japanese movie called Cure.
Oh,
Cure,
I
that's
wanted
a
to see
cool
Cure.
name.
Is that the one where they're trying to figure out why they commit suicide?
No, that
No,
it's
that's
one. It's like
Suicide
it's a
Club.
serial. It's a movie about these serial killings. But
Yes!
but they catch
forget
the
how-
murderer,
yeah.
and the murderer doesn't remember doing the crime.
Oh, that's
The
tight.
guy who directed that did Pulse, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to check out Pulse.
When did that one come out?
Like 98, 99.
Okay.
Is his last
Late
name
90s.
Kurosawa
90
or
movies are
something?
good.
It starts with K. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Yeah, I put that on my watch
97.
list.
Yeah,
you like
yeah,
it?
Kurosawa, Kiyoshi Kurosawa. I respected it more than I liked it because like I liked it. I liked it everything that it did with the camera, but for some reason the premise was better than the actual narrative for me.
Oh, yeah. Some movies are like that.
Yeah.
But like it's actually I think it's like brilliant in terms of its staging and its placement of the camera because
Oh, okay.
I won't give anything away, but That's what I really liked.
It's
about it.
clever
just
filmmaking, kind of.
Yeah, very, very
Okay.
like. It's like one of those things where like the direction elevates the material. You know?
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
okay. Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to check out Pulse at some point.
That's how I felt about Taste of Cherry. The directing elevates the, not elevates, but
Did I
anyways.
say if I watched Rosetta on the last one? I forgot.
you might have. You didn't talk about it too much though.
Yeah, I forget
that
if
won
I
the
did or
Palm
not.
d'Or, right?
I think it did. Yeah.
Yeah. How good was it?
It was pretty good. I think that's Willie. It was pretty good.
Hey, he made it.
It's like I think it's all. Let me think. Let me try to remember what I remember.
Is it
Oh, shit.
from
Rosetta?
coming in
It's
hot.
it's like some Europe.
1999?
I think so. Yeah. It's fuck. I think it was all handheld.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it
like
was entirely
that.
handheld. Yeah.
It's like some Lars von Trier stuff.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them. There's still cuts, but there's some like some
Oh,
decently
okay.
sized takes.
Oh, okay.
Good movie about poverty.
Isn't there like it was directed by two guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're brothers.
I've
yeah.
heard they're pretty good directors.
Yeah, I need to check out more of their
Let's
stuff.
see what the-
It was good. It was
Rosetta.
good. Rosetta, yeah.
2 days.
I saw Old Boy.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
yeah.
how'd you like Old Boy?
Old Boy's great, dude. That movie's really cool. There's so much to like about that movie.
Everybody here's seen Old Boy, right?
Yeah. Old Boy
Quick
is
spoilers. Quick
fucking
spoilers.
awesome.
Okay.
Quick.
Okay, I felt bad though because I knew like going into it, I forget where, but I had heard that it's like he had the girl he's with is his daughter.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that kind of like, oh fuck, Willie.
Is he caught up in the thing?
Okay, we got him.
Okay, good.
That kind of like it's like I know what the big reveal is gonna be, but
Oh,
still
man.
like that actor. I looked up his name like Choi Min Suk.
Yeah,
or
Choi Min
something.
Suk, yeah.
Holy shit, dude!
He's
He
fucking
was
awesome.
amazing in
Great.
that.
Good,
He's
good,
like
good.
got some like Nicolas Cage like level freakouts.
Yeah.
Just that part at the beginning where like he's trying to ask the guy how long he's gonna be in there, and then the guy closes the door on him, and then it's a shot from inside the room, and he just fucking flips out. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
banging the food pan on the door and shit. Oh.
Yeah, a great physical performance.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
and
Yeah.
not even just like his physical dedication in terms of gaining the weight and stuff like that, but like great physical comedy,
Oh, yeah.
like Keatonist like slapstick humor combined with like this like Korean thriller like sort of thing is awesome.
It's
And I like to me, Old Boy is like the ultimate movie to watch with a crowd. Because like my
Yeah,
favorite
yeah,
experiences
yeah,
to
I
watch
can
is
see
like
that.
when I
Yeah.
watch it with like last time I showed it to my friends like it was like eight of us there.
Oh,
And
shit.
none of them seen this, none of them knew what's going on. And when the twist is revealed, you know, everyone's like, oh shit! And
What
it's
the
like-
fuck,
It's
yeah.
just it's so cathartic to like just watch like cinema like in action. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But
That scene where he starts like acting like a dog and he
Oh,
cuts
yeah,
his
yeah,
tongue
yeah.
off and you just see like
Yeah, that's
the
a
top
good.
half
That's
of
like
his
such
face.
a good reaction.
And
You get a
oh
lot of
god,
reactions from that.
it's incredible.
And-
And then I like what you say about Korean movies.
Oh, what's that? Oh, the formula.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Koreans like they follow the formula, but they like actually follow it like perfectly. Like they do the whole cinematic form. I don't know.
like
how
the
to
beat
describe it.
sheet.
The beat sheet. They do the beat sheet, but they like
They
master
do it right.
They do it right. Like
You
they
know?
don't do it like.
It's
I don't
just a
know.
beat.
I feel like this sounds like super racist, but I feel like they do movies the way they do math. It's like they do it like perfectly. Like Train to Busan is like that. That it feels so formulaic, but it's like every beat fucking hits.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's,
When it's
I started to
when it's
notice.
emotional and you're not just like, oh, this is supposed to be in the script so we
Yeah.
can further the plot, then that's
or like
good.
the host feels pretty formulaic.
I wanna see the
but the
host.
host is like, oh man, they do such a good job fucking hitting every moment. I really like
Which is
it.
great. And then just even in Park Chan-wook's direction, like it just is this stylistic thing. Like, you know, there's one or there's multiple aspects because I think about there's one point when he's on top of the girl and the cam like, you know, they're just frozen. It's almost like a moving painting, you know, and the camera kind of just moves around them. Or obviously everyone knows the shot when the hammer's there and then
that's so funny. The little dotted line.
Oh, going back to Daredevil, maybe this might there's an actual like directly inspired by Old Boy scene in Daredevil, which is pretty cool.
Oh, really?
And then it becomes like a kind of thing they do every season. Where you're like, all right,
Is
how
it
are they
like-
gonna top themselves? And they always end up doing it.
Is it like at the
shit.
fight scene or something?
Yeah, yeah, it's the fight scene.
Oh
Um,
god.
Yeah, a lot of action movies take a lot of inspiration from that hallway scene.
Oh,
dude.
that scene's great,
Yeah.
dude. How long is that? Maybe like a minute or so, 2 minutes. But
Yeah, probably like
still,
2 minutes.
just to like choreograph like 20 seconds of that,
Yeah.
let
it's
alone
great.
how long it is. That's insane. Have you seen the Spike Lee Old Boy? I've heard it's garbage.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
I've heard
I haven't
it's
seen
really
it. I haven't
bad.
seen it either.
Josh Brolin's in it.
Elizabeth Olsen. And,
Yeah.
yeah, Old Boy's fucking awesome.
That movie was really great.
I even just now I'm thinking like even just the way that it starts, you know, like you just feel revved up. And
Yeah,
he's just
yeah.
holding there, and the music's just going.
Yeah.
And man.
Then he's
it's great.
drunk in the police station.
Yeah. Oh, I love the transitions too, especially like when the countdown starts, you know.
Uh-huh.
And so it'll be like
Oh,
July
yeah.
1st or whatever, and
Yeah.
then it'll wipe over. I think those things are great too.
I really like the scene where the incest scene. It's like a long take of just them like having sex. And
I wanted to talk about that too, because like at first it feels gratuitous, but then like actually it serves a purpose. We're like, no, now you think about it, I just witnessed them just fuck in this long take. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's very like emotional.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not pornographic or anything. And then you see the reflection of what's the character's name? Well, you see the reflection of like Troyman's sick, and she's like, oh, and then that's where like
what's his name?
he talks too much. That's where he gets the information. Yeah, I forget his name, but
I
either way,
need to watch the movie again. I haven't seen.
oh no,
since I
it was
like
really
15.
fun.
But yeah, I remember really liking the fuck out of that movie.
He takes the one guy's tooth out.
Oh yeah, speaking of part 2, I think his next film is his first venture into an English language film.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah!
So I'm
nice.
excited for that to see.
I've
what's
only
gonna
I saw Thirst. I don't know. I watched it in parts though, so I didn't really care for it.
I haven't seen
But
that one.
I watched it in parts, so that's with the guy from Parasite.
Oh,
did
he's in all of Bong Joon-ho, the one who's in
Yeah,
most of Bong
yeah.
Joon-ho's films. Have you seen The Handmaiden? Or
I want to see The Handmaid.
really good,
That
too.
looks really good. What were you gonna say, Norby?
I was gonna say, what'd you think of Parasite?
I like Parasite.
Yeah.
I thought it dragged on a little too long though.
I can see that.
I kind of felt Old Boy should have ended a little quicker too.
Yeah, I can see that. It's a long movie.
I feel that might even be a Korean thing. Like the movies should
Train to
end a
Busan,
little
Train to
quicker.
Busan goes on a long time too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The host is pretty.
There's like big time falling action.
Oh yeah.
They really focus on
the
that.
host
scene.
is the host is pretty well timed. Maybe it goes on like slightly too long, but that
Yeah.
was pretty good.
Do you think Parasite should have won Best Picture? Real quick. Would you?
What
Would
else-
anything?
what else was there?
yeah, what else?
Actually,
So-
I mean, I would have picked The Lighthouse. I mean, it wasn't nominated, but like that
Okay,
was my,
that's fair.
Yeah,
or
Lighthouse.
Uncut Gems. Those are just my 2 favorite movies of the year. I don't know if
I
they're the
feel like
best, but-
Lighthouse and
came out?
Uncut Gems should have been in there.
Yeah.
Uncut Gems didn't even get fucking.
You know,
that's
I just
bullshit.
don't I don't know why it was so polarizing, because I've talked to people who fucking either love that movie or hate that movie. That's part of the reason why I like it though. You know, is that it
I
gives
don't
people
feel
such
it's
a
like that.
visceral reaction.
I
Really?
feel maybe like
It's
the
like that-
ending
it's-
might be
it's-
like that.
It's like that for like normal people.
No, yeah,
For, like-
when I
for,
talk
like-
when I talk to normal people, they
Yeah,
fucking
normal
hate that
people.
movie.
Yeah.
There's.
Let me see.
Oh,
It's a bot. It's a bot.
Oh,
It's a
never
bot.
mind.
But you see, I got
off,
annoyed
bot.
because
You got 2 bots in the
I
chat.
was like on like the Parasite radar since fucking like it
Won
premiered
the Palme d'Or.
at Cannes
Yeah.
that year. I was so excited because I already loved Bong Joon-ho. You know, I was ready for that.
So
fucking
you're
movie.
excited for the movie.
And
in
so
the
when it
first
came
place.
out in October, I was there premiere in the Las Vegas premiere.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, I was telling everybody about it. And then by fucking December, everyone's talking about, oh, you seen Parasite? Yes, I fucking saw
Yeah.
Parasite. I don't know if
Yeah.
that just makes me a fucking like douche or whatever, but I was just annoyed that like it just seemed like everyone thought they were cool because they saw
Yeah.
Parasite. No, everyone fucking saw that movie. Shut up. Fuck. So like, not basically everyone ruined the movie for me now. 'Cause,
It
like,
wasn't
now I'm just
special
like,
anymore.
Nah, you know.
And then it won Best Picture at the Oscars, and it's like, okay, cool, but like
I was happy that it won, but like at the same time, like.
now everyone likes it because it
Yeah.
won Best Picture.
Yeah.
And like, I always say this too, like it's not even like the best Bong Joon-ho film. Like there's
Oh, yeah.
he's
Oh,
way,
yeah,
way,
yeah.
way better. Like
You think so?
My favorite is Mother. You gotta check out Mother. I mean,
I need
it's a
to see
smaller
that
one.
one.
The host is great. And then what else? Memories of Murder is like I think that's his fucking like achievement. But
I
They,
see
they
that. I
got
see those
Criterion
ones.
for that coming out.
yeah.
Are all of his movies like really family based?
Snowpiercer.
I don't know if it's family, but there's just like so many like characters, you know.
Right, right,
but like
right.
it's not even just like every background character feels like, you know, the lead of their own
character,
movie,
he,
you know.
he did Okja.
Yeah, Okja.
Is that good?
I would put it on the lower echelon, but
Yeah,
it's still
it looks- okay.
it's
I saw parts of it. I didn't see the whole thing.
Oh.
Like giant hippo thing.
I feel I don't know his English language stuff hasn't ever hit for me the same way his Korean
yeah.
movies have.
Mhm.
I know a lot of people like Snowpiercer.
Have you guys seen Barking Dogs Never Bite, his first feature?
Barking
Nah.
Dogs.
Never Bite. Yeah,
That's a cool
No,
name.
that
Anything
sounds
with
cool.
bark or dogs in the title.
I like the premise, but it feels like a first feature, but it also feels like a good first
Okay,
feature, if that
okay.
makes sense. But Bong Joon-ho's cool, Park Chan-wook's cool.
What would you have chosen for best movie of 2019?
I saw Uncut Gems. I've seen The Lighthouse and I've seen Parasite. What else came out? What year
Once
was that?
Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Was it
Once Upon a
2019?
Time came out. That
Once Upon a
year.
Time, I wouldn't choose that.
I would choose that. That was
You
my
choose that one?
favorite.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
choose it.
I
I just
movie-
didn't like the second act. I just didn't like it.
I saw that movie 4 times in theaters.
Maybe I need to see
Yeah.
it multiple times to
I don't know.
like it more.
I like the 60s.
I like the
So,
60s too.
I think
but
that has something to do with it.
I don't know. I didn't like the structure.
That's like
the
my-
structure of the movie.
Pulp Fiction's my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie, but Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's second.
Okay.
And I felt like weird saying like I really like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood because I think people would think it's like, oh, you like it just because it's the new Quentin Tarantino movie. But no, I really like it. The second act, I don't know. We'll talk about it
Yeah,
sometime. I
yeah.
can talk about the second act for a while. But
I mean, there's aspects of it I really like, but
everyone likes
I'm
the
not-
ending.
The ending's good. Oh yeah, the ending's really
Yeah.
good.
But I feel like the ending that's like the worth the price of admission. Like this is what you went to the
Yeah.
movie to go.
I
But
don't know.
Yeah.
everything else is like what like we probably would.
I feel if
Yeah.
the ending wasn't there, people would like not like it.
it'd probably.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
It probably.
Dude, the theater was like
Oh,
in
everyone,
stitches, dude. Everybody loved
That's
it.
a good.
Yeah.
See the ending in theaters,
Yeah.
and the Bruce Lee scene's really good.
Yeah.
I watched. I hated the Bruce Lee scene
Why?
because they start fighting and I noticed that all the background actors just left. It bothered the fuck out of me. It's like that's such a big continuity error. Like how the fuck did nobody catch this? It's like that. I noticed that like
It's
the first
shot
time I
in
saw
like
it,
one
and I was
take
like,
though.
I don't.
Everyone's on the side.
Yeah, but then everybody leaves. Like suddenly
Well,
they just cut and everybody's
they
gone.
frame
It
it-
bothered the fuck out of me.
Oh, when like Kurt Russell comes on, I think.
Yeah,
that's what
It's
you're
like about
talking
that part. Yeah, that was like they just suddenly disappear. I was like,
either way.
oh. I know that part just bothered me.
I don't know that scene where it's like he throws Bruce Lee into the car. You're
That part
like,
was
oh,
cool.
fuck.
I like that part.
Like
That
it
was
like
good.
shows you this guy's a badass.
Um,
I know people didn't like it because of the way it showed
Uncut
Bruce
Gems.
Lee, but it's like, within the constraints of the movie, it works for me.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know, like in terms of like I don't know, artistic integrity to be true to whatever it is. It already isn't true because that's the whole. It's Once Upon a Time. Like this
Yeah,
is his.
yeah.
This is like basically like revisionist history in terms of like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know.
Quentin.
I don't have a
That's
problem
Quentin.
with it.
That's Quentin.
Now I think about like filmmakers like Tarantino or even like Paul Thomas Anderson, these people like that, but like it feels like I feel like they can't make a contemporary movie though, like it's like impossible
No.
for them to like
No.
Yeah, I can
or
see
like
that.
like I
That's
feel
fine
like
though.
and I think about that, but like I don't know.
Do you enjoy their movies?
No, I fucking love their movies.
Yeah,
but but yeah, because like I think about then like for us in a new generation of filmmakers, does that like how does it inspire us to make movies about now? I don't know. To
It's.
me,
I
like-
feel like if for anybody who's like a filmmaker at like our age, I feel like obviously like people like Quentin Tarantino are like a huge inspiration. But it's like so we'll look at what they did, but like we grew up with like the internet and like video games and stuff, so it's gonna be really weird.
You can still make something kind of like in their directing style.
Well, I well, like
that-
craft is different than I guess content. You know, I guess.
Yeah.
but-
You're talking more than about the writing. It's like, there's a lot of things though that Quentin Tarantino does that are just like, and it feeds well, and like other people can use his stuff. You know, like I always like his soundtracks. His soundtracks are fucking badass.
Yeah.
like it's classic rock, fucking.
Yeah, like well, once it's been in the movie, you know, it's just become just the fucking.
it's iconic, you
yeah.
know, and like that's something that people can be inspired by and still use, and it's like the setting doesn't necessarily
Well,
matter.
I feel
Yeah.
like, no, like that's what I'm saying. Like not the things that he does, but just like the movies he
yeah.
makes, you know. But
He's always making period pieces.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, it's almost been 40 minutes. Let's get into
Nah.
Heart of Your God.
That was fun though.
Yeah, that's
It's
good,
good to
good,
talk
good.
about movies like that. All right.
Okay, so before, because Elijah, I'm gonna give Elijah the floor because he recommended it.
Oh, okay.
Before, fuck it. No,
No,
I'll
say.
I was gonna say before we get started. How did we feel? No, fuck it. Just go.
Or-
Just go.
okay.
You go. Just go.
So yeah, I looked up. I forget what I looked up, but I googled like this list of like Tarkovsky-esque movies,
oh yeah,
and there's like 20 on there, and some of them I really hadn't heard of. And then I saw Hard to Be a God, and I'm like, oh, that's a cool name. So I looked it up on IMDb, and then I read like the log line and shit, and then I looked it up on Wikipedia, and I'm like, 3-hour Russian movie by this guy that's dead. 2013 too, so I'm like, okay. And it's based on a book by the
the guy who made Stalker.
Yeah,
Or
the
wrote Stalker.
the guys who wrote these Boris and like Andrei Strugovsky,
the name?
something like that.
Okay.
They wrote a bunch of like Russian sci-fi shit through like the 60s through like 80s, 90s.
That's
It's
cool.
inspired a whole bunch of like
bunch
Yeah,
of
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
bunch of stuff, and their books sound really interesting.
Yeah,
like,
at some point I want to check out some of their stuff.
like I'd like to go through their bibliography, but I'm not much of a reader, unfortunately.
Nah.
Anyways, so I'm like, yeah, this looks like something. There's only like 5,000 ratings on IMDb.
Wow.
It looks fucking.
Wow.
After you see the movie too, how the fuck did only like
Dude, okay.
this
All right,
should have such a large
all right,
audience?
this is
So,
what I
yeah,
wanted to ask. This is what I wanted to ask.
Okay.
All right. Do you guys feel like this is a masterpiece?
I feel like it is an achievement.
It's
Like,
certainly an achievement. Certainly an
yeah.
achievement.
So I read this one review and I kind of agree with what it said. They said it's like a capital G great film. This movie is fucking like. I think this is better than like Andrei Rublev.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the one it's most closely related
yeah.
to.
Not only because it's like Russian, just because like
No, in its construction.
black and white, medieval.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, just the fucking set pieces. Like, that's incredible, dude.
Yeah, this movie blew
Well,
my
yeah,
fucking mind, dude.
each cut, each take is basically a scene, you know.
and
Yeah.
and then did you read like the production stuff about this?
Yeah, well, like originally he found the book in 1968, and this is the only movie he wanted to fucking make. But then he was about to make it, but then they filmed it. They was gonna film in the Czech Republic, but at the time, that's when the USSR was invading, and all this shit was going on, and all this
nice.
like war shit, and so he couldn't film it. And so then, so I don't want to say your thunder if you want to keep going.
Oh no. I mean, it's getting the point across. The thing I read on Wikipedia is they started filming in 2000.
Oh yeah,
On
finished.
and off
Right,
until
yeah, I heard about that as well.
2006.
But
Like
then-
holy shit.
Yeah, and they started like he started pre-production in 1998, and
Oh
then
my God.
it's like a Stanley Kubrick sort of thing where then like he died, and
Yeah,
then,
that's what I thought when I heard
I
about
felt
that.
bad about that.
I thought that was
His like
well, yeah,
son
his son,
and
his wife, yeah.
They finished the movie.
Oh
like,
my god.
Holy shit! This
This
movie
really fucking blew my mind.
This like reminds me of like 2001.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how this movie doesn't have a wider reception.
Well, like Ari Aster says it's one of his favorite movies, and he says it's like a direct inspiration.
I don't
from
know though. Like,
him.
I feel that's because he's watched a lot of movies.
Well, I'm saying like in the film community, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. But
don't
like,
know. I hadn't heard of this movie before I even saw the
yeah, me
list.
neither. No, I never heard of it until.
well,
like,
I
2
mean,
weeks
how many
ago.
Russian movies besides Tarkovsky do you know?
Come and see. But well, I know what your
Yeah.
point is. Like, Russian cinema isn't like something that gets talked about a lot.
Yeah.
So, but holy shit, that's the funny thing too. It seemed like I read something where it's like Russian critics didn't really care for it as much.
Mm-hmm.
You have to admire the craft. Like that's the first
Bro,
thing.
that's like
That's
beyond
the first
craft,
thing
dude.
that gets me. Like it's like they took that spaceship to Arkanar, and they found these people.
No, yeah, it's like the definition of mise en scène in terms
Oh
of
my
like putting
god,
you in
yeah,
there.
yeah,
It's great.
It's like one of the most immersive movies like out there.
That's how I describe it as like hypnotic, you know. 'cause,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
3 hours
yeah.
is just kind of like it just pulls you in.
Even if you don't like the content or like whatever, you got to admire like holy shit, like the cinematography, set design, direction. It's immaculate, you know.
How did you guys feel about the perspective of the camera?
Yeah, I really like
Yeah,
that.
so that part really
What'd you think?
fucked with me.
How'd you think of it?
Because it's like I really like how through the movie they're like really purposefully breaking the fourth wall but still staying in character. Like that shit was like I've never seen anything like that.
So
That's such an interesting choice.
I thought of the camera as like you're like a wanderer.
Well, no,
You're like
it's
a
always
person.
it's always a person that's like on the
Yes.
peripheral of whatever the
Yes.
action is.
And it's like the camera in like any given scene is just like a random person that's near there.
Mm-hmm.
So when like they're coming up to talk to people, it's like they're just talking to a random person. I didn't really see it as like a fourth wall break.
Yeah,
I don't know. I must have just misread it. I don't know.
No, you're good. You're good. Like,
because like there's parts where like there's like clearly hands obscuring the frame in a way that's
Right, yeah,
supposed to
yeah,
be
that's
like
true.
someone's like
Yeah.
picking their fingernails or just shit
I
like
thought that was cool.
Or like yeah, but I don't know. Like I would never do it, but I respected that they had their own
I
vocabulary.
think it works for this movie because like that's the whole theme of it too, is like being like an animal. And like these people, that's like how they would walk around. Just kind of like aimlessly because they're like fucking morons.
Yeah.
And they just like they bump into people
literally
and shit.
shitting
They're-
and eating in the same.
Oh my
thing.
god, dude! Like the second scene of the movie where they have that like pick, and then they're like poking up to like this kind of like window thing. I
then-
kept pausing
then-
it and rewinding it. And I'm like, what the fuck is that thing?
It was a butthole, right?
It's a fucking asshole,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's like they're gonna stick the spear up the person's ass, and then the guy rubs the shit on his face, the mud.
And it's hard because it's black and white, so it's hard to distinguish. Maybe that's part of it. The thing
Oh,
though,
I'm
that
sure.
between like blood, shit, and mud, it
It's
all
all the
looks the
same.
same.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
There's in the same review I read, they bring up this line in Monty Python or the Holy Grail.
I read that one. Yeah.
The Glenn Kenny one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the review. He said this movie. He really liked this movie, but there's a line in Monty Python where it's like, he's a king because he doesn't have shit all over him, and like
yeah.
this movie takes. I thought of that before I read the movie. It's like this movie takes Monty Python and makes it like a real movie,
Right,
Not
right.
like a comedy.
Yeah.
Like what it would actually be to go through fucking.
Putting the piss back into it.
Yeah. Like holy shit! Just like the main character Don Ramada, he's fucking just he's just he rubs shit on him sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though he's like a god to them, he's still a fucking like just an animal.
Still mortal.
Yeah. There's a lot to. You're right.
There's a lot to talk about.
I-
There's too
I'm-
much. There's too much to talk about.
I'm getting out like the second half of the movie. I'm like blown away by. I don't remember a lot of it. There's a lot going on. I tried
Well,
because
like, what was I gonna say?
I wrote some notes for like the first half of the movie.
How do you guys feel about like? Because like, I feel like you need to read like the fucking logline of the premise.
Yeah, you
to
kind of do. You're
understand.
getting so
Yeah.
confused.
Because like
Yeah.
it's not very clear that he's supposed to be like some like a person from Earth that comes to this planet to help save them or whatever shit.
No,
And so like, and I'm not saying that it has to spell it out for you, but and so like to me it feels like. But I guess I don't know, because I was gonna say besides thematically, there's no really point of this being some sort of alien planet. Like you can just this is
It's
some
true. I can
depiction
see
of,
that.
of someone who in this community they believe is a god, because like that's kind of how it was back in I would say in the Dark Ages, where like
100%,
if
yeah.
someone was just a little bit better looking, a little bit bigger, a little bit better built, they probably thought you were a god, because like everyone there looks like a fucking troll.
yeah, basically.
I was thinking about that when I was watching it. It was like, what happened? Because like, I'm not saying not everybody's ugly nowadays, but it's like we really focus on like better looking people. Like I don't see like ugly people anymore. I don't see like ugly fucking people.
Like when in science class, like the whole like idea of like natural selection, like like this is how
Yeah.
natural selection works.
They found some ugly people for this
I
movie.
do so fucking.
It's crazy. Yeah.
The casting was amazing. Like those people don't look like humans. They look like people from the
Dude, that's
fucking
why-
Middle
yeah,
Ages.
They look like they like a few chromosomes behind.
His fucking his fucking like I don't know if it's his wife or his like
Lover.
prostitute.
Yeah.
The lady with like the overweight lady with like the
Oh,
big
yeah, yeah,
tits.
yeah.
Oh, the bald one.
Yeah, and like she'll just like walk up to him and like stick her hand in between his
Yeah.
legs and just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
rattle his crotch. Like that lady doesn't look like she's from fucking like the 21st century.
I mean, a lot of them didn't.
And
no.
I have to give props to all the performers in terms of the
Oh.
commitment to it,
Oh,
because
yeah.
like they really
That's
are
what I was thinking,
sticking
dude, the
their
whole
face in
fucking
mud and
time,
shit,
dude.
and like not even just that, but just like snotting on everyone and then
Oh,
staying
yeah.
in character. Like I don't know, that's probably part of the
That's-
reason why it took 6 years, because just the staging of every one of these
Oh.
long takes. It's like
Yeah.
fucking-
That shit had to take so long to like storyboard and plan out. And even once you get it storyboarded, then you get on set and you probably have to deal with all the practical issues of working on
Yeah.
set.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to film like a 45-second take where you have different like
And then somebody fucks up
it's-
when you're at the end.
it's all
There's
like,
so much rehearsal, probably.
it's all like motivated camera work, but it's motivated camera work on like characters who aren't important. You know?
Oh, like that, and I guess that's part of like what I was saying about the choice too, where like the camera's motivated, but it feels motivated from not like a third party, but not something removed from the actual universe. Because like sometimes
Yeah.
when like motivated camera, it still feels like someone is guiding your view, but no, this feels like no, you're actually just watching someone else who has their own. The camera has its own like will. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it felt. I still don't know what to think about the camera. Like, it didn't feel necessarily like it was a person all the time. Sometimes it felt like it was just like.
Yeah, because like, well, I guess that was, I don't want to say it's a problem, but just like something that I noticed is that like they wouldn't like they weren't as strict with the perspective things, because then it would be, because like it was like I would say like 80% handheld, but then the moments that are like a dolly or whatever, just something that's more smoother, people are still like looking into the camera, so okay, it's clear that this is still a character, but what is it like? Oh, like at one point I thought that maybe it's from the perspective of like the mule or the donkey, because and it's just kind of like
cool.
traveling, you know what I mean? I just want to mention this too,
there
and how
is-
like they have like a 10-second shot of the donkey's dick.
Oh
yeah, dude, I was like,
laughing.
what the fuck is that?
So like the first time I saw that, it was like the asshole scene. I'm like, what is that? And then I watched it again.
Elijah
I'm like,
watched
"Holy
like
shit."
that for 3 minutes. Rewinding,
Yeah, I
trying-
rewinded it like 3 times, and I'm like, damn, that's like a donkey cock.
Yeah, the cameras of. I like the idea of it being like almost
Floating.
like almost like the characters know this is a movie. But it's I don't know how to describe, but like the psychology behind that would be
or
tricky to
that they
explain.
know they're being watched.
They know they're being
almost.
watched. Yeah, they know it's like a movie in a way.
I like it where, like I said, I think it's like a person there, but I
Well,
kind
like-
of you have a point because it's sometimes it doesn't follow the continuity of it because there'll be like an establishing shot or something.
Yeah. Oh, I kind of that part I kind of like, because there's one early on in the film where it is kind of just like this like wide of like of the expanse of like this like barren fucking swamp, and then the spear comes in or whatever, and then it's them, and then it turns into perspective, and I kind of like that as a stylistic choice, and I thought that was kind of be like an arbiter of a transition of time or scenes and shit like that. But they only did it like once or twice in the movie.
I feel like a big goal of it was to disorientate the viewer.
Yeah, or like
I could see that.
Yeah.
even just like on our first shot of Don Ramada.
Don Ramada. Yeah.
It starts and you kind of you think it's gonna be a still camera, and then they pick up the camera and they're fucking moving around, you know,
Yeah.
and shit. And so yeah, it really does
Oh,
feel
yeah.
disorienting. But
That's
for me,
a long
Dude,
scene,
I
too.
fucking dude, that scene was so fucking impressive.
He wakes up, then he puts his head on the table,
just
and then
the-
starts
he
fucking
walks-
jazzy
yeah.
sax.
the way they set up those shots are so fucking good. Like every shot they would stop and look at was like so visually impressive. Like it felt like this is
Yes.
like something you'd cut to. That feels like something you'd cut to, but
Yeah,
they were
I-
just setting it up.
I thought
was
that,
really
like
good.
especially in terms of like of the craft, like I just thought it was brilliant in terms of light. I don't know if it was natural light or not, but the way, because like these intricate sets, you know, and having it that this camera's moving around, it's not, and these takes are so long, you can't just have the cameras. The lights right behind the camera, because
Yeah,
the camera's
exactly.
almost
Yeah.
360,
Yeah.
and so just the way that when the camera's moving but it stops, you know, the lights it just feels perfect for the thing. It feels lived and it feels real, you know, and that feels like an achievement.
How
in
do you
itself.
think they go about like making this? Like legitimately, what do you think like the steps have to be for this?
See, like when you're talking about storyboarding, like maybe they did, but I almost feel like they didn't, and that's probably
Yeah,
the
that's-
reason, because
I
it feels
felt-
like
yeah.
something of discovery, where like
I've-
in the rehearsal, where like they're kind of figuring out, and they're rehearsing the camera and shit like that, and well, obviously they have like a general like idea of what's going on in this scene or whatever
Okay.
like that, but it feels more of something that's been crafted through discovery of the location and the characters and not even and their reactions to what other people are doing.
That's
it feels very
kind of how I felt.
reactionary.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
I feel that is true to a certain extent because just like you get on set, it had to be a massive set.
That's what
Like,
I was thinking too.
But I also feel though there's like so many like details in each scene where it's like this can't just all be somewhat improvised.
Well,
Like-
I don't think it's improvised, but it starts through improvisation and then turns into like something that's planned out.
Yeah, I
you
felt
know what
like when I was watching this, because I was thinking about, especially like the actors, you have
Okay.
so many people who are, I mean, like, especially if you think about acting and acting like that is so, I mean, the commitment to that, you're really getting a bunch of people who are like obviously really weird looking and like really creative people and really like artists, right?
Yeah.
And like all this stuff they did is like, it's like they did some really interesting like alien stuff in here. You know, they're always making weird choices. I feel like this is definitely something where it's like you had a group of people who were just living in a very specific way and like kind of just like brainwashing themselves to think in a way that's very like abstract.
Yeah.
Like, it genuinely
Yeah.
felt like I was watching, like, not necessarily just like, oh, they're aliens or whatever, but it felt like I was watching like these are a bunch of creative people who are like doing something that I've never seen before. Like it's really interesting.
Sure. This will be real quick, but that reminds me. There's actually something that also happened in the Czech Republic, where it's basically this cult where this guy just got a whole bunch of people to like live in this like, little cult thing for like years. He said he's gonna make a movie, but he just basically
That's how this
created
movie feels.
his own little village. It's kind of
That's
crazy.
funny.
I want to see it, but yeah.
He's
it's
like,
for
hey
another time.
guys,
It's for another time.
this will take about 6 months.
Yeah,
It turns into 6 years.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. But
Yeah, that's how I felt. That's how this movie felt when I first started watching. I was like, I can't imagine how the frame of mind that these people are in to be working on something like this.
It's
Like the commitment. I mean, like Jesus
my
fucking Christ,
God.
commitment from all those people. That's like hundreds and hundreds of people. That's I can't believe it. Like it's such a miracle. The fact that they got it to work.
It hurts your head.
Yeah, it's a miracle. I can't believe it. It's like a cinematic miracle.
Costumes too, like the fucking. Oh my god.
Oh, dude, I got such a boner from all the gauntlet stuff. I fucking love gauntlets.
Oh, his fucking gloves are awesome.
His gloves are sick. Yeah, I the whole time. Oh, and I like whenever they just put stuff in front of the camera. Like,
yeah, I like that. Yeah.
There's one part where he's like talking and he's like under a scaffold or some shit. And you just see like some dude pop up in his mouth and he's just talking. And then you see this dude with his glove like, and he pulls it out. Dude, that part, I was like, I had to rewind that like 5 times. I've watched that like 5 fucking times.
That reminds me, it's like such a choice too. Like there's this fascination with noses, and always grabbing noses.
Yeah, when
shit.
he breaks the one guy's nose.
Or like even just like instead of like, I don't know, like a pat on the back or a shove, it's just like nose grabbing it like a whip,
I like how they would just like, the Don Ramada, he would just like see someone and then smack their face.
I don't know. Also, it seems like an odd choice though. That like maybe it's because they're primitive, they believe that he's a god, but like they just kind of just let him just fucking do shit all the time, and they kind of just like let it happen. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's so funny.
There's no agency with them really.
But
it feels because it makes them feel more like animals than people.
Oh, I think that's like the theme. Though.
Yeah, that's what they're going for. Yeah.
I feel the movie would make a lot more sense having read the book, because the movie does not like give you any.
No, yeah, I was watching this. I was
exposition.
watching this thinking like this makes no fucking. I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
I was like 30 minutes in and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get there and I'm gonna be like, I don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah, but it's like I did not care. I was like, I was so in it, dude.
And they still give you like that voiceover at the beginning to try to like set you up, and there's no way to like set you up.
Yeah, you
for
can't.
This
This
shit.
is
like, how did you guys like understand what happened, or what the main idea
what's the plot,
is?
right?
Yeah.
So, Don Ramada wakes up. He wakes up.
His daily routine,
routine.
fucking saxophone and shit.
Yeah, he gets dressed.
Saxophone and shit. Yeah.
He goes to
Literally.
like the alcohol guys, the guys who are making alcohol or whatever, right?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of destroys their shit. Then what happens after that? Fuck, dude, this movie's such a fucking
Well,
such an experience, dude.
It
I
feels
really
almost like
this movie.
something like the Big Lebowski, where like he's just kind of just like roaming around, It just feels like he's just, I don't know.
He's that. Yeah, it's definitely like it's almost like slice of life.
Yeah.
But like for medieval. Type of,
medieval
It feels
aliens.
like this portrait.
Did you
of
really?
the Dark Ages.
I didn't really view the people as like aliens.
I
though.
did. Oh, I totally did.
Okay, I probably should have. I feel
It makes
like,
it makes it so much better if you see them as aliens.
because then it's like, okay, this guy's from Earth.
Yeah.
And he's just like around these like fucking aliens.
Yeah, I mean, like most of them are shorter than him. Like the only people
Yeah,
he
that's
really
true.
like treats him like
There's one giant.
the one giant. He's like the only people he treats like kind of well are like the big people who are bigger than him. Like the giant, he treats him like a legit friend. But yeah, everybody's like shorter than him.
I do like that depiction though, in terms of like alien life or whatever, and that like logically they would evolve into like kind of like humanoid creatures though, because like they're not going to look like that, if it was another water-based planet, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, do you think the characters are humans?
No,
Or like
they're bipedal or whatever.
Like
I mean,
no, like
I guess they have to be
like
human.
that's how I kind of read it, is that like we were just like for some reason further ahead in our timeline than they are.
So it's like it's a different planet,
Yeah.
but so since it's a different planet, they're obviously like aliens technically, but they still have like human traits.
That's true. Yeah.
So
you can't. Yeah.
Are they humans?
So they have to be.
Did someone say something, or is that a
Did
bot?
they show Don Ramada as a kid in the film? I need a couple of chapters. Oh, you read a couple of the... No, they didn't. So they start
Holy
off...
shit!
I can't believe you read
Wow,
it.
thanks for reading.
Yes.
Yeah, Jesus.
Give us some more insight.
Yeah.
If you have any more insight about the book...
I want to read the
let us
fucking
know.
book.
No, they didn't show him as a kid at all. They show him as an adult. He just like... It's like what? Like over the course of 2 or 3 days or something.
It's all on Arcanar.
Yeah.
I think it's called whatever.
Yeah.
What were we saying? Aliens, right?
So
or the
would-
humans.
Would you consider them humans?
Yeah, they have to be because there's that one scene where he has sex with the woman and she's concerned about having his child. And so if he's had a child there before, they're technically human beings because we can reproduce with them. They're the same species as us. If they can't reproduce with us, they're a different species.
Okay.
So they have to be. If he
That's
has a
a good
kid,
point.
so if he's had a kid there, then yeah, they're human beings.
And that sequence, that scene too, is a little, I guess, disorienting in terms of like, because there's parts where like they don't want to cut, but they kind of have to,
Yeah.
so they hide the
Yeah.
cut. But that part never really worked for me, because like I always felt like
You can tell it's like
that it's masked,
Yeah.
But
It's like what they did in 1917.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Cuts to black. It's like
Cuts to black.
or like they'll put the sheet over.
Yeah,
it and shit.
yeah.
But what was I gonna say?
there's one in Birdman like that. He like walks
yeah.
through a dark door.
That's
Yeah.
like all of Birdman.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? But because I just want to see if I don't know if I can, but can we just try to like detail the plot of?
Yes, we
Okay.
can.
from
Yeah, okay.
beginning
So
to end, 'cause-
alcohol. There it gets kind of a little bit blurry. I think it goes back to it goes back to like the soldiers like digging up that shit out of the ground. Like it was like some raft or some shit.
Feel it's like a drug.
A drug? What do you mean?
Oh yeah, because it seemed like they were breathing it in.
And then they get hot. And then there's a line where I think he's talking to Don Riva, and he's like, "Do you drink?" And he's like, "No, I just sniff."
Oh yeah. But like and just the way that I don't know whatever. But that's the thing. It was
Yeah.
hard to tell what was blood shit.
That's where reading the book comes in handy, because the book probably just offers like description about what that is, and we're just supposed to like be like, okay, that exists.
Yeah, and I do like the aspect because I thought that would be more of an aspect of the story going forward. That I liked that it was just kind of this thing that it was there and then it was kind of left.
It is pretty cool.
It does make the world feel more lived in.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, it's definitely like the world building, and that's what this movie is basically.
Yeah.
It's just like a world
Yeah,
building
pure
movie.
world build. Yeah, I really liked it. All
I
right, so then what happened after that?
at the beginning though,
It does. Sorry.
the beginning, I kind of caught this the first time, but I didn't really
What's
I
that?
didn't really get all of it. But it's like the main idea is that they kill intellectuals.
Yes, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
That
I saw a review on
Oh, yeah.
YouTube and they're describing like the world.
uh-huh.
So it's like and I'm glad I looked into it. So they live on this planet and they sent this dude here, the scientist, to like go and like, all right, we need to get you guys through the Renaissance because they're like stuck in the Dark Ages.
Yeah.
They're like permanently stuck. They can't go past. They can't go to the Renaissance.
Yeah.
That's why there's a few lines where they talk about the Renaissance, like, where's this Renaissance you're talking
Yeah.
about? But yeah, so apparently they've been living in the Dark Ages for so long. They live in all the mud shit and like all this stuff. And they're so disgusting, right? And they love it. They love it. They don't want to move more. They want to stay. Or
That's
like
why
even
they, like-
regress if possible. That's why they kill
Yeah.
intellectuals. But yeah, what was I gonna say? But yeah, I liked how disgusting it was throughout the entire thing. It was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
just super
It's-
fucking gross.
I feel like he's not the only scientist.
I think they make it sound like
Well, I know in the premise that there was the group of them that went, but it's just about.
There's a
him.
Yeah.
few 'cause that part where he says it's hard to be a god. He's talking to another scientist, I think.
Oh really?
And then there's a part in the beginning where he's talking with some people, and the one guy's like, "Did you have a dream about Earth?" So there are a few of them there, but the movie definitely doesn't explain like
no
who's who.
No, there's zero
It-
hand
it's-
holding.
Yeah, you really have to
This
like
is
dissect
for sure.
This
This is
movie.
this is a hard movie. This
Oh,
is not,
yeah.
This is not an
I
easy
guess
movie.
it's just like it's provocative in the sense that it requires discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. I like
Yeah.
hard movies.
you can't be a lazy viewer watching
no, you
this
can't.
movie.
No, I was like,
Maybe the first time, just because like it's not possible, I think, to watch this movie all the way through the first
No.
time and pick everything up, because people always talk to each other like they know them.
Yeah.
Like there's no type of exposition through dialogue, and the only exposition you do get is the voiceover, and the
narrations,
the voiceover isn't even like, it isn't enough. You know, you have to
fuck
like
no, dude. They tried. They were like, we need to give him like this much.
yeah. I feel that had to be the intention though. Like
yeah,
there's
I'm glad. I'm glad there wasn't narration. to
now
it,
I
the entire
kind of
thing.
hope like if I read the book at some point, I hope the book isn't the same, because then it's like you have no idea what's going on.
I don't think it
not, 'cause
will.
It has him as a kid, so
Yeah.
it feels like it's probably more of a character.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll definitely get more
Than-
context
than a portrait.
Yeah.
Oh, they said it did have him as a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Well, I'm assuming it had him as a kid.
because that's what they asked.
Yeah, that's what they asked, and I wouldn't. You wouldn't think
I-
that unless they had it.
I
in the
really
book.
like that idea though of killing intellectuals. Like that's very interesting, because like once you're in power,
because I
and-
hate smart people.
no, but like that's the whole thing. It's like these people, once they're in power, it's like
It's probably what we should be doing.
they have like that consistent
life.
they have that consistent urge to stay in power, and
Yeah.
they're gonna do what they have to do
Yeah,
to
right.
stay that way. So I mean, it's not what we should be doing, but it's like what people probably want to have happen.
Right. Okay, you just reminded me of something I was thinking when I was watching this. So I remember listening to some fucking this YouTube channel called Memes Matter, and he explains the psychology and the philosophy of memes. It's really cool. But he's explaining it and how it like ties back to like Jung and all this stuff and all these ideas that are consistent through like all this bullshit. And he talks about like incels and doomers right now and how there's something called the anima, I think, that men have, where it's like the female part of your brain. And for doomers and incels, they're expressing that on the computer. You know, like you ever meet like a gamer and they're like really awkward in real life, but on video games, we're like, oh, you know, they're really cool. They're suddenly really charismatic.
Yeah.
So they're projecting all that into the computer, not in the, you know, in the real waking life or whatever we're going to call it.
Yeah,
waking life. But and he's saying that in a way, you almost want to live, you know, like an animal. You want to be able to like love as much as you can love, hate as much as you can hate, like talk, do as much as you want.
Okay.
And I was thinking about that when I was watching this. It's like these people are living, like as animals, they're living the way like human beings are like progressed to live.
Pure id,
right? It's like they're really just living like animals, and it's like it almost reminds me of like how much of what they're doing here should we incorporate, but like how much of it is like it works.
They're
like,
really living like fresh out of the womb.
Yeah.
Like
true to experience.
Yeah, it's like they have like no social like boundaries or anything. It's just like act the way you want to act. Act what feels good.
Yeah, everybody's like an extrovert, sort of. I mean, you know, most of them.
Yeah.
You kind of have to.
You just do what's instinctual.
Yeah, I like
it's funny too how like this movie has that theme, because I feel you and me talk about that a lot.
Yeah, we do.
And then this movie's just like fucking like.
Does anybody even like? I don't remember seeing anybody bring up money in this movie. Like, did they have a currency? They really just like.
It might be
these dudes are literally just living without taxes and shit.
They literally just eat mud, bro. They don't.
Yeah,
there's no need.
That shit's so sick, bro.
I
would love to live there if.
Nah.
I mean, like, dude, if Earthlings are strong there, it's like fuck it.
I'd like to.
I'd live there for a year.
Yeah.
Live there for a year.
I'd like to be the camera.
But I don't know. The whole animalistic part of it is really interesting. Seeing people live that way, and I mean, just in the fact that they're actors too. You know?
It like gives light. You said something like about it's on the Backcountry thing where you say something about people who say life is meaningless. This movie's like a good argument for why life shouldn't be meaningless.
Oh yeah. I watched it in your top 10.
Yeah. Because if life's meaningless, then like we can resort to this, and this is like the lowest form of living.
I think no, it's all about how you see it. I don't think it's the lowest form of living. It's just a different way to live.
No.
It's a different way to live.
No.
Yeah.
If you were living there,
I mean, because that's like
it's just a lifestyle.
It's just a lifestyle.
Yeah.
I mean, then you have to get into like, because it's like very subjective. Then you have to get into that whole philosophical discussion.
No, I think like the movie like it makes you want to think about that though, because it definitely doesn't portray them in like a positive light.
No, it's very matter of fact.
That isn't like a society that people should want to live in. It's interesting to explore, but it's very like, I don't know. It has like no purpose to it.
It's very like, it's not even like paycheck to paycheck mentality. It's like very just like in the moment. No, they're really in the moment.
It's like I exist, therefore I am type of thinking. But it's like that's like bullshit thinking. I think the movie kind of, in my opinion, I think it kind of like argues like against that, because Don Ramada too, there's like a thing where he can't interfere with like the politics.
Oh, that's interesting.
Really?
Yeah, I read that on the Wikipedia, and then there's a line that I wrote down because I didn't rewatch it all the way through again, but I rewatched like the first hour because then I had to come here.
Somebody says needs more explanation, but you definitely need big brain energy to read it. It seems like it, yeah.
What's the line? It has always been like this, and this it will be. That's the rule. And I forget who he says that to, but it's like he can't interfere with them like growing or expanding. So he just has to like be stuck with them being retards. And it's like, in a way, there's like no good reason for that, because they're just going to descend into more of this like awful lifestyle.
I guess that's part of the point to hard to be a god, because that's the premise of a god, you know, is to just be a witnesser to.
Yeah, that's
kind of like what actual like biblical God does, is like he gave everybody free will and he can't really interfere.
I think even more like the Greek gods, who have more interaction with humans and shit like that, who, although they do interfere, it seems for the most part they're more in the background. But
It's like the camera's a god.
Yeah,
Because
that's
the
what I like
camera
about
definitely doesn't interfere with it. It just like it records it, you know? You're just like viewing what it's like to be there without any impact on it.
That technically makes you, the viewer, also a god.
Yeah, you're a god in their terms.
Dude, I like when movies do that.
But yeah,
like that
I
so
guess
much.
it's asking a more philosophical question about us as an audience and the voyeuristic aspect of cinema, you know, and
Yeah.
watching this thing. Like we basically are a god in a sense. We have no real action. We can't stop what's happening. We're just there to see it happen.
Yeah, we're just there to experience it.
You guys don't think it has a good point against like I exist therefore I am? I mean, it's your opinion, but like, what do you guys think on that?
I was also thinking this when I saw the movies. Like everybody in this movie is living like Hunter S. Thompson. You know, it's like very like in the moment, very just like making just like weird decisions.
But with no substance to it.
It's not really that. It's like they're so concerned with living in the moment. It's like Elon Musk couldn't exist there, you know. It's like somebody like Elon Musk, like Elon Musk is always concerned about the future, and like getting humanity in a good place.
Yeah, he lives
you know,
10 years.
Like these people don't care about the future. They don't care about the future, you know. They don't really care about like they don't care about like going to the moon. They don't care about going to Mars, right? They're just like, in a way. I mean, the setting almost kind of almost explains it. I mean, just like they live in like it's like a swamp world, right? It's like there's a bunch of fog, right? Like you can't look at the stars, you can't look at the moon. The sun's not out, you know. It's a very different world. I mean, I wonder how living in a place like that would affect your psychology.
Oh, I'm sure it has to like. There's that whole thing where it's like people in Seattle commit suicide. I'm sure like there it has to have an effect on like their overall happiness.
I mean, I like the setting, like it's like very like I liked how alien it felt. It's like very like muddy. Everything's like fucking shit.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
They're building
everywhere.
their buildings on mud. You know, it's like all the foundations, everything's set up on like just like mud and like trash. It's like you have to live like a fucking monster.
It had to take
there.
so long just to get all that fucking mud.
Yeah, dude.
Like just to make that fucking aspect, let alone like the huts, the fucking costumes, any of that. That's so crazy.
Like they have that one like car, but it's like a tank. Like you can't make roads there. You know, you can't fucking like if you make a road, it's like such a shitty road.
What was your favorite set piece? Do you have one or like anything production? I have one that really sticks out.
There's a few. Oh man. There's a lot.
I really
actually
do like that one that I was saying before. It starts kind of like on that dolly on the wide, and then the spear comes in, and then it becomes perspective.
Near the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what else.
I like that one where it doesn't even really have anything to do with the story, I think, but they're just like walking down the town. And they're all like on this contraption where they're like hanging from it. They have a rope tied around their neck.
Oh yeah, the midget at the end.
And it's just like, it's really cool because it's like
really
if you stop moving, you get hung.
Mm-hmm.
That's like super medieval.
It's so fucking funny. I like the midget. He just stops, looks at the camera.
Yeah,
it tugs on him. He keeps
like
fucking
even if you would
waddling.
even if you would try to resist it, there's so many other people walking that you're just gonna suffocate. You know.
I like the one shot they had where like they cut to the guy hanging with all the white stuff on him, all those like orbs or whatever.
Oh, it's
that
like
shot
liquid,
was
right?
So, yeah, I don't even know what it was, but that shot was so visual. It's like all of his hair is hanging down, and like his robe and stuff is all wet. He's just hanging.
He's dead.
Just such a good, just like really striking image.
What do you think it was that they were putting on him? I couldn't figure it out.
I don't know.
I didn't even really get like an interpretation of it.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like either it's something to like preserve the body or like I don't know if they
they said it's lard. It's animal lard.
Yeah, was it for like was it to preserve the body or was it for the birds to eat it? I don't know. They don't really say.
No, but they did say it was animal lard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Fuck.
I was
you missed like a like little line of dialogue too, and it's like you don't know if it could have like meant something or if it's just like shit.
Yeah. All right. Wait. Okay. So he goes to the alcohol thing.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
And then
after that, it's a little bit.
I don't know what
the
happened.
last thing, the next thing I know I'm missing a lot, but the next thing I remember is like he goes to with where the bald lady is and all of that.
Yeah.
And he just grabbing dicks and showing asses and shit.
And grabbing tits.
And then after that, he goes outside again, and the kids are always around, you know. And they're always messing with them.
I think they're in the other city, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I know then like eventually those soldiers come in and arrest him, and he kind of just like says,
"Isn't that way later though?"
That's way later.
Yeah,
that's like after the
that's
midpoint.
2 hours, bro.
That's like after the midpoint.
Oh well, he visits the one who wants to get who wants him to get her pregnant.
Yeah.
I almost felt she was a scientist.
Maybe.
Just because of the
Maybe.
way
But-
she talked to him.
I guess
It was hard to tell though.
Yeah,
It
they
was-
definitely talked like they were familiar with each other.
Yeah.
You know.
And she didn't talk as like stupid as the other people did.
Or what was why was she having him like squeeze her ear just to feel
I don't
something?
know, yeah, man.
She,
I don't know,
she
maybe
said,
she's into it.
"If it hurts, I'll stop. If it hurts, I'll tell you."
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe she's into it.
There's a lot of unexplained. That's cool though, because there's like so much shit that happens that you're like, I don't know why it's happening, yet you're still like, I dig this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
And so then he visits her, and then.
I remember it was somewhere at the
Oh,
40
then
minute
that's
mark.
when he meets like his best friend, the
The
giant, guy.
Yeah. The giant was a cool character.
Oh fuck.
And then they're fucking. I
There-
remember
there's one part underneath like a house or something, and that's the first time where they bring up the fact that he's a god.
Is it the one where the fish are?
The fish, yeah,
like
yeah.
milk,
That
fish-like
scene was
milk?
really good. I like that scene.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
that one too.
That scene was good. And he's like, that's the first time they bring it up. Is like, well, I guess you're a god. It's like, okay, cool. Title.
Oh, what?
There's
oh,
a
wait,
part
no,
there's a
no,
part
no.
later on, but like that part where they first bring up the word
Yeah.
God. That's a good scene. Good scene.
Oh, I forget. Yeah, there's a part too where someone.
He's literally like, it's hard
offers
to be a
him-
god. Yeah.
Offers him, like a fish or whatever. Like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
And then
sacrifice.
and then the slave is. Oh yeah, there's a slave. There's a whole bunch of stuff with the slave.
yeah, I forgot about
he has
that.
like some
Forgot about the slaves.
slave.
There's like a whole thing where he sniffs some of the shit, and then he like holds the sword out like he gets high, and then they like do a fade to black.
Oh yeah.
And then I don't know if it implied like they got in a fight with some of the people, because he throws like that bag at them, and then they're like,
Oh yeah,
"Fuck you," and you're like,
with
yeah.
the dog. Oh yeah, the donkey. Oh here. I remember,
So-
lifts up the tail.
I feel that part with the fish comes kind of after that.
Yeah, the one where
It's
the
around
with the
that
offering.
area.
Yeah, and the slave likes the fish.
There. Speaking of fish, there's like just when I watched one of the other parts, there's just a part where they have like fucking a shit ton of fish on clotheslines near the beginning.
Oh yeah.
And that had to take so much time to make. I keep saying that, but like, God, just getting all those fish to put on the fucking clothesline just as like an aesthetic for the scene.
Yeah, I don't know.
The
amount of-
dedication.
yeah, I don't even. I don't even know how the fuck they did this.
Whenever someone complains about like production design or
I
something,
feel like
it's
I'm like thinking about. I'm just finding the people. Like I feel like they just went to like a fucking like a really obscure circus and were like, we're making this movie. We want to hire all of you guys to just like help us create this. It's like not even like they're making like a movie. It's like they're making like a community.
oh my God.
It's like they're really trying to like. They're like, yeah, okay, so these guys are aliens. I mean, they're human beings, but they live on. Imagine human beings living on a place that's not Earth. Like, how would that affect your psychology? Imagine just making decisions you want to make. You know, I don't know. I really like.
Oh yeah, and people are just pissing themselves all the time.
Yeah, people. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the one part where all the people are coming to get Don Ramada, and there's that dude, and you see his dick, and he's pissing all over himself, dude.
Oh.
Or that was because he was
So
like
funny.
scared. He was so scared he was just pissing.
Yeah,
himself.
that was just because he was scared, right? But that part was funny. The kids were funny too. All the kids were really funny.
There's that one kid who's just like a fucking bitch.
Oh yeah.
Which one?
He's like bald and he has like 2 teeth.
Oh
He's
yeah,
like
yeah.
the main kid over there, right? The one that
Yeah.
keeps on returning.
Yeah, he keeps smacking
The
him in
one,
the
the one who
head.
dies later, right?
He dies?
Yeah, he
oh,
I
dies.
remember
fuck.
that.
Yeah, he dies. Yeah,
Like-
That's
he gets killed.
Okay,
Pretty
and
sure he gets
so
killed.
Donkey Dick.
There's
and
a donkey dick.
then-
There's an asshole.
This
There's
should
a
be
penis.
we
there's
should
guy
do a
peeing himself.
commentary track for this movie.
100%. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
We're gonna do one for funny games too.
Yeah.
I like how the part where like I know I kind of already said this, so I'm kind of repeating
You're
myself. But the fact that they would put stuff in front of the camera all the time, like it was at the 30-minute mark when I saw the gauntlet, like them do that with the gauntlet. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, they're really like, that's almost fourth wall breaking because it's like so like. I don't know. It's
so visceral.
It's
in
very,
terms
yeah.
of
It's like
just-
so subconscious.
Yeah.
It's almost like that's how the movie feels. It's just like, it's like that's it. They take it away. It's like that's such like an animated thing. That's like something you'd see in like a theme song or something. You know, that's not something that like just happens. You know, it's just,
Yeah.
It's such a weird artistic choice, but I really like it.
And I haven't really seen too many movies do that though.
No, I never did. It's like I don't know. I feel
It's like fourth wall breaking, but not fourth wall
yeah,
breaking.
that's why I liked it so much. It's like this movie was trying to break the fourth wall,
But
but
it-
they didn't.
yeah.
Like they didn't admit it. They just weren't admitting it. They were looking at the camera all the time. They were putting stuff in front of the camera all the time. I mean, I don't know. It just I really like. It reminded me of funny games in that way.
It is
but-
different though.
Oh, it's yeah, it's
because
different.
Funny Games is like legit fourth wall breaking.
Yeah, they're admitting to it.
Yeah.
But it's like this one's kind of like.
That's why I feel it like does a good job of trying to make you feel like you're there.
Well, I
Yeah,
feel like it's almost like it's appealing to our id, and
Yeah.
when they're looking at
Yeah.
us, the same way, like part of these, we even if we don't think about it, have some of those instincts,
Aside
Yeah.
from it being maybe like just a tad bit incomprehensible, what were there any things like you guys were like, I don't like this?
Yeah.
Like straight up like this.
Around
is,
the break into 3, like from like around the place where you have like second act going to third.
that's just funny because it's like the place where there should be like something happen, but this movie isn't like that kind of.
No, I don't know.
I know what you mean.
The,
but
the energy around there for me was just low. I don't know. They didn't
Really?
the creativity was just like I could just feel it. It was just a little bit low.
You could feel it was tiring.
Yeah, I could feel like, okay, this feels like they've been working on this for a long time and they're really trying to.
they're
like,
getting tired.
Yeah, the shots were more like standard. Too.
Honestly,
Okay.
that's how the ending sequence felt. It felt like this thing was shot 6 years later.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I guess that may a minor thing,
Yeah,
but
the
like
ending
you can
is-
kind of tell like his hair's like different throughout the whole thing. Like it's minor. It's long, but like sometimes it's a little bit shorter.
Doesn't
Oh,
his
I
beard
actually didn't
change?
notice. I actually didn't notice.
I
That.
would imagine his beard would change a lot
Yeah.
too.
And
Probably.
like I said before, just like I guess I just wish there's a more stricter language in what they did with the camera, in terms of like, just having it all handheld or not. And then I didn't like the masked cuts because I could always
could
tell I
tell.
could tell like when it was gonna happen too. Because like okay, let's see how they're gonna do this. They're probably not gonna actually know to do it somehow. Like when he chops the chair in half, and it just
Oh yeah.
flashed to
I
white.
don't know. The cuts didn't bother me so much. Like the mask cuts. I don't know. I feel like that's such a preference. That's such a preference
Yeah,
thing.
it's not. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not. I don't know. These are just taste things. But they're not real like gripes I have with the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Do
Do you, how would you compare it to like a Tarkovsky movie?
I was gonna ask you guys that because I haven't seen any Tarkovsky.
Tarkovsky's more poetic than this. This feels more matter of fact.
This
Tar-
is very,
but, like,
yeah, this
Tar-
is like visual gag almost.
We're like, in this movie, like the camera's just always showing you shit. But like in the Tarkovsky movie, like it would show you the shit and then turn away to a tree and you're like,
That's
oh,
a nice-
this is fucking
Yeah.
life,
Yeah.
It's more like more imagination.
It's more. It feels more. I guess if this is id, that movie's more ego. you know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
gotcha.
Or super ego, where
Yeah,
it's,
yeah,
it's more
Yeah.
thinking about yourself.
Very introspective.
Yeah, Tarkovsky feels way more personal. Not to say that this isn't a personal film, but like you really feel Tarkovsky's
Yeah.
voice in his films. Where this one, like, and I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I know it's like German. I feel like it's pronounced like German or something, but I don't know how it's pronounced. But
It's Gurman.
Oh, Gurman. Oh, okay.
Gurman.
Gurman. I haven't seen any other films, but this I don't know if it feels like he's really trying to say something more than create something. Actually,
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
it reminds me of I was watching this basically like this lecture that Robert Eggers was giving on like there's two different like types of like movies or cinema, like story driven movies
Mhm.
and atmospheric movies.
Okay.
And basically, like to sum it up, he was just saying that like in a story-driven movie, it's pretty self-explanatory. Where like the story's doing the heavy lifting and getting keeping the audience engaged and moving you to the next scene and getting you through and keeping you entertained. Well, in an atmospheric movie, which is he was saying that that's where he's a proponent of, where it's more of the sum of its parts.
Gotcha.
And it's more of the intricate detail and in like the mise-en-scène, the set design, the cinematography, and the performances that keep you invested into what's going on. And the story is there's some type of story, but it's not as integral where there's no fucking beat sheet. you know?
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
The beat sheet
watching
isn't
this,
as important.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is like a movie where I was watching it. I was like, I wanted to see if I could feel a story coming on, but that feeling never came.
And I respect that. It's like
Yeah.
but the same as in like as we were saying, like we were kind of talking about it before, as improvisational as it feels, like subconsciously you got to know this is all constructed.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's something cool to think about.
It's like this movie's really just like the director saying, "I'm gonna show you some really cool looking shit."
Yeah.
Like,
But like like I think there's even a distinction in that where sometimes you watch something that just feels so hollow or it look cool whatever, but this one like it still has me thinking, like I don't know.
oh
like,
yeah, I'm gonna watch it again. Like,
Yeah. Oh man, I really want to watch
this movie.
again.
Like, You have to watch it again.
Yeah.
We say that for like half the movies, but
I feel like it's gonna be like a few years before I watch it again. Though. Like,
you don't think so?
Yeah.
Did you have like it is long.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's
3 hours. Yeah.
It's a good long, but it is like you do have to put in some time for it.
Mm-hmm. But like.
It's not like a Tarkovsky long though. Like
because like Tarkovsky, I feel like I could revisit more easily.
Yeah,
than
I
this
could
one.
like watch. After the first time I watched Stalker, they were like, I haven't seen it again, but I've wanted to see it like so many times.
And I feel like I would think about a Tarkovsky film more than I would.
I was
this
gonna
film.
say, yeah, like this movie, it's like I don't feel like I remember a lot of it because a lot of it is just really just showing you an interesting like set or something, you know, and seeing the characters do shit. Whereas like a Tarkovsky film, a lot of it is like thematic.
Yeah.
Right.
And even if it's like very abstract, like something like Stalker has this
emotion
whole,
is important to what's going
Yes.
on. Well,
Or-
and
probably the best to compare this to is Andrei Rublev, because in Andrei Rublev it's about Andrei Rublev,
Yeah.
you know, and this it's like Don Ramada's the main character, but it's almost just like he's a medium for seeing interesting things, basically. Andrei Rublev has more of like a thematic arc, even if it's like a little tough to follow at times. Do you like? Do you think this? Well, it's very different than Tarkovsky. It's not like
no, but
That's
like,
what I was wondering
But
when I
the
was watching
comparison
this,
you
yeah.
can't help but make in terms of the scope and the
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and the things he's trying to go, like what I was saying for like the Coppola thing, where like he's just fuck being pretentious or whatever shit. I'm just gonna fucking make it, you know. And so and that's kind of like Tarkovsky's whole thing, you know.
Tarkovsky's very pretentious.
Yeah, but it works. It fucking works.
Oh no,
you
it's
know?
really cool. Like you'll see Stalker and like you'll think about it for
Oh, but
Wow, right.
like
Days.
there's like this one like document. What's it called? The documentary about him.
Voyage in Time.
Voyage of Time, where like it's literally him like laying across this tree and the creek is in the background, and he's talking about like this is a direct quote where he's like people should learn to love solitude, because solitude doesn't mean you're alone.
Oh, yeah.
It means to learn to not be bored with yourself.
I think I've seen that. yeah.
This is a really popular one from it, but he's like this, like saying it.
So chill.
So like
That's from Voyage in Time?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. That's
So
great.
he's just that type of dude. And I don't know anything about Gurman, but he.
I don't know. Yeah, I looked at him because as soon as I learned that he died, I was like, okay, that's why the poster sucks. Because somebody else chose the poster.
Yeah, he didn't choose
Dude,
the
that poster looks so
The
fucking
one
bad.
on IMDb is fucking terrible. It's in color too,
Yeah, I don't
which
know.
is
what the
that's
fuck.
really
Oh yeah,
stupid.
like the yellowish
the,
one.
the one
Yeah.
I chose to put on the backcountry is like the best one I could find. One of the more interesting looking
Yeah.
ones. But like all the other posters suck ass. And I looked at some of the posters for the other movies. They looked okay. They looked a little bit better. They look better. You know.
His movie
movie
from
posters.
1998 called like something Schlotsky My Car. That looks like it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I want to check out some
His
more
other
of his
movies.
movies.
These other movies look interesting.
He only made like
yeah.
6 movies. He made a movie with Tarkovsky's guy.
Yeah, the
Solitsyn.
screenwriter, yeah.
Yeah, you need to see some Tarkovsky, Norman.
Yeah, I know. I'm really.
It's interesting.
I really want to see Stalker. I've been wanting to see that for a while.
I really
should
like
have. I
the
should have
movie.
recommended that instead of Hardware.
We'll get
double-
that.
to double for
Yeah,
this,
we'll get to that.
No, you're good. There's a lot to talk about with Stalker too. It's like
I believe it. Yeah.
first time I watched Stalker too, I was just kind of like, I didn't really know if I liked it at first, and I'm pretty sure I do now because like I just think about shit from the movie every now and then. It's like wow, it's like it's a really
I know.
beautiful movie.
And that's the part that I love about him, is that like it doesn't seem like it, but he just makes stuff that sticks with you.
It's really weird too because it's super simple. Like this
Oh,
movie
good,
is
good,
like
good,
super
good.
fucking complex.
Yeah, yeah.
Like there's so many like
I like,
it's almost
I
like a
simple.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
for the most part you could follow like a Tarkovsky film.
Yeah.
This one
Yeah,
This movie though isn't
we gotta finish the plot still. Man.
Yeah.
this movie's just about immersion. That's the way I
Yeah,
see
yeah.
it. It's
Yeah.
about
Like,
immersion.
I was thinking about that watching. Like I wonder what it'd be like to see this in the theater. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about immersion and like that whole the theme is there and you just like look at you're immersed in the movie and then you're thinking about the theme. It's like, okay, that makes sense why these people act like apes because they are apes. And I don't think it like says I don't know. Comparing it to Tarkovsky, it doesn't have as profound of a message. But in general, I still think it's like a good message. Good
What
theme.
do you? I guess I'm just trying to figure out the ending though, where when he's bald and shit. Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
there?
so I don't know. To me, it's like he decided not to go back to Earth or something.
I don't think they
yeah.
can go back to Earth.
Yeah, I don't know if he
so.
can. They almost made it seem like he could go back to Earth, and then I guess if he had the capabilities to, then that scene is like showing you that he chose to stay because he's like becoming one of them and he enjoys being.
Oh,
a
yeah,
god.
I guess that's what it is. Now
Yeah.
he's gone from being a god to one of them. He's
Yeah.
just like a.
Is he still God at the end? I mean, they don't really.
I think
I mean, he just looks more.
he'll
just
probably be a
beaten down.
god
Yeah, he
until
probably
he's
still is,
dead,
yeah.
though.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's also a line too where he says like, some people didn't think he was.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, he's still like a man.
he's always
obviously.
gonna have like those haters. I wrote down
That should
some
be on the poster on the bottom. He's always gonna have.
Yeah.
It's hard to be a god.
Elijah. I did write down some lines I liked.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just a few.
Let's
Not.
see.
The bees are killing their queen. Do you remember?
Oh,
when
yeah,
that-
I do
yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's like that's really like, it's a good theme. That's almost like a thesis where it's like they're the bees and they're just like fucking themselves over.
Yeah.
From, like having
yeah,
better.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Wind has changed. Not it smells like rot.
I remember some lines about the wind.
Master, you're kind because you're a god.
Oh yeah.
You're like this one. Fear of death is heresy.
That's pretty good.
I
yeah.
feel like
Yeah,
Norby's
that's
basically
like-
said that. Like,
Really?
yeah. Yeah, I wrote down some notes. These are like from the first hour, just things and then the last thing I had was donkey penis.
Donkey penis.
I need to start doing that though, just in general.
Yeah, I used to do it a little bit more often, but like I usually don't like to do it on the first watch. You know.
I did it. I didn't want to do it on the first watch. I watched it on Friday night, and I tried to watch more of it today, and I only got through like an hour. But just like a guideline where it's like if I got lost, I could like look through all of it, and like after like the 40-minute mark, it's like I'm not gonna get through this today.
Yeah.
Where were we at in the plot?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
I'm
Let's just go to so he there's the scene underneath the house, the fish like
fish,
milk.
yeah.
And he's being.
Oh man, that part was so fucking funny.
Oh yeah.
Fish like milk.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, fish like milk.
why is he saying that?
Fish like milk.
I don't fish like milk.
Yeah, I don't fish like milk. Yeah, dude. Fish
All right,
like
well, let's see,
milk.
because like there is some sort of symbolism with fish keep on recurring throughout this fucking
Yes, they
movie.
do.
Yeah.
And then like milk, I feel like it has something maybe to do with like even going back to like the bees are killing their queen. You know, milk is this thing that is given by the mother or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't know, but
It's
fish, I can't.
Yeah, milk is like what? It's like comfort.
And I
Right.
guess maybe the idea too that like fish are just like these id beings that can't think, and they're always in these groups and just basically the same thing. They're just shitting and
Yeah,
fucking
I can
all
see
over
that.
the
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
And then, but just as like their lifespans are so short and just so inconsequential, but just as fast as they're put into this world, they just die however many
That's
ways
good, yeah.
from being eaten, fished, or just like fucking even just pollution, just how much shit is in the water, you know?
They have no way of improving their life either.
Yeah, basically these humanoid creatures are like fish, maybe. I don't know.
No, that's a good analogy. It works. That analogy works. 100%.
And then doesn't he like dunk his head in water, or does
No,
he dunk
in
it in
the
milk?
fi-
in
no, he
the,
dunks
in
in the
fish in the fish pile, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's almost like saying like you are fish.
Yeah, there's not really. The only other animals in this are what, like
There's a
birds
dead
and dogs.
pig.
Birds and dogs.
Yeah.
And a
Oh
pig.
yeah,
dead
yeah.
pig.
There's birds all over the place.
There's that
yeah.
part. He grabs that little dog and then sniffs its crotch.
Oh yeah. And yeah, then he just fucking tosses it.
I like how all the dogs look so fucked up.
Oh yeah.
The dogs
There's the one dog that he tosses. That one actually looks like.
That one was
Nice.
cute.
Yeah,
I was like,
it's-
whoa, that's
it's
like a future.
adorable.
That's a future dog.
Yeah,
That's a
that's a
future dog.
21st century dog.
Yeah,
right
I
there.
was like, how the fuck did they get a future dog? Like that's not
Maybe
a
that
dog.
was from
future
Earth.
dog.
Maybe they brought it.
Yeah,
Who
they must have
knows?
brought it. It's like that's not a dog you should be unlocking until like I don't know, level like 1980.
What's the scientist's purpose for coming over there if they can't change anything?
Maybe they didn't know they couldn't change it.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking. They just didn't know what it was like. And
But
Or
then-
maybe they were looking like maybe Elon Musk sent them, you know,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
look and they thought there was a potential inhabitable planet if they could like get.
yeah,
these
it's
people
like
to
it's
get
like
their
it's like
actions
an interstellar thing where they send him to like that one.
Yeah.
Where they're like, oh, you
The-
gotta start building up this planet. And so like when we come there, it'll be ready for us.
I feel though like they're not allowed to change it.
Well, see,
But-
then that's where I'm confused. Like, what? Then what
Yeah, that's a
what
little
really
bit-
is
that's
the
a little
point
bit confusing.
of them
Yeah,
going? Like,
that's I'm
I
a little
guess
confused there too.
purely scientific and observing a foreign species, like an alien species.
But he's not. But he's like killing them and shit.
Yeah,
He's
so like,
Yeah.
maybe he's a rogue scientist.
I read
That's what I
something
feel
too where
like.
it's like he's not supposed to kill.
Yeah,
Oh,
then he's
really?
like a rogue scientist.
So
He's
it's
giving
like-
in.
well, like, yeah, even though
know.
like technically he's not supposed to like interfere with anything, the fact that he is a known god. This just means that he's like inherently gonna just fuck with people all day long because people can't stop staring
Elon
at
Musk
this dude.
is gonna arrive. He's like, all right, where's our scientist? Like, oh man, that guy existed a few hundred years ago. That dude was our god. He's like, he wasn't supposed to do that. He's like, nah, dude. He was like fucking everybody. He was like killing people. He didn't give a fuck.
They have like statues of
Yeah, they have
him.
statues of him. It's like, wow, this was not. He did not listen to what we said at all.
That is, I think that's actually an interesting point though about science, where it's like, okay, say it was like they don't know where they're gonna go, right? And when they go there, they can't alter what they're doing. Say they are able to like send a report back or something, which I don't think they were.
No.
But it's like that's an interesting thing about science, where it's like you can just become a medium for like overall human growth at the own expense of your like individuality, which is kind of sad.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So it's like, say I go to Arkanar and I can like send you guys a text of how it's going.
Okay. What you're going to Arkanar for the same reason that he's gone?
Yeah, or
To like observe and
to observe. Like
observe. Okay.
I'm just gonna go there to observe and still live in their shit, and you guys are gonna learn about Arkanar at my expense.
Well,
Okay.
like it's like those people that basically dedicate their lives to like studying Antarctica.
Yeah.
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 It's just like you do it for like the, I hate saying this, but like the greater good of like mankind bullshit.
Yeah.
But it's like you do that for like everyone else.
Just the acquirement of knowledge.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
kinda
it's
sad.
It's interesting because like it takes a certain type of person to even go on a quest like that, you know.
Yeah.
And you think of that sort of archetype as our god character. You know, what is that really saying about God in general? You know, and his desire to create. You know, if you're thinking of God like that, us in His own image. You know, there's this thing of wanting to be outside and alone and different, but still wanting to be surrounded by others. I don't know what it is,
It's
you know. If that makes sense, I don't
Solitude.
know what I'm trying to say.
No, I kind of get what you're trying to say. How
But-
would you
Because like I don't know.
Say it again.
from the beginning?
I feel like I can. Let's go back to the plot and get it again.
Okay, so where are we at?
Okay, so the dunking
Fish, the
scene.
milk like fish,
Is it after that where he
There's-
goes and the girl wants to get him pregnant?
After
her-
that,
she-
after
I-
that, I remember because after
her
that scene, there's a fade to black, and it cuts back with a donkey dick, and then the donkey moves, and then we see that one dude like taking a shit, and like behind like a curtain or whatever.
Yeah, and
remember
then
that?
the girl goes
And the girl,
in there.
yeah, and the girl goes in there, and then it's kind of like we follow like a kid a little bit. You know, he's like kind of looking at he has like the sword of one. He has a sword or some shit. I remember that scene pretty well, but I forget what happens after that. Where does that lead to?
Well,
This is only
this
like
might be
is like
jumping forward a little bit more
This
because
is a break in it too.
this is like the 50-minute mark.
Yeah, this is.
because like there's this stuff that happens like with him and his best friend. Like first they're having fun and then the best friend kind of just disappears, the giant guy, and then the next time we see him he's just been locked up.
Yeah. He's I don't know. I guess there was like some sort of I don't know. They got tired of Armada, or they got tired of his shit, and they're just like they captured everybody.
And then it's jumping, but I'm gonna finish his arc because that's the only way I can really process
Okay.
it. But then he finally escapes, but then he dies, right? And then we find him later with all the arrows in his back.
Yeah.
Okay. And then,
That's his arc.
and then fucking. Now I'm just trying to figure out.
Isn't there that Dr. Budok?
That sounds familiar,
He's supposed
but I
to
don't
be.
remember
I read
anything
on
about him.
Wikipedia. It says he's supposed to be like an intellectual, right?
Oh yeah. And
but then he turns out to be like a fart. Like
Oh yeah, and
right?
people always farting everywhere too. Like they slap their ass farting.
that
and
was
shit.
pretty
Yeah,
funny.
there's a lot of
They
like,
just turn around and they like clap their ass cheeks.
yeah. There's a lot of that in this movie.
Oh man. And then I don't really. I'm just gonna jump to this because this just seems like the next like major thing that happens. Like whenever he's in that area where he's surrounded by the soldiers and he just has his like old boy moment where he's fucking fighting all of them. You know.
Oh,
yeah, that was
yeah.
pretty cool.
Dude, I like the part where they kill the girl, the lover, the girl.
Oh, they
Remember the part?
kill her.
Oh yeah, she got shot in the head.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Shots on
Oh
the head,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
straight
And then
up.
they turn it into the blood
Yeah,
gushing
blood-
out.
Yeah, the blood
Yeah,
gushing
that
was, like,
sounds-
pretty good.
Sounds familiar.
And that reminds me too when he fucking slices one of the guys, and it's like literally like an Evil Dead moment where it's just like
Oh,
hosing
yeah,
on his
yeah,
face.
That was cool. That was really cool. I
Yeah, because
that.
like that part was pretty impressive because that's where the long take works. Where like that's one thing too about these long takes is like sometimes it'll be like 2 minutes into it and then someone fucking barf, where like
Yeah,
you're just
yeah.
been holding it.
That would be fucking.
I do have to say, I guess one gripe too, like some takes work better than me for others. Where some of
I
them
agree.
felt were
Yeah,
like
that's fair.
I agree.
it just maybe they just didn't have time to do another take because it's
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
a lot of shit.
They had 6 years.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
But okay, so like they're fighting and all that shit, and then what happens after that,
The fight.
or even before that, if you guys remember?
I know after like the blood spurt thing, isn't that when they like find him in like the ditch kind of?
Oh, and
Like,
then
all the
they all
people are
they
hung.
carry him out, or
Yeah,
Did you talk about the scene where they capture him?
they capture him.
Yeah. They capture him. That's like at the midpoint.
A lot of the
That was
long
the
takes
midpoint.
too. It's like you can describe them in like a sentence. They are drawn out.
Mhm.
For me, that's not like a complaint or anything, but it's like they are like drawing out like
it's like that
simple
thing
things.
where like you write maybe an 80-page script knowing that it's gonna be like 2.5 hours because like some of it is just
Yeah,
action.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know that feeling. I thought it was funny how they capture him, but it's like it doesn't even matter. He just kind of breaks out or like, talks his way out. I don't know.
It's like he kind of just gets out so easily.
No,
too.
I don't
That's
remember
what
how-
that's what I was
I
saying
don't remember how he
before.
got out either. How did he get out?
That's what I'm saying. Like some of it just feels not implausible. Where like it's just like sure he's a god, but like sometimes it's just like things kind of just like
The
they
way
let him
the,
do
the way
shit.
I view it is like these people are so like self-destructive and like lazy.
That's
They
what I
just
was gonna
don't
say.
care. Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
they
like-
just don't care. They're like he got out. Oh fuck! I'm on. I'm on. Put him back in.
They're,
Fuck that.
like they're probably on to the next whatever thing they're shitting or whatever
Yeah.
they're doing by the time like they've captured him. That was all right. That's done to the next thing.
This movie kind of reminds me of Idiocracy when you put it that way.
I guess yeah.
Is that a good
Idiocracy.
movie?
You haven't seen it? Yeah.
No.
Idiocracy is like a good.
Is that
smart?
Kevin-
It's like smart satire. It's
Oh,
pretty-
okay.
Maybe well, it's
Yeah.
not. I mean, I don't know. You might not think it's smart.
Have you seen Office Space?
No, is it from the guy who did Office?
Yeah, Mike
Space?
Judge.
Okay.
Good satire on like America and corporations and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it feels it felt pretty resonant in like the past few years in terms of like I don't know.
It's
just,
been
like,
getting
what's
it's been
going
getting
on.
more and more like Idiocracy. It's
Oh,
crazy.
really?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
That does remind me, going back to the movie, but related to that, it's just like sociopolitically, even if you think of it too, like I keep going back to that thing where like the bees are eating the queen and all this shit, like eat the rich and whatever shit, and there's just innate desire to just like what you were saying before, just like take down power, or whatever
right.
shit, and it's in this case, intellectuals or whatever, just like the power of the mind.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
But
It's like a revolution against like intelligence.
yeah.
It's interesting. It's so like because it's like counterintuitive to what life wants. Like life wants to increase the quality of life. Usually like, that's what human beings want.
Yeah.
Like life generally wants to make things more comfortable and easier, like burn less calories. But it's weird how I don't know. It's weird how the book or the story like they just really spun it on its head, and it's like I wonder if it's possible for that to even like happen in like another planet. Like for that to happen, you'd have to be living on like such a weird fucking planet.
Well, it's
For,
just
to like trick your like instincts into like wanting to regress. It's so interesting.
We're really like developed to like increase our knowledge.
Yeah.
Like that's what like
Or like
that's like what the
just-
social climate is.
or part of like I think like human nature is like this like endless curiosity for whatever.
Right, yeah.
maybe.
It's like the whole Elon Musk thing. Like
Yeah.
like society says, okay, it's good to be like Elon Musk. It's good to like innovate and develop. And this is like
Anti Elon Musk.
yeah, it's like like I said, I think the movie advocates for like development. Or like that's what I see it as kind of. But it shows what a society without that is. And
Yeah,
it's
I almost
just
feel like
shit.
they can't help it. Like there's constantly fog and rain and
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
they have no choice in living the way they do because they can't see the stars. I think that's part of like humans' curiosity is like the stars and seeing beyond. Like, that's like seeing heaven,
Or yeah, just even beyond this swamp.
Beyond the swamp. Yeah, they can't do that. They they literally live in like a fucking. Like a Minecraft world with like the render way down. It's like they literally like don't know what the fuck is going on.
if you look at it like as an Old Testament kind of thing, it's kind of like what life would be like if God didn't help you.
Yeah, I guess like if the Jews never escaped slavery in Egypt.
Yeah, or like the burning bush type of stuff.
Yeah.
Like God, like in the Old Testament,
if there were no miracles.
Yeah, God's always like intervening and helping things, and it's like if God was just like
fuck that.
yeah. Let's see what's going on in Jupiter.
Oh, gas planet. That was way better.
So then maybe like in a way it could kind of be like
They still had had trucks and shit.
yeah, life without God is like man is nothing on his own.
I guess
Maybe the Strugaskis were Christians. Andrei Tarkovsky was a Christian.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, his I guess his movies are very spiritual. And,
Yeah. Or that's just what.
Well, it's strange that like he would tie himself so dogmatic to like Christianity. Like I feel like he is spiritual, but like I guess it's interesting that.
I read it on his Wikipedia, whether or not it's true. They say like Andrei Rublev was like a reflection of his like religious
relationship with like
Yeah.
Christianity.
And I mean that's actually kind of cool
Yeah.
if you think about it. Andrei Rublev does some interesting things with that.
Okay, and so after that soldier scene,
We're not gonna get there. It's not possible.
All right, where are we at right now? And like,
I feel
on
like the
on
last
on
hour,
timeline,
the
on
last
last hour. Next thing, so you talk about the giant dying. Next thing I remember after that is like there's like he kind of wanders around a little bit. Then the wife or the lover dies, and then he puts on the helmet.
oh yeah,
That part
helmet.
I fucking love that.
The
part.
Predator
yeah,
thing.
Oh dude, that part was like hyping me the fuck up.
Yeah, because that's the thing that he stabs the guy with first,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
he puts it on.
Dude, fucking man, when he puts on the helmet and he gets the swords, I was like, oh, dude,
What?
I was just thinking like, yes, yes.
Why is he
I wanted more. I wanted more from that.
Why
I
does he
wanted so
start
much.
doing that?
That's what I'm saying.
He's I don't know. He's just getting ready for war, dude. I don't know.
I feel like
was
that's
sick
what
as
I'm
fuck.
saying. Like by the end of the movie, when he gets to the thing, he's basically like his god status has just been basically massively reduced if it's still even there. And I guess that the movie almost feels like one of those I don't know the negative arcs where he kind of like starts as a god, but then he just starts doing more things. I'm gonna kill.
Becomes
because
a
I feel
man.
like it.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost like the negative version of Wings of Desire, you know?
Oh, we need to see Wings of Desire.
Oh, you guys
I
Where's
haven't seen
Wenders?
it. Oh, is it
Wim
Wenders? No, I haven't seen it.
Wenders.
Vim Wenders.
Wings of Desire is pretty good, yeah.
No, but I like that scene a lot. I like him putting on the helmet. It's like he's really just
The helmet was fucking cool.
Oh, yeah, the helmet was so. I like how it felt like a really like Superman putting on the cape or the costume for the first time type scene.
Yeah.
That's how I felt when I was watching it. It was like, oh man, dude, this dude's about to. I don't even know. I really liked the whole build up to it. He's just crawling. He's like this animal just crawling with fucking swords and shit. He's wearing like a fucking bull mask, He's like just this vile, disgust. I mean, he's not even wearing pants. He's wearing underwear.
Oh, yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like disgusting, like thing with weapons, and horns on his head. I don't know. It's so interesting. It's like I don't even know how to describe it. It's like he's Satan, It's so weird. And then he goes down. And like I thought he was just gonna start fucking people up, straight up.
me too.
I kind of wish he did. I wish they had that.
It's kind of restrained.
See, like I thought it was
I
gonna be
wish
like
it-
some Mandy type shit.
Yeah,
where, like,
yeah.
he's gonna go on a
I wanted
rampage.
I wanted more of that. I wanted more of that climax. They really wanted to not give it to you, but they gave it to you. And he stabs the guy with the helmet. That was
Yeah.
cool. That was cool. I'll give him that. But I wanted to see him just start just like doing some fucked up shit, like really just go for like he really has a lot of control over these people.
I feel like after that he just goes for a walk outside in the shit.
Yeah, and
and
he's
the
like,
kids are
man, that was
there,
hard.
And then it's the part where he takes a bath or whatever, and that's what he finally says. It's hard to be a god,
Well,
that's the part where you should look at the camera. That's the part we need in the
He's
camera.
talking to a scientist when he
Yeah,
says
yeah,
that.
yeah. And that, the one that
So-
puts. I don't know. It's made me feel. I just felt some type of way when they put that nice ass fur coat on his like shit body.
Yeah,
like,
that's pretty cool.
man. But and then after that, I feel like it might cut to black.
Falling
definitive, like,
action type
and
of-
then,
Yeah.
then that's when it's the final.
It's like just the closing.
They're like
type
walking through the
stuff, yeah.
swamps. Oh, he's playing the flute
The
again.
flute,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
sax
or whatever
flute,
it is. Yeah.
I like that. I like this. I like how it sounds like actual jazz. It's not like medieval music. It, like legit sounds like music.
Yeah,
it sounded
He's
like,
playing something from Earth.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's what I liked about it. It sounded modern. It didn't sound
Yeah.
like medieval music.
I guess I didn't want to bring that up too. Is like even more than like the camera language that was visually jarring to me. The sound, it took me a while to get used to.
Really?
Because
Why?
well, just the fact that it was all just like no production sound. It was all just ADR or just like post stuff.
You can tell when it's ADR.
Like I could tell like very clearly, and I don't know if it's like a Russian thing, right? Because I know Tarkovsky's films do it too, and like luckily the film was 3 hours because it took me like an hour to like not notice it anymore, and maybe just that's also because like I'm in the sound class now, so I'm paying attention.
How
more.
can you notice ADR? Like, what's a trick to? I'm sure it's like listening to it more, but
don't listen to what people are saying, but just look in the background to see if shit's moving around or whatever like that. And usually, like, you can only hear like the voices and maybe what they're holding, and like if there's like the rain or like the people walking or like there's something moving in the background, you don't really hear that shit,
Can you tell by like the lip movement?
A little bit sometimes, but like
if it's good ADR, it's kind of hard.
I feel like this one was fine. Like they had like the 8 years of post to really work on that.
Because it like they finished filming in 2006, and then I read it's like they just took 7 years on the sound.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I believe
that's
it.
insane.
And that's probably why. And part of it, it's not even so much a problem is I just noticed it because some of it, like I could tell it was also like a stylistic choice where sometimes things would go in and out, like you could hear it and then not hear it. So obviously they were doing it on purpose at certain points, but I just cannot stop, like, especially in like the first, like I was saying, like the first hour, like I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to a certain way of things, but
so just like kind of like just watch it too and see if you're hearing what you're seeing.
Yeah. Well, like they do the same thing in the Leopard, but that one is
that's like Italian though.
Yeah.
So,
but so I mean it's just it's a choice, but I
it's
also
a choice.
Yeah.
I didn't think anything too much of the sound. I think the only sound I really liked, besides like the flute thing, I like the gauntlets. I liked how it was very just like.
Yeah,
it's
just
very
like
just like
the
it's just
metal.
Oh, dude,
clashing,
I like the metal clashing
chain
stuff.
armor is just cool.
I like I don't know. I'm thinking about writing stuff with like a character as like a gauntlet, like this
okay.
metal gauntlet. But I like that stuff. It makes the hand look very like alien. It's like a human hand, but it's disguised in such a way. It just looks so.
That feels like a good bridge to hardware too.
I like the part when they break his nose. It has a good like
good
crack.
crunch.
Yeah,
to it.
Good crunch.
yeah.
Celery
Yeah,
crunch.
very crunchy.
Everyone, I don't know. It's just something about sound. Everyone knows that celery crunch thing.
Yeah.
And then I remember showing someone something that I was working on or whatever, and then it wasn't even a celery crunch. But you break some celery for this part? I don't know. Sorry.
What would you use instead of celery to get that?
I'd probably use celery, but I'm just saying. Like, I don't want people to know.
You could do, I don't know. You could snap like a real bone.
Yeah, real bone.
That is one thing
Like
that's
chicken
kind of
bone,
sad.
bone twigs, yeah. Like a
Like,
really dry twig.
When you kind of understand more aspects of how something gets made, it takes away from like the
I guess,
Not
but
for- not for
at the
me.
same time, but like things like painting or even photography, like we kind of know the basics of it now, and it doesn't take away from a great piece of art.
Yeah. I mean, unless they did a bad job, then it bothers me. I was like, wow, these guys like, I don't know, these guys weren't on it. But it usually doesn't bother me.
That's fair.
Usually, like for this movie, it's like, wow, I can't believe I'm watching this. I can't believe this got made.
Isn't it cool though when you're like, how'd they do that?
Yeah.
Doesn't that like
Well,
add to
that's
it?
the magic of it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I know you guys talking about the last one, but like that's kind of my like film. There's,
Yeah.
there's this magic to the
yeah.
analog
Anthony
thing,
commented on one of the screen talk. He's like, "Yo, Elijah's eyes are hella red, dude. Get him
Bro,
some eye drops."
no, because like the whole time,
What'd I do?
the whole like literally, I watched the whole fucking thing for like 3 hours. Like
Wow.
every 5 minutes, you're like,
Was this the Hunter S. Thompson one?
Which one was it?
I don't even remember.
I think it was before that one.
I'll look real quick.
I
I don't know. One of the episodes I was kind of high.
It was that one probably.
Yeah.
but yeah, man, you just needed some
Let me
eye drops
see.
or something, bro.
Okay.
That was funny. It was really funny.
I'm gonna look it up.
Eye drops.
Hard to be a god.
Hard to be a god.
Let me think.
Normally, I don't like long titles, but like I don't know that one. It really stuck with me. It really
Long
popped
titles
out to me.
usually just suck dick.
Yeah.
That's
Unless they're like really.
What are some other? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, that one's okay. That one
I
could be-
actually
that
don't
would-
care for that
That
title.
one could be better, like flat out. Like I feel like that's so lazy.
Well, it's just a reference to
It's just-
Sergio Leone.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know. What's like
what
another
other
long
ones?
title?
Oh, the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Pickford. You know,
Robert.
Robert
Ford.
Robert Ford.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert Ford. What else is there?
I feel like if a title has interesting words in it, then it's fun.
Yeah, like Hard to Be a God is really like that's an interesting sentence.
There's a movie called It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. Have you ever seen that?
No.
It's fun.
What else is there? Fucking...
Or like there's always the titles that are like of the character,
see.
right? Like Donnie Darko, it's like the character Shrek.
Oh, yeah.
I feel those are lazy.
Shrek.
Those are pretty lazy, yeah.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is good.
Joker.
Joker, yeah, fucking
Symbio
Joker.
Psychotaxoplasm.
Yeah, I was about to say
that's
that
a cool
one. Yeah,
name.
that one's such a catch.
Sallow or the 120 Days of Sodom. That's a good name. 100. Either name is pretty good for that. I'm thinking of ending things. That's the name of the book, though. Through a Glass Darkly. I don't like that name.
I mean, it's okay. It's all right.
The House that Jack built. I'm trying to see. Blue is the warmest color. We need to talk about Kevin.
I don't like titles like that. That sounds so. I mean, I'm sure it's I
For
haven't
the
seen
movie, for the movie, it works.
Yeah, it
Okay,
works.
yeah, I need to see the movie, but like, usually if a movie has a title like that, like, wow, that sounds very modern in a way that I don't like.
Oh yeah, it feels too like dated. It feels
Yeah.
dated
Yeah.
automatically.
Yeah,
Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? Yeah.
yeah, I don't like stuff like that.
That was the first movie we watched in
110.
film 110. Sex, Lies, and Videotapes.
But
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh, yeah, it's a long one.
That's a cool title, though.
Yeah, that one's not too bad. That one's very like.
That one feels so
artsy.
unique.
Yeah,
Like it just.
yeah. Eternal Sunshine as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else to say about?
That's what I was gonna say. There's final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
I really liked it though.
Yeah, I liked
It
it.
was
Yeah,
really
I would
fucking good.
almost put this
I
in
think
like
we
my
had a
top
great
20.
conversation.
Yeah.
I'd put this in my top
I'd
20
say this
for
is
sure.
like top 10 movies of like the last
Of the 2010s.
maybe 2000s.
Yeah. I
There's
can see
still
that.
a lot
No,
of
I can see that
movies-
because this movie's like a mirror. This is like, I mean, I
Yeah.
don't see this as like a movie. I almost see this as like a human film experiment.
It's like an achievement.
Yeah, it's like-
you,
Yeah,
you said it
it's
was achievement.
Just the amount of commitment, what the actors had to do to create this like community. I mean, I don't know what the behind the scenes was like, but I feel like it was like that. That's how it felt.
It had to be.
Like they're really just pushing each other in a way that's like you could become crazy if you're not the right person for this, you know.
You have to be very determined.
Yeah, you have to be like the right type of person to work
Because
with
like when
someone
the
like this.
motivation goes away for like putting shit on your face,
Yeah.
that's when like the discipline comes in. I if I didn't put in like a top list of films from the 21st century, I'd definitely like mention it.
Yeah.
Yeah, honorable mention. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
getting into Watch Mojo territory now though. Really great though.
That's what I was gonna say. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite movies, but I really respect it, and I really, like I said, it's an achievement. It's something to aspire to, for like
Oh yeah, definitely.
most definitely. But like,
I didn't have a connection to it enough for it to be like a favorite film,
yeah, like I like.
but I really respect it.
If it wasn't for the gauntlets, I wouldn't like it so much.
Just make a movie with like gauntlets.
That'd be sick, dude. I fucking love gauntlets.
But I'd give it like an 8.5 out of 10. I'd give it like an A.
I would give it like a 90. If a student brought this to me, I'd be like, "This is
Damn.
incredible, dude. This is really
So
spectacular."
they worked 13 years on it, and you give them a fucking 90.
I was almost thinking about giving it. I mean, I was almost like after I first finished it, I was like, "Wow, this is almost like a 10 out of 10." But then I started thinking about
Yeah.
like more of the flaws. It's like, okay, well, it's not quite there.
Well, I don't know. Like, I feel like with most masterpieces, I don't think that masterpieces are actually perfect, and that's part of the reason
Yeah,
why
exactly.
they're
They're
so
not.
great. Is because not that like sloppy feels like too negative a word, but like they're just like the strokes are so broad and so big and so elegant that like obviously it's not gonna have like the craftsmanship of something that's like smaller in scale.
Yeah,
It
like,
shouldn't be made to be perfect.
No,
either.
no.
Yeah.
I
So,
agree. Like what did I give? What did I give Eyes Wide Shut? Like that's the closest thing I've seen.
You
to
gave it
perfect
like
in a while.
9.5.
Like 9.5.
Or
yeah.
a 9.3 or something.
Yeah. Like,
I'd
that's
give
one of my
this.
favorites.
I'd give this like an A. I really think it's a great movie.
Anthony.
Oh yeah,
Do
I'd
you
give
have
it
a
9.
scale?
9.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's
Scales are kind of dumb, but it's like,
yeah, it's like they can't get. I mean, they can't achieve perfect.
there is a
but it's
way
like,
you have to like measure it, I guess.
Usually,
But-
I don't know. When I think about movies, I don't grade them, but it's good to do it in
Yeah.
practice. But usually, like my thing is like, I'll either talk about it or I won't. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or sometimes if I do viscerally hate something, I will talk about it. But like, That's very very.
I'd like to do a commentary track on
Oh,
this.
dude, man, I'd love to. Yeah.
They'll be more like in depth because then it's like you're seeing shit and you're like, okay, that makes sense.
Dude, I'm gonna point out to you all the gauntlets. that first thing with the gauntlet, can't doing that shit really, that stopped me in my tracks.
Make an edit of the film that only has gauntlets in it.
I'd hella do that. I would take that. I would try to find a way to like key that one thing. Oh, dude, it was so fucking cool. I don't know how to describe. I don't know why. It really just gave me a boner.
Speaking of gauntlets.
Oh, you wanna go to hardware?
No,
Alright.
I'm just kidding. You could.
But yeah, I'd give this. Yeah, I'd give this like a 9. Somewhere between a 9 and 9.
Glad we watched it.
I would
That was
definitely
cool.
my top 20 for
Damn.
sure. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I would just the. I don't even know the amount of like
Effort.
like
Yeah.
just the amount of humanity put into it. I don't even know how to describe it. It's really interesting that people could make something. For me, it felt like so alien, but it's it was here.
They went all in for
Yeah,
it.
you have to really go all in. You have to really find the people for that. That's really like this movie should not have been made.
It's like an unfilmable movie.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
fact that they
yeah.
pulled it off the way that they did is a miracle.
That was crazy.
Okay, yeah.
How would you define this movie in one word? I'll be that teacher.
I'm not. I mean,
it's like kind of
it's
like,
so hard, dude. I'd be like, cool. Yeah, cool.
I feel like.
not one word.
Fire.
100 emoji.
100 emoji. Yeah, the okay.
Yeah. What's that one emoji that people like, the sick one where their eyes are like?
Yeah, I want to hear that part. I'm just kidding. I guess just like I want like to me the first thing that comes to mind is just like nasty or like dirty or gross, like
Yeah,
something that's
nasty,
just
yeah.
like
I can see
Grimy.
that.
yeah, grimy.
I don't know. Oh, you're so cool.
Dude, we made this game called God. You basically just try to catch the flame.
Do you catch it?
Yeah,
Have you
can
ever
catch it,
won?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've won it plenty of times. I mean, you can play it by yourself. It's more fun to play with people.
Oh.
So
Alright.
we'll go to hardware.
So
Okay, so hardware. I talked about it a little bit last time. I saw it in a cyberpunk video talking about B movies, cyberpunk B movies. And so hardware, watching it is pretty much exactly how I thought it was gonna be.
yeah.
But a little bit more retarded.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, it has its moments of like visual flair, but I thought it was just pretty lame.
Yeah, it was really
Yeah.
like there's some stuff in there that was like, wow, that's really cool. But then there's like, what the fuck are they doing? What the fuck? I feel like this is gonna be a much shorter discussion. Because all right, so it starts out with a guy in the desert, right? And
Like if like the beginning, the opening, it felt like just like the cinematic equivalent of like the Imagine Dragons song. What is it? The Radioactive song, like because that's what it looked like.
how'd you feel about it?
The
just
opening,
straight
the
up?
desert?
No, just straight out. How'd you?
Oh,
feel
the whole
about it?
movie?
Yeah. What's your impression?
There's some stuff in there that was really interesting, but it's like it was not enough to. This is more a movie. I'm glad I saw some of the stuff in there so I can steal it.
Yeah.
But like they really fucked up.
Yeah.
I can tell this dude went and made Killer Out of Space. I can tell.
It was very boring. There wasn't much.
Yeah, there's
no
not
flair
a
to it.
lot going. There's only like one or how many moments?
I like so like if you want to talk, I really like the beginning, like where they're in
like
the fucking like
desert, or-
Morocco, like
yeah.
that shit
Oh,
looks
yeah.
really cool and like
It's like the
they
red
put
filter. On.
yeah. It really reminded me too with like that guitar playing. It reminded me of a fucking Goosebumps episode.
Really?
This movie feels like a Goosebumps episode that isn't as entertaining.
Yeah, no,
Like-
it feels like a TV movie.
Because
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of gonna be along the lines of like, okay, he gets this android and then she makes it or something and starts wrecking havoc and killing a bunch of people, but it turns into like this contained home movie.
It's just so strange.
And I'm like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
dude, it's just such a weird
That's
fucking
like a
movie.
fucking Goosebumps movie, like How to Kill a Monster or something. Like
Yeah.
it's about like these kids that get stuck in the house with a monster.
Well, like it's
that's
like
what it reminded me of.
the problem is like it sets up like talking about world building, like like it sets up like the scope of like
yeah,
this
that
thing,
good world building.
and then it
Or-
like
or
closes
okay
in.
world
Like
building.
okay, it's okay to close in on the actual story, but like this is like probably the like let's just for like reference, like this is the appropriate amount of closing from here to here, and it goes like this. and you're like peeking in there, like, what the fuck?
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird how a movie could feel so big but so small.
Like, why do you put so much effort into like making it look like fucking Blade Runner, Cyberpunk, and all that shit? To just have all the action take place in this
They
fucking
probably
boring
wasted all the
ass-
money.
They wasted-
on
yeah, they
it.
wasted all the money,
wasted all
yeah.
the money on that
That's
shit.
what
They had Harvey Weinstein as a
It feels like
co-exec.
it feels like someone must have pulled the funding halfway through this shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
or was it they pulled the funding or they got funding for those scenes?
Oh, like they just seen no, because this feels
I
like
don't
something that was like, yeah, it just feels like something that's got like halfway through this.
I
got
don't.
fucked.
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
I really like the desert part.
The desert part was pretty
Desert
good.
part's fucking
there,
good.
There were some of the shots I didn't like, but then there was a few shots in the desert part where I was like, that visually that looks awesome.
It looks like
Yeah.
too like it's really like in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they show up into like this. In general too, I don't really like cyberpunk. I don't like the whole vibe with it. It's just like I guess it doesn't appeal to me. So when they get into the city and there's all these like wires and technology fucking run down, it looks like Blade Runner or something.
Yeah. They went.
It's
they went
not too appealing to
yeah,
me.
they went a little bit over the top with some of that stuff, in my opinion.
But
it felt like they were trying too hard.
I like when that hallway they walk through where
Which-
it's like it's a bit of a silhouette.
Oh, the
Yeah.
light. Yeah, that's a good.
That's
shot.
like the first
shot.
part after the
desert.
desert, right?
Yeah.
So they're walking to the midget to like sell some parts.
Dude, that midget was pretty interesting. I kind of liked him.
I feel
But I was gonna say like my favorite thing was when they first revealed Link. And just that shot, that's the only thing that like really got under my skin and like and it just his whole ad lib stuff
he
too.
was fucking the best character, dude.
That was my favorite part of the whole movie. All his shit.
There's this part where
Wait, Link is the which character is he?
he's the
again?
pervert.
Oh yeah, that's one of the aspects of the movie I did like.
His name was
Yeah, that
Lincoln.
was great.
Lincoln Weinberg
I thought he had like a super like he had like 4 names or whatever.
or Wine though.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
last name was Wine, Wein.
Probably, I don't remember.
No, but it is, and then like Harvey Weinstein. I don't know. But anyways, like there's that part where he comes into she opens the door and he's right there and he's just like, "Hi."
Yeah.
It's so awkward and funny, and his lines are fucking. Oh, they're so great.
Dude, they're so grotesque. Dude.
Yeah.
That was the most interesting. I almost wish the movie was just about that. I wish it was just about. I've never seen a
That
movie
would
about
be
like
so
perverts
funny.
like that. Have you ever seen a movie about that? Like just some like stalker type like that. I've never seen that.
I'm sure there's gotta be one out there.
1 hour photo, but then that one's a little bit different. You know,
Yeah,
the-
yeah,
the
yeah.
one-
What do you mean by like stalker guy?
I mean, this dude is watching her on a camera, right?
And how long has he been doing that? Like,
Yeah, how long has he been doing that? I mean, he's like disgusting. I mean, like his hair is receding.
Yeah.
He's got like the fattest devil chin I've ever seen.
Have you guys
He's
ever
wearing a Hawaiian
Have
shirt.
you guys ever watched 90 Day Fiance?
No.
Oh, Ed, Big Ed.
He looks like Ed.
Big Ed.
This guy's like 5 foot with like
you
a
should look him
double
up.
chin.
Just Big Ed.
Look
yeah.
up Big
Big
Ed.
head. What is it? 90 what?
90 Day Fiance.
Yeah, he's like literally 5 feet, and
He looks like the fucking penguin.
Oh man.
He's such a meme.
And
And
then
then
have
he's-
you seen like this photo? He used to be buff.
he
and
used
shit.
to be like good looking. And now he's like trying to
this motherfucker. Yeah, he does look like that guy.
he's trying to date like this like 25-year-old like
What in the fuck?
Yeah, he
dude?
goes. Well,
Filipino
basically,
girl.
yeah, he goes to the Philippines, you know.
What the fuck, dude?
But like the whole time he's there, like he buys her a razor to like shave her legs. And, like, oh, you ever tried toothpaste before?
Dude, where the fuck is his neck, dude? Dude.
and then like
Oh man.
he goes to the hotel and he brings a suitcase just of candy.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
remember that fucking.
That looks
He
disgusting.
has like SpongeBob slippers.
What the fuck happened?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, like,
Maybe he
and I mean, he has a daughter. Like, imagine that's your dad. Like, I don't know. I don't want to be mean. I feel mean now, but the show, like television, like programs like that, like I feel like they foster that at least within me. So I'm sorry.
that is very funny.
Yeah.
That's what he reminded me of too.
Speaking of that, also like not just like the introduction of Big Ed, but like just throughout the movie, just
Big Ed.
I mean, yeah, the framing of eyes. You know, I think
They did a good job there.
Yeah.
It's
There's a
great, like,
line
with the nomad guy. I just remember.
I think it's the midget where he's talking about that android.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I can have like up to 6 arms. And he's like, more legs than a fucking spider.
Oh yeah.
That's like a Norby line. I could totally see like. Yeah.
That's so funny, dude.
Yeah. More like he's like so serious about it too.
Yeah, I don't know. This movie was there were some good shots when it would cut to the midget, and he's like looking at the screen, and it's like you can see the sweat. It's like each individual like sweat is like lit
I like
up.
that. I like that.
It looks cool. It's
like a close up on his mouth.
Yeah. It looks really interesting. I never seen something like that before.
I mean, like, I like the design of the head of the robot. I don't like the rest. Like,
Yeah, the rest of it looks
when
like,
it
what the
showed
fuck?
the rest of the body, like,
It's
I
like-
was so disappointed.
Yeah, I was like,
it.
man, this is really I don't know. They really had a budget. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well, going back to that too, because I remember now, because I was just reading some trivia on that shit too. Well, like apparently, yeah, Harvey Weinstein was trying to fuck the main actress the whole time, and she kept on refusing.
Makes
Wow.
sense.
So I feel like they probably did get their funding. They pulled it then.
Yeah.
That's why he was only a
Yeah.
co-executive producer.
And that's probably like that they say that's why her career didn't go anywhere because she no one would hire her.
Figures.
Probably. Fuck that
or
guy.
maybe too because the movie's like ass.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I do like some of the like compositions every now and then. Like there's a lot of close-ups and shit. They do some cool things with color every now and then.
The use of red is pretty.
Yeah.
I like that one song they had in there.
Oh, the sex
This is
scene.
what you want. This is what you get. Yeah, the sex scene. Yeah. That song.
Oh,
I
yeah.
actually saved that song. I like that song a lot.
Oh my
That
goodness.
sex
There's-
scene was like so like
It
useless.
was so
too.
weird, dude.
Yeah,
That
like-
shit was so fucking weird.
And then he's watching
Oh,
them,
man.
and he's like, yeah, give her that cock, Big Daddy.
It's
type
like
of
it's like
shit.
there's two kinds of weird movies. There's movies that are weird because it's like it's saying something
Like
about
Blue
how weird-
Velvet.
like Blue Velvet.
Yeah.
It's
or
an
even,
inten-
or
it's
even like Harmony
intentional.
Korine, right? It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they're doing something with it. It's like it's actually they're creating something with
Then
it.
there's
This is weird because it's so fucking bad. Like they,
That reminds me of like in our editing class when Jason was talking about like people say like they like to edit with your gut, but I don't like to recommend it because I know what your gut fucking is. This feels like that where some people they have a good gut, other people
Oh, okay.
they gotta think about it before you know that.
I didn't. Yeah, I don't know. This is like they really just fucking
The movie obviously
Failed.
isn't going for like an auteur type of thing,
no. Oh hell no.
but for what it's going for, it doesn't really get it either.
no.
Like,
And I don't know because even just like those moments of visual flair, they don't fit with the rest of the movie.
No.
Like there's this one
No.
part where like she has a nightmare where she's waking up and the camera just spins, and like that feels right for like a Sam Raimi movie or something like that.
Mhm.
But in this one where it is supposed to be like this sort of like cyberpunk, steeped in
Yeah, they
like
didn't-
sweat and wires, it feels too goofy.
it feels like 85% Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah,
Like-
I got really annoyed when the robot first came after the girl, and then they kept on doing the dolly zoom and they cut back to her. But it was
Oh,
the
yeah.
same exact shot basically over and over. And I guess it has a little bit of charm
They-
now that I think about it. But at the same time, like the set was not big enough to do it.
They do a fucking contra zoom in there too. Remember that? Like the
Which
Jaws,
part?
the Jaws zoom.
Yeah. Which part?
I don't know, but it's like a reaction shot for her, and they do
That's what I'm
one.
saying. The dolly zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Whatever. Yeah, it's so out of
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what I'm, yeah. And I don't know. I was also reading that apparently when the Link kill scene was supposed to be like the big set piece that shows you that this robot is like the real deal.
Okay.
And then they didn't have no money for it because apparently before first like they're supposed to like fucking like stake him to the ground and then he was supposed to be sawed in half but like then from the robot was supposed to control his spine and then actually control him to lure the girl and then it ends with him just getting shot in the head. Yeah.
I do like when the dude gets killed by like the door, kind of.
That part was
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
funny, dude.
That-
That part was so.
It was
fucking
kind
funny.
of gross too. Like his body, his like guts are out and shit.
I like-
Those are the ones who had the people who were playing chess, right?
yeah. The
That
black
scene
dudes.
was so out of place.
Yeah, it was
too.
so fucking.
I was like,
dude, that was like some Final Destination shit. That was just like
He
she wants to go
shoots-
back. It's like he died because of her, basically, right? I mean, like she was like, "Oh, I'm going back in there for what's his name, Moses."
Yeah,
Moses.
Moses.
Moses?
He's reading the Bible.
Yeah.
and shit.
Dude, what the fuck was that, dude? All right.
I was reading. That was actually a choice. Like Dylan McDermott's like he brought this to the character. Like I think the character should be reading the Bible.
That was,
all
no,
the time.
they should not have kept that in the edit.
Did you
that
know
was
that
so out of place?
Originally, Bill Paxton was supposed to be Moses.
Oh,
and,
yeah?
and he was gonna do it, but then he signed on to do the fucking Navy SEAL movie from 1990, and so he couldn't do it. I'm like, dang, that would have been a way
See,
funner movie.
Movies like this are scary to me because it's like, what's the name of the director?
Richard Stanley.
Do you think he felt like he could make a good movie?
Like,
See, like imagine you're like, wow, I have this great idea, and you go and you make it, and it turns out like this. Like,
and that's the thing too.
then
like,
that means like filmmaking is like really fucking hard.
it just feels like
with this genre,
it's not all his fault, but like part of it is. But
Part of it is.
I think that's part of like the filmmaking process is learning how to roll with the punches and deal with it. And it just feels like the scope of whatever his vision was for this thing, it just did not match what he could actually pull off and logically do with the resources he had.
Dude, the taxi, the boat taxi, like what the fuck?
That part
that?
is I like that.
Yeah,
part.
the part was cool. It was really cool.
Lemmy Kilmister, the singer from Motorhead.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I need to rewatch.
And then he puts it on and he's like, "This band's good."
Yeah.
I liked the use. I like the music they had. I like
that was Motorhead. Ace of Spades. He's like, yeah, this band used to be pretty good.
And apparently, I think it was the Nomad character is the lead singer of another
Iggy Pop. It was Iggy Pop.
No, not Iggy Pop was the radio guy.
Yeah,
but the one who gets the spare parts or whatever is some guy. And he originally he was supposed to do music for the movie, but then they couldn't afford it, so he's just a cameo. And then they show his music video on the TV when the girl's going through the channels and shit. But oh my god! And then later on in the movie too, it's fucking. What was it? It's just it just goes to shit after when Mo comes back and then he's talking to the girl, and yo, don't give up on life and shit like that. And then she's fucking falls out gets ripped out.
Yeah, what
the
the fuck
window.
was that? That was so fucking weird.
But not even just that part. But then she swings through and she's just. I thought she died.
Dude, I thought she died too. I thought she died too.
I thought she died, and then what the fuck? I was I thought because basically I thought it was gonna be some alien thing where you thought it was gonna be about Dylan McDermott's character, but it's really about her. But then she died, and you're like, what the fuck's going on? But then no, he dies again. So I was oh my goodness,
that whole sequence was really just taxing. I'm not gonna lie.
The fucking electrical wire is just breaking too,
dude.
And swinging her in Tarzan.
Is that real? That if as long as you're not connected, I think that that you're not connected.
You're not grounded, yeah.
Then you can hold on to it.
Yeah, you can. And I thought that
it would still burn her hands, right?
It
wouldn't electrocute her, but it would just be hot as shit.
Could she have gone across it?
I don't know. I feel like
she would have had
that would be a
like,
stretch.
Dude, I remember watching that and during that situation, man, yeah, she's just fucked. There's nothing you could do.
And then she's
just hanging. It's you can't grab her. It's I don't know what the fuck. You're just gonna have to fucking hang.
The
there.
robot's right there too.
Yeah, the robot's doesn't do anything.
And then she flies through the window and fucking survives.
Dude, I don't know, that whole sequence was what the fuck is happening, dude?
Oh man, and then wait, I don't really remember exactly. I think I started to fall asleep at this point. But how does he die? He gets injects
so the way
himself
it works is when they inject themselves, they get high kind of before they die, and then that's when there's that Mandelbrot.
Yeah, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck is this movie on? I was like, what is happening with this movie? This movie really is so. I don't even know. They had some interesting choices.
I do love the part that the best friend Shades is he calls him to help and he's fucking tripping. And dang, that was basically me on Tuesday. You know when you texted me, that was me.
Yeah.
That was very out of place.
Dude, yeah, I like Shades was an interesting character. They didn't.
And someone else was supposed to play him too, but then I guess.
Did they imply that he was supposed to be a stoner or drug dude?
No.
Because when he calls him up and the dude's just fucking tripping balls.
Yeah.
It's what the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
And then they almost make it seem like when Dylan McDermott gets with the girl and he leaves his friend behind, it almost makes it seem like the friend might
have a crush on her.
It's supposed to be a red herring and he comes back later to be bad. So then when he calls Shades, I'm kind of okay, yeah, he's going to be the one trying to fuck the sister or his girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
And then
too.
he's just on fucking acid.
Yeah.
And it's what the hell?
Yeah, I thought
that he was gonna. I thought that he was gonna be tripping and go over the place, and the robot was gonna kill him.
Yeah,
the first kill.
Yeah.
And they didn't even do that.
And then he just fucking, the trip goes away. Is that how acid works?
He's probably just in the afterglow, where you're done fucking tripping balls. And,
that dude was holding the afterglow. He was looking out the window. He was like, yeah, this is fucked up.
Oh yeah, fucking yeah.
He was just sitting there he's not tripping anymore. It was wow, that just happened.
Isn't there a sequence that takes place in the bathroom, right, or whatever?
The shower.
Yeah, the shower. Yeah.
I like that part.
I was gonna say I do like the way
at the
that
end.
One, yeah.
At the end.
It's towards the end.
It's
with the girl and right.
In the shades, yeah.
Yeah.
I really like the way that bathroom looks.
That's what I was gonna say.
That white
I really
wall.
like the bathroom.
I like it when they're both showering. I like the way that was shot.
Yeah. From
yeah, and he has a robot hand and he cups her ass.
I thought that was really dumb.
I thought the robot hand looked pretty goofy.
It
Yeah,
did
It
look
was just a
good.
goofy looking robot hand.
Yeah, it just looked like a glove.
I-
Like,
Yeah,
I
it
don't
didn't.
know.
It was just a really
I
dumb.
feel
looking
like
robot
they
hand.
had that scene in there just so they could show her naked.
Maybe, I don't know.
Like
They could
I don't
have.
know.
That could have been a good scene.
I mean, that's part of like the whole B movie pool that you get your tits and gore,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, when they're back in the bathroom, dude, the Shades character is so funny. Like he has a
Shades!
he has a desert eagle, and he's like, they shoot it or whatever, and he's like sitting there, and like, yo, you gotta chill out. You're really destroying that. He's like holding the desert eagle over his shoulder, like it's like, what the fuck is he doing?
and sorry, this is kind of going to the different thing. In terms of lore, so like they're at a point. So like these robots were sent there like as like basically like.
Population control.
Yeah,
or
population control or whatever shit.
That's an interesting. I mean,
And then they do some speech, right, about like, you think this can stop humans? The human race will persevere and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. It's like the whole like kind of theme stated part of the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
But what was it? Also, okay, but then he was part of like the military or some.
I don't know what he was supposed to do.
He has like contracts or something.
My guess is like he was a bounty hunter or something. That's what they usually are in these movies. Like a Blade Runner type of.
Oh yeah, yes.
He sells parts, some shit like
Yeah.
that. I don't really know like what's special about his character either. Like
I was reading too. Apparently, before he was just supposed to be like some unemployed, like more of a loner, like
there's
crazy
like
guy.
nothing interesting about him except for the fact
The
that he's Dylan
Bible. He
McDermott.
reads the Bible.
And the Bible thing isn't even like
No, they
It's not clever or
They
anything.
abused the Bible. That was so stupid. That was
they
retarded.
abuse the Bible.
No, they come back. They say like, "Oh yeah, his name is Moses," and they come back and he's reading the Bible. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Shut the
why
fuck
why
up.
is his name Moses too? Like, is he like
Moses split? He split the ocean, right? Is that what he did?
Well, yeah, and then he like
With the Red Sea.
saved the Jews from slavery. Exodus. But like I don't get. There's not even a clear like reference to any of that.
No.
Oh no, there is.
But, like,
He's split his wrists.
oh
in
yeah,
the Red
yeah,
Sea.
yeah.
I don't know.
If that's what it was, that's
He's Moses because he split. His
it's
skin
dumb
open.
too. Because like right at the beginning, there's that Bible verse, and it says like all flesh should be spared. I feel like when movies
No,
use,
I hate it. I hate.
I
That.
feel like when movies use that, it's kind of like it's like a beginning theme stated. It's like something like okay, the movie's gonna
It's
kind of
it's
tackle
like the
this.
preamble.
But
or
then
whatever.
he literally says that fucking Bible verse later on in the movie.
Yeah, that,
Like it's so redundant.
unnecessary,
It's
yeah.
so redundant.
Unnecessary. Yeah, I agree. I thought the opening like before the desert, they have that like blue flash.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
cool. I like
Yeah.
that. That was really cool. And then,
The movie should have been more like over the top, because it's
well, it just feels like it's confused because like
it is a very confused movie.
yeah, it just feels confused and it's
it should have been like either like that whole like dark comedy shit with Lincoln. Like it should have just gone like full throttle with that
Yeah.
fucking like grindhouse.
either
Android
it's
movie.
either like a Sam Raimi type of just like balls out just shit.
It should have
what
been
the
that.
fuck, and you're having a good time, or it's more of like a Blade Runner Terminator like
Yeah.
combination.
It's not gonna get there though.
No.
Like I think that there should have been some level of awareness of like what they're capable of with it. I think
I guess that's the problem. There was no self awareness it seemed.
Yeah.
because it's
I
like
agree.
it tries to have a serious tone, and the whole movie doesn't have that tone, and it makes for something weird
Just
and
so many
not,
strange
not that
choices.
good.
I remember after like once like all the people come to I don't know fight the road whatever. Then like it basically turns to a music video. Like the song just like comes out of nowhere, and I don't nothing's going on. It's just the song playing. Oh my goodness.
What scene was that?
I can't remember exactly.
Oh, okay.
It's in the latter half of the movie though. It's not. It's like it's just a song playing.
It's
over,
weird.
over what's going on.
I thought it was weird how they made one of the cops was like dead ass wearing like football pads.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what
yeah.
the fuck is,
I didn't
like,
notice that.
It's such a weird, dumb looking costume.
Wait. Okay. Also, why? So who were the? I know that the chess players were there later on, but were they cops or?
They were
Yeah,
like
they're like
security
security
guards.
guards.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
security
for
guards,
the
yeah.
building.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think so. Because like there's that part where she's talking to him about like, hey, let him in type
Oh,
of crap.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Movies like that where the tone's inconsistent usually tend to be boring, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah, it was
Like-
pretty. It was,
All right, because you get a good laugh in the first 30 minutes. You're like, oh. I
Color
forgot
Out of
an
Space is
hour
kind of
or
like that.
whatever.
Like the tone's off in that movie, and it makes the movie pretty boring.
This guy,
and it's just kind of funny how he directed that movie too.
I don't even know if it's like
It's so logical though. Like it's the only like I don't know movie he could have made.
He could be the one to make. He's the only one to make it.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say it's not even just like boring. It's like it's boring, but it's like I wanted to watch it to see like
it's just frustrating.
What not to do. Yeah, it's like it's so frustrating.
What not to do.
Yeah, it's like one of these movies. It's like I just really wanted to take like if there's anything useful in here, just like really just like observe that and be like, could I use this in something else?
I came into it thinking it was gonna be like something pretty fun.
I thought it was gonna be more fun than it turned out. Like this, I was watching. I was like, wow, this is more of like a TV movie.
It makes sense why it was free on some website that I can't pronounce.
BitChute. Yeah, BitChute.
It seems like something.
I'm glad I didn't buy the DVD.
I did like when Moses was dying. Like that part was like the most interesting part to me.
But
they had the what is it, classical or orchestra music was playing.
And it has like the Mandelbrot thing.
And it has the Mandelbrot, and they have like some cool images. And he's looking at his hands are all cut up and shit. I was like, that's it's interesting. Like and the way they shot it, the lighting was like, all right, this is like the best thing they did. This is like the most artistic thing they did in this whole fucking movie. And the Mandelbrot really fucked with me. I was like, wow, I can't believe they just.
That's kind of pretentious.
Yeah, I was like, I can't believe they just because Mandelbrot is like. It's like infinity.
It's big brain.
Yeah, it's like big brain as fuck. And they just throw it in there. I was like, I almost want to kill him for that. But it's like it's probably the best sequence, or one of the more interesting sequences for me.
I like the desert shit.
Even the desert was cool. I just hated his costume.
I thought that actually worked for me kind of. And I mean, I don't like the movie or really like that part has like no substance to it. But I just like the way it looks. And I don't know, the guitar reminds me of Goosebumps. So
I like the
Lincoln, bro. Lincoln is where it's at. Like,
I agree. I agree. I would rewatch those parts because like
that was good.
The movie should have just been about that.
Exactly.
Like there should be no robot. There should be none of that. It should just be about that. That is the most interesting part. I've never seen a movie like that. That should be a movie.
Or he could have done something where it's like Lincoln uses the robot to spy on her.
Yeah, that's what at first that's what I thought was going on, but then he has a camera in there for some reason. Whatever.
He acted well too.
Yeah,
he fit
great
the part.
character
acting.
Felt creepy. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, and he was all sweaty and shit all the time.
I feel like he had some good lines.
He did, yeah.
What were his lines? He had some funny ones.
That load, baby.
Yeah.
Let me see.
There's a lot of lines of him just talking to himself.
IMDb usually has some lines, so let me look real quick.
I liked how when he showed up in the room, he definitely felt like a dangerous character. I was more like he turned out not to be really, but I was more worried that he would be somebody who's like, oh, he's gonna rape her or some shit.
Yeah, he just. It was so.
Oh yeah, where he's like, oh, we all walk the Wibberly Wobble.
Oh yeah! Did you write down all the lyrics?
No, I just found it on. And then she's like, what song is that? He's like, I made it up.
Yeah, that part was awesome.
And he keeps singing it. Yeah. He doesn't even go like further in the song. He just restarts from the beginning.
He like sings it. He sings it too like it's like some song you'd hear on the radio.
Yeah, like it's the biggest
no,
hit
I just made it up.
How does it go? I can
we all walk the Wibberly Wobberly walk. And we all talk the Wibberly Wobberly talk.
There's not even like a melody to it.
He's just like, oh, you want to hear a song? Right? Just out of nowhere.
And we all look at the pretty girls with Wibberly Wobberly eyes.
Yeah, I remember that.
That part was funny as fuck.
That part creeped me out.
I thought it was really funny. Spread those lips. Yeah, oh. Suck them dry. Just a bunch of porn shit right there. God, I love you.
Yeah, he had definitely the most interesting character. Him and Shades were the most interesting characters for sure.
I guess that's an example right there where sometimes I feel like that might be something he just maybe brought to the part, you know, because I feel like this script is probably so like hollow, you know.
Yeah.
So he probably just had like that characterization, and then you got like Dylan McDermott. I keep on wanting to say Ian, but who's like he's got to read the Bible. I just can't get over that, you know, and shit like that. And like some choices, you know, I don't know.
I feel like the Wibberly Wobberly shit was like improvised.
Yeah, that seems
you can't write that.
That's gold. That's fucking gold.
That part that could be like a meme.
Oh, easily.
Like
that's a meme.
That's like a Vine type of thing.
Yeah, that's like I don't even know how you come up with that. That's really interesting. I don't know. Yeah.
I wish the movie was that. Like even if the movie like was worse, but it's just like it's self-aware.
Yeah, because really this movie shouldn't have been a cyberpunk movie. It's because you could do the stuff with the pervert. You could do that in like modern. You know, they could have done that in the 90s. And the acid thing, you know.
I don't even
the
know
guy
too.
tripping
Like,
balls.
is
This
the
is his first movie, right?
yeah?
Is it his first
yeah.
movie? Holy shit!
First movie directed.
And rough start.
Is this movie like? Do movies like this really even have like a market?
How old was he?
And it's like 1990.
Well, I mean, like it's a genre picture, so like especially in 1990, you know, like people, there's no awareness of if it's good or bad. If you see like just like the VHS cover at the video store,
This
right?
is like
It's like a blockbuster movie.
Yeah.
You
not,
rent it.
not even Blockbuster. This is like
This would be in Blockbuster. I think so. Cause like
yeah, you could probably find this in Blockbuster. Yeah.
like you go into
Yeah.
Blockbuster and maybe you see that cover where it's like his eyes and you're like, oh, this could be
Looks cool,
fun,
yeah.
and then you're like, damn.
Like, wow, I really fucked myself.
Fucked.
He was only like 23 or 24 when he made this movie.
Fuck.
I'll give him like some leeway.
Okay, so
like,
I mean,
Man,
I don't really like his movies, but I feel there was like some studio interference shit too.
Yeah.
This isn't like
what a rough start,
auteur
dude.
picture.
Jesus Christ.
But then his next fucking, or I don't know if it was his next movie, but The Island of Dr. Moreau had fucking Marlon Brando in it.
oh no, he had.
Oh, wow.
After this, he made this movie called Dust Devil in 1982.
That doesn't sound good.
Dusto, what's it
The
about?
log line: He's not a woman on the run from her abusive husband encounters a mysterious hitchhiker, and then like you know like this fucking. He's not a serial killer. He's much worse.
Oh, is that on the poster?
Yeah.
Screenwriting 101. Or Intro to Screenwriting.
Intro to Screenwriting, yeah. Screenwriting. I'm gonna say I was gonna say something really fucked up about this movie. I'm just gonna wait till after
Okay.
because it's
When you run for governor, you don't
no,
want to.
no, because like just UNLV people aren't gonna like it.
Oh, okay.
Oh well, he did a short film in 1983, so he was only 17 then.
We might as well talk about Island of Dr. Moreau at some point.
I haven't seen.
I don't
it.
want
Is
to
it
watch
good?
any more Richard Stanley movies for a while.
No,
but,
I mean,
Yeah, dude. I
At
saw
some point-
Cloud of Space and this. I'm like, I'm fucking done with him, dude. It's so hard every time I watch it.
Island of Dr. Moreau though, that one's supposed to be like the gold mine. That movie's that's supposed to be like a Troll 2 movie.
Wait,
Oh, really?
That people say it's garbage.
I'm trying to find it on here.
You know, both of these movies are hard to watch.
This movie's harder to watch in my opinion.
They both have hard in the title.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the hard movie podcast episode.
This is the hard episode.
This is the hard episode.
Did this movie turn your floppy disk into a hard drive?
Fuck, dude. Just about.
So it did? No. The other way. See, I watched Hard to Be a God too first, so it's like peak erection, and then this movie
and
just like
really, yeah, that was
pops
the
it.
same situation. Yeah.
Oh wait, he didn't direct it. He just wrote it. The movie.
Oh, who directed
I
it?
don't
John
think so.
Frankenheimer.
Oh, who the
Oh yeah,
fuck is
I
it?
remember you guys talking about it before. He directed fucking Ronin. What the fuck?
Oh, wait. There's like a thing about Island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh, so like he kind of did it behind the scenes and he
Yeah.
didn't get the credit.
And then they're like, yeah, fuck you now.
Does Richard Stanley know he's not good at making movies?
He's made more movies than us. You know.
I was
True,
thinking
true,
too, it's
true,
like
true, true.
UNLV's gonna be like, we have a special guest speaker coming.
Dude, we should if that ever happens, I want to show up in protest. Just show up with a cardboard sign.
I had to check out some interviews. I just want to hear this guy.
Yeah, I
talk.
don't know
Val
what he looks
Kilmer's
like.
he's Australian.
Val Kilmer's Australian.
Yep. No, Richard Stanley.
Oh, I thought he was I thought he was from South Africa.
I guess he got.
Because here it says
is he-
he's a South African film director.
Oh yeah, you're right. Same thing.
He lives in fucking France.
Um.
All the pictures of him too are with these like the fucking cowboy hat.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of. Okay, this is Island of Dr. Moreau stuff. Original director Richard Stanley was dismissed by New Line Cinema after problems arose during production, including a major hurricane.
Oh man.
Nice.
Maybe he's also just like the ultimate like bad luck Brian of directing.
Bad luck, Brian. I mean, there's a documentary, Lost Soul: The Doomed Journey of Richard Stanley's Island of Dr. Moreau.
It should just end with the doomed journey of Richard Stanley.
Yeah. I don't know. His movies aren't.
That's crazy though. That
First director to talk about.
well, like
twice.
I didn't know that he was like 23 or 24 when he made Hardware.
Rough.
The cover too looks really cool there.
Yeah, I remember
not
that shot
that
in the movie. Oh, this
I
one.
remember that shot. That looks cool.
Which
That's
shot?
what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
the head looks awesome. You know.
Why
that
did
looks
they?
really cool.
Why did they get the paint off it too?
My
maybe-
guess is they somebody fucked up.
Yeah.
They lost the head or something.
But I mean, once you take that American paint off, it kind of looks.
Yeah, it
Little
kind of destroys
boring.
the
Yeah.
purpose too. Yeah.
Well, you guys have anything else? Let me see if I wrote.
I like the part where he dies. I like Shades and Link. I like that Shades gets high.
Yeah, me too.
That part was just good. It was like really just like entertaining.
Yeah.
It like really caught me off guard. I was like, I can't believe they're doing this.
There's that part where like his eyes
I think
through
I even-
the hole. That was a good part.
Which part was that?
Link's looking at the girl and like his eyes through the hole or something.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few moments like the part where like Shades is high. I think I verbally was like, I can't believe I'm watching this right now. There's a few scenes like that, whereas like verbally I'm like, I can't believe this is real.
This isn't right.
Yeah, I was like that for both of these movies.
Yeah, this one in the there's those cigarettes she's smoking.
Oh, they're like
They
supposed
said
to be weed or something.
they said good vibes on it.
Oh no, because I remember Link was saying like all you do is smoke
smoke pot,
yeah,
right?
smoke dope all day or whatever.
This movie was pretty ahead of its time.
Yeah, it came up with the term good vibes.
Good vibes.
I like thought about that and I'm like, I wonder if people were when they started saying that.
Oh, they've been saying vibes for a long time.
Good vibes though.
Oh, I don't know
Good
about
vibes.
good
I feel
vibes.
like
I
it's
mean,
been
like
a while
the
since for a
the Beach
while.
Boys, they had the song "Good Vibrations."
Oh, yeah.
That's
I'm picking up
good vibrations.
Then there's
She's
like
giving
there's
me
that one song, "Good
excitation."
Vibes." You mean "Good Vibrations"? I don't know, but I don't know. It's probably been around for a while. At least the late '60s.
Probably.
All
All right.
Is there anything else to say about this movie? I like the sex scene song.
Yeah, the sex was hot.
I like that. I actually put that. I put that song in the fucking Backcountry.
Oh, okay.
On the Backcountry story.
Well, there you go. Oh, really?
Yeah, I like that song.
I'll listen to it when.
Yeah, I don't know if it's still on the Backcountry story.
Oh, okay.
I can send it to you.
When did you guys watch it? Just out of curiosity.
I watched it yesterday. I watched it yesterday, like right when I woke up.
Okay.
I feel like Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Yeah.
Okay. I watched it today after work.
Yikes, dude! Holy shit!
Yeah.
You're coming. I can't believe you just came off of watching Hardware. Like
Yeah.
you're in a very specific mindset.
No,
right now.
no. Because I watched Hardware and then forgot about it to watch Hard to Be a God a little bit.
Oh, really?
So I worked 9 to 2. Then I got home and I sat through Hardware.
But still, I mean, I'm saying like talking to somebody who's like just witnessed something like that. Like I don't know, like the frame of mind you're in right now, it must be a really weird mood. Because that movie it doesn't really affect you a lot, but it's like it's just weird enough. It's weird enough.
Talking
it affects
about
you.
Hard to Be a God and seeing like an hour of it raised everything.
Okay, good.
This movie didn't put me in a bad mood, but it's just like
It kind of feels like it would put you in a bad mood.
I feel like it should be. I don't know. I took an hour and a half of my life to watch Hardware. That's all right though.
Okay,
It actually made for a pretty fun conversation.
it was a good conversation. Yeah.
All right, give it your rating, Norby?
I'll rate it.
If Richard Stanley was your little
Your
12-year-old
protege.
So if I was
Your protege.
if he came up to me and he was like, "Okay, Norby, I made this. What do you think?" I'd be like, "Dude, you got a lot of work to do. I mean, plain and simple. You got to rewrite the whole script. Get rid of all the footage. You just got to start from square one." Obviously, there's a failing grade.
minimum F or no? Does your school give minimum Fs?
I wouldn't say this is like a 0 out of 10. It's
Okay.
definitely not a 0 out of 10.
It's like a 30.
You know, because there was some interesting stuff in there. I'll give like he had some interesting ideas in there. They seemed like it seemed like he didn't know he had interesting ideas. You know, it seemed like he was just like really concerned about making like a blockbuster, but it turned out being a B movie.
Yeah, he thought he was making the next Terminator.
Yeah, he thought he was, but
yeah,
he really
no.
just did not. He did not hit the marks at all.
Maybe that is what he thought. Like
Yeah.
legitimately, he's like, okay.
Yeah, I would give him. I feel like a 4.5 out of 10 is good for
Okay.
this. Yeah,
What do
like
you
a
give it?
failing.
Man, I don't know. It was just lame to me.
L.
So
Anthony has a very abstract way of grading.
You're,
he does
you're
it differently every
You're
time.
like Jeremy Johns.
Oh.
You don't give grades. You give like
Awesome
awesome
tacular.
awesome tacular, yeah.
No
It's a
alcohol
Blu-ray.
or God.
Yeah.
Blu-ray.
Would you? I don't know. This one isn't a no alcohol required.
I feel like you need alcohol for this.
But I don't know if alcohol just makes you sad if you watch this. You're like, damn.
Really?
No, I have a good time. I'd laugh.
Yeah, I would
That's a
laugh.
shit
You have to. This is good to watch with like.
I would give
friends.
this one a close to dog shit or T-2 days. I'd give it like a 3 out of 10 on my scale,
3 out of 10. Yeah.
like a D plus. I think this is the least favorite movie I've seen so far on the podcast.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. No more Richard Stanley, dude.
We gotta do it now. We gotta talk about Island of Dr.
He's
Moreau.
the only guy we've done 2 of, right?
I know. Yeah. We talk about like
he doesn't deserve it. Like he doesn't.
all these
deserve
great
it.
No
directors.
Tarkovsky, you know.
Yeah, no Tarkovsky, no
close-up.
Ozu.
Yeah, no.
Fucking Richard Stanley.
Richard Stanley.
He's got the most basic name too.
Yeah.
He's got like the B movie director name.
Yeah.
You'll be watching like Sci-Fi Channel.
All
And
right,
say,
we'll watch. What's it called? The Island of Doctor.
okay, not next episode. I need some time.
Bro, what if I recommended it? Straight up
Don't do
talk. Dude,
I got COVID.
You fucking hate me, dude.
We're
Yeah, I
gonna
don't know, I
like meet
can't
someone
do- I
who
can't
like
do that.
really likes his movies one day.
I don't know where the fuck you're gonna find someone like that.
There are people, dude. There's people like that. There's people who like make podcasts and like really shitty horror B movies.
Didn't you say this was like one of the better ones they said on the?
Yeah, so I don't want to check out any other any other B movies. I'm like, fuck that. I'm glad
They said this was the good one.
one of the better ones. Yeah,
All right.
I don't know. Maybe they have
Yeah.
one more gold one in there, but I'm not willing to put in the time.
At least it wasn't too long.
Yeah, thank God. Dude.
Like, good
Holy
thing it
fuck.
wasn't like
yeah.
fucking
Thank
like
God.
130 minutes or something. Like, I
Jesus
couldn't have.
Christ.
That would have been seppuku.
See, like, yeah, I kind of have a like, I don't know, good rule of thumb where like, I like it when like like, even if they're a great director, like the first feature has to be under 100 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. For the most part, I'm just like,
It depends. It depends on the what people say about it.
I guess.
Like
yeah.
something like Hereditary.
Oh well, yeah, I fucking love Hereditary.
Hereditary is like over 2 hours. but-
I think it's just like 2 hours and like a change.
It doesn't feel like 2 hours. It goes by quick.
Oh, good.
Yeah, when you see,
This
I mean, you might not
hardware-
have.
You haven't seen Hereditary?
I haven't seen it. No.
Fucking love that movie.
I saw that
I've heard
movie
a lot
in
of good things.
theaters. I was like, damn.
Yeah, that
That-
movie.
I-
That movie blew me away.
I saw that movie before I started like thinking about movies like kind of seriously. Like, I saw that and I was like, wow.
Oh, nice.
I showed it to a few people.
It's.
Do you
It's
like it
awesome.
better than Hereditary or Midsummer?
Yeah,
Really? Okay.
like I like Midsummer, but no, Hereditary is like.
I think Hereditary is a
uh,
better movie.
It feels like, yeah, just a better movie.
Midsummer though, I kind of view it as like not a horror movie. That's a different. That's like.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
To me, I don't know. I don't know if like. I feel like horror as a genre. I don't know. It's cool like if it's scary, if it's more in the, like those genre elements. But like it feels like more of a way to explore, like themes that in a creative way. And I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
Midsummer explores themes. I don't want to say it feels weird to say more creatively than Hereditary, which feels more like a family drama steeped in like a Rosemary's Baby type of possession.
Yeah.
Type of shit.
I was gonna. That's a good conversation for when. I want to hear what
Have
you
you
have to
seen
say.
Midsummer?
No, I haven't seen either. They
Oh,
both
we-
came out like the same time, right? They
Yeah,
run the
yeah,
same time.
right.
That'll be a good discussion
We should,
one
yeah,
day.
we should do like just an Ari Aster one because you should see his short films too. He has this one
Okay,
called
okay.
What's
The
Wrong with the
Johnsons?
Johnson one.
Yeah.
It's fucking.
I had that fucking
That's my favorite thing he's ever made. It's actually
Ah.
like, it's.
I had it spoiled for me.
Oh really? Wait, have you seen it though?
No.
It's still it's worth the watch. It's worth the watch.
You'll like it, Norby.
I like how seriously Elijah takes spoilers. It'd be. I mean, I'm not gonna do this, but I think it'd be so funny to make a series of me just spoiling movies for you.
Yeah.
Like you react, you would not be my friend.
That should be like
but
a
it'd be
short.
so funny.
We should do like a short like that or
It'd have to be
something.
like a short where you didn't know it was a short,
Oh, like a mockumentary.
like a mockumentary, yeah, or something like that.
We should do that where it's like we're like pretending to do the podcast and then you
Yeah,
spoil
we could do
like
that, yeah.
you pretend to spoil Buffalo 66.
Oh yeah, we
yes,
could do that.
Or
Yeah,
like
we-
a bunch
yeah,
of
we
shit.
Could, we could do that on Screen Tongue,
Yeah.
like how we did the rat trap thing. You know?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Like oh, we're pretending it's a
fake
movie
it.
podcast,
Yeah.
and then it turns out it's not. It's like
that one
this whole
watcher
thing was a
will know.
skit.
Yeah.
The one watcher will be like,
I'll
the
be
one
like,
watcher's paying attention will be
What
like,
the fuck, Norby? Like I just get like really pissed off.
Yeah,
You
like that.
fucking pull him across.
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
He's not even on screen.
Dude, that'd be
Just
so
fucking
tight.
the bat.
Yo, we should totally
oh, wait,
do
we
that.
should say this on camera.
No, we should totally do that.
Dang.
That'd be
Oh,
tight
only
as
one
fuck.
person will know.
Yeah, and anybody who watches through an entire episode of Screen
Yeah.
Tongue, which is like also just like Anthony.
That can be like
it's just me.
like Anthony and like I don't know.
Do you
there's a
guys
few other
listen to
people.
him at all on the side?
No, because
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Because
was-
I've never listened to one of our episodes
I wouldn't
after
listen,
we
if I was
do
in,
them.
I wouldn't listen to
Yeah.
it.
I like going back to like funny moments. Like there's one moment in a Screen Tongue episode where I cramped up my foot, and it was pretty funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like really like screaming. I like going back to moments that
Yeah,
are like funny,
no, that's
you
fine.
know.
I feel like when I'm ready to see Eyes Wide Shut again, I might listen to our episode
Yeah,
just to like
yeah, to see like
know what
where-
we were thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a good one.
Or
That was one of my favorites.
Mandy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you gave it a Lame.
Yeah, fucking lame.
4.5 out of
Damn, I want
10.
to slam his forehead. Boom. That's my grade. Lame. Sorry.
Big L flies on the screen.
Yeah, it's super lame. Really
Yeah.
lame movie.
D.
I agree.
Yeah. Sorry, Richard Stanley.
I'm not sorry.
All
Fuck that
right.
guy.
Yeah. Damn.
You see, I was thinking like, dang, I don't know. He might just have like the worst fucking look. I don't know. Like, but
Oh, man.
at this point, you know, like
I mean-
if we see a third one and it's awful, then it's no longer a coincidence. You know.
Yeah, it's like, bro, this is like I don't even know what kind of person he is. I need to see an interview. Like I'm curious to see how.
really need to.
I'm
Yeah.
curious to see what kind of person he is.
Yeah.
And maybe he's just I don't know.
I guess maybe I just need this for myself, and maybe it'll apply to you guys too. Like this is not an attack on your character, Richard, but as a piece of work, as your body of work, there's criticism to be made. So, sorry,
Like
Richard.
if I watched a interview of him and he was like autistic, I'd be like, oh, that makes sense. I'm sorry, Richard Stanley, if you're not autistic, but you know, if you were autistic, that would explain a lot.
He had Nicolas Cage in a fucking movie on
Oh god.
an H.P. Lovecraft story.
Another one?
No, but like Color Out of Space.
You know.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And it's like you fucked it up.
Mind fart.
Such a waste.
I do have to say though, I haven't seen Dylan McDermott in anything else except American Horror Story.
Yeah, see, like I know his face, but I don't remember anything he's.
I've only
I feel like
season 1 of American Horror Story.
he might have like a brief like cameo in Kick-Ass because I don't know if you
Was he in Kick-Ass?
when have you seen Kick-Ass?
Long time ago. If you spoil that,
Well,
if
like
you
you
talk
know when
about that, I
he
don't
gets
care.
the shit kicked out of him,
Yeah.
and then he looks at the window, help! I'm pretty sure that's Dylan McDermott.
Oh, is it?
Really?
Maybe.
But like, it's such a strange person to have like in the window. You know,
Yeah,
like, that
just-
you can just get an extra.
Like
really,
like a cameo of like a semi-famous actor.
yeah.
He's pretty good in Murder House. I feel like he's not a bad actor. He just
yeah, I mean,
you get good actors in shit movies.
You can't really tell here.
Yeah, he's the dad in Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Oh shit.
That's a good movie.
I
The book's really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read the book when I was like in 7th grade.
I know he's not that
He's
one
in, like,
guy
some
in
bullshit.
Kick-Ass.
Oh.
I thought so. Oh, he's in Party Monster. I don't know if you guys know that one.
Party
Like
Monster.
the LGBTQ movie.
Oh.
With
I haven't seen I don't know.
with Macaulay Culkin. It's based on a true story about
Oh, nice.
about this guy who like he was like 22 and he was like the owner of like the biggest like fucking like nightclub in New York. But then he got famous or whatever because he was like on some like national TV thing, and he basically admitted that he killed his drug dealer who was his best friend.
Oh, tight.
Oh, that's cool.
And then because like no one knew what happened to this guy, and then they found out, and then yeah, it's about that.
Okay.
I've seen the movie like bits and pieces as a kid on what was is it called Logo? I don't know, the LGBT channel from
I didn't know they had one.
on cable.
I don't know.
They had cable.
I don't know.
Like, they would show that on like RuPaul's Drag Race and shit like
Cool.
that.
Drag Race.
Two people watch. Do we want to move on to the recommendations?
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
So I have an idea.
What?
I went first last time.
Yeah.
So do you, me, and then let Anthony go last.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, we're switching it up. Okay. Yeah, we'll do it.
Do you already know what you're gonna do?
Oh no! Actually, I was thinking
Okay.
about that if I was gonna come in with something, but I feel like I wanted to read the energy first to feel like.
Last time I was like pretty sure I wanted to do Hard to Be a God. Usually I think about it. Sometimes though, when I think
as
about
soon
it,
as you said the title, it was just I had to pressure you into picking that
Boring.
one.
No, I was like I wanted to see it.
Yeah.
Sometimes though, when I think about it too much, then that's how we get shit like The Leopard. And it's like, oh.
Because you're trying to make have a cool.
Yeah, you try to make like the perfect pick.
Oh, I might choose that. I kind of want to see that.
I might just choose something that is expired, like leaving the Criterion Channel on and at the end of March.
That way you can.
And just
yeah.
let me see. Oh, have you seen I Stand Alone, Gaspar Noé's version?
Yes, that's the most disturbing Gaspar Noé movie,
For real?
in my opinion.
Oh, wow.
That's the one that like really made me like, oh shit. It's kind of
nice.
That movie has like a structure kind of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of weird for a Gaspar Noé movie.
Mhm.
I have that movie on DVD. Damn.
Bless you, right into the fucking mouth.
That movie.
No, I put my.
Is
I'm
that
just
on the
kidding, I'm just
Criterion
kidding.
Channel? I Stand Alone?
No, it's
Okay.
in my watch list. Oh, I do want to check out this one Takashi Miike film. It's called Visitor Q.
Oh, that sounds sick.
I hear it's like his most fucked up film.
Oh nice.
Oh, okay.
We can
I
go
haven't
with-
seen
we
it,
can
but
go with
like,
fucked up movies.
I want.
Oh.
No, I mean I'm just saying. I'm just looking at my list, but I didn't. That was one I wanted to like actually.
Do you want to do a theme or anything?
I mean,
I had this one Korean movie. It's on the Criterion channel that's leaving. I've been wanting to check it out for. It's called Save the Green Planet. But it's like, I don't know, it's like some post-apocalyptic thing. But just like, look at, like, I don't know, the images just seem cool. So
That looks cool.
I might pick that one. Oh, you want? I'll show you if we pick.
Go for it.
But let me see.
We'll go.
Yeah, I'm saying all this shit. I'm just not even my
you're
turn
good.
yet.
You're
Fuck.
good.
I'm looking. I might do that one. Have you guys seen Bully?
Oh,
that's
Larry
from-
Clark.
Larry Clark. Have you guys seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
No, I
I
feel
wanted to.
like
I was gonna watch that one over the summer, and I never got around to it. I might recommend that one.
I think it's or that won't say.
What?
No,
Say it.
it's a spoiler.
Say it.
No,
Say it.
no.
That one. What else do I have? What is the Vast Night?
Oh, the Vast of Night.
Vast of Night.
That's pretty good. It came out last year.
The 50. Yeah,
yeah.
the 50s one. Yeah, I remember.
Do you like Life is Beautiful, Anthony?
Life is Beautiful.
Is it
Oh.
the Nazi one?
I watched
Yeah.
that one in middle school. They like showed it to us.
Yeah, I like that movie.
I want to see that movie.
It's a good movie. It's a really surprisingly
Didn't you say it's wholesome?
really wholesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it makes-
super
it's like
super
a feel
wholesome.
good movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sort of.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah.
Until
No spoilers. No spoilers.
Yeah.
Not for that one. Did you see this got to the Criterion?
this. Mm-mm.
This is directed by Elim Klimov's wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Did you hear how she died?
Mm-mm.
She got killed in a car crash when she was making a movie. So
Damn.
he made the rest of the movie even though he didn't like the material.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Pretty sad. Have you seen Shame by Steve McQueen?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it, but that's been on my
I
show
know.
for like
I've wanted
years.
to fucking see that movie so bad.
Hunger, the movie made after that with what's
He
his
did that
name?
one
Michael-
before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
With Michael Fassbender. That one's on Criterion. Channel.
I have the Criterion for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've wanted to. There's a lot of long takes in there. I haven't seen it all the way through, but
Yeah, I think I'll do Bully. Do
Bully.
Yeah,
There we
Bully.
go.
Larry Clark.
All right, let me put it on my watch list.
He made Kids. Ken Park.
Oh, I think a guy from Funny Games is in this. Or is he? Yeah, Michael Pitt's in this.
Bully.
I like Michael Pitt. I've only seen him in 2 movies, but I like him.
Which one is he?
He's the guy who breaks the fourth wall in Funny Games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tight.
And then he plays basically Kurt Cobain in Last Days.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh, what was that one Kurt Cobain thing I sent you? It was like an animation. Where was that from? It
Oh.
was like an animation I sent you.
Yeah, it was him singing like some demo. I haven't heard the song before. It was pretty cool though.
Nice. All right, Elijah, your turn.
Alrighty.
Your turn.
So I want to talk about an Ingmar Bergman movie at some
Oh
point.
yeah.
At
yeah,
some
if you got
point.
one, if you got one, yeah. I've only seen two Ingmar Bergman.
I want to give myself something reasonable though too. As much as I enjoyed talking about Hard to Be a God, it was kind of
I
tough
feel
to
like
squeeze in.
We need a palate cleanser, you know.
It was tough to squeeze in the 3 hours. And Fanny and Alexander, like, it's 3 hours and then the TV version's like 5 hours.
Jesus, what the fuck?
So I'm not gonna.
Wow. Yeah.
I want to see Ikiro at some point.
Oh, I love you, Ikiru.
Enemy inside.
How long is Bully? Let me see. I think.
It's less than 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You're
it's
good,
less
you're
than
good.
2 hours.
Oh, sorry. While you're looking, I just found it on my list too. But I have another great recommendation. It's on the also on the Criterion Channel. But it's a TV show. It's called Fishing with John.
Fishing
that sounds
with John.
familiar.
And John Lurie, he was like the lead saxophonist in like this like it's called No Wave, but like this jazz group called the Lounge Lizards. And basically
Lounge Lizards.
he would go fishing with like his filmmaker friends, so like Jim Jarmusch is on in one,
Oh,
and
okay.
Willem Dafoe, and like he just go all over it's like Anthony Bourdain but like fishing with filmmakers.
That's pretty cool.
But like the music is fucking awesome for it. Like the theme song is like the best thing like to just wake up
It's
to.
really good.
It's actually great.
Okay.
And then it's like pseudo like documentary, more like mockumentary esque. Like 'cause like they'll have like this narrator, but then like I don't know. He's just basically like saying like fake stuff the whole time about what they're doing.
Elijah,
Like,
do you want to make a Do you want to make an email account and a bank account just for Criterion? We just take turns putting $10 in there.
I wouldn't care. Yeah.
No, you wouldn't. You would not do that. You would not do that. That'd be so fucking funny, dude.
Just for Criterion.
It's
Hold
like
on,
paying
hold on.
rent, but it's for Criterion.
For movies.
That'd be so fucking funny, dude. Like in an interview or some shit. Just like, yeah, we took a turn. We made a whole ass bank account.
We took turns
Criterion.
using each other's Criterion. All right. I'm just looking through stuff, but I think I know I'm going to go with. I know Criterion has one for
Hit
this.
us with it. Hit us with it.
All right. Haven't seen it. Where the fuck did I put it?
And it's Dogville.
Dogville. We should talk about Dogville at some point.
Oh man,
I'd
yeah,
like
I need to see that with my new brain.
My new brain.
Yeah, the way I think about movies. That movie really got me to feel exactly what he wanted.
All right. All right. All right. It's called Beau, Travail.
Okay.
Is that from Claire Denis?
Claire Denis.
Oh, that's
Claire Denis.
yeah. That's on my watch list too. Yeah.
Have you
yeah.
seen it?
No, I haven't seen
Nice.
it. Nice.
Okay, cool. So Claire Denis, I've only seen one of her other movies, High Life.
Me too.
I didn't really care for it too much, but I just found this out the other day.
Barry Jenkins calls her the greatest filmmaker ever.
That might be a bit of a
Stretch.
But I found this. I read this on the fucking Criterion channel, and I was like, damn. And this was, I wanted to talk about.
Oh, and I said that. Yeah.
I wanted to talk about Beau Travail, and then I saw this, and I'm like, damn. So this is Claire Denis. Her first movie was Beau Travail in 1999, but her career was first assistant director on Paris, Texas,
Whoa.
Wings of Desire,
Nice.
Jim Jarmusch's Down by Law, casting director for Andrei Tarkovsky's The Sacrifice,
Whoa.
which was his last movie.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
She's
fucking
legit.
crazy.
She's pretty legit.
That's pretty sick. Yeah.
Like,
And then, yeah.
What's the movie called again?
Beau Travail. So
Okay,
Beau.
Beau.
and she made a movie with Vincent Gallo.
What the fuck?
She did?
Yeah, and he's the star of the movie.
I didn't know that.
Which one?
Let me see what this
Which
fucking
one?
called.
All right, how do you spell it again?
Beau.
Beau.
Travail.
I found it. Unrated, nice.
High Life is it looks good. I like Robert Pattinson in it, but it's kind of like not that good.
It's called Trouble Every Day. It came out in 2001. It's like Vincent Gallo and this girl, like they're lovers, and the movie's just about them.
Nice. I like some of the shots in this, Elijah.
Beau Travail.
Yeah.
And then the guy from Mr. Lonely's in it.
Oh, it's the movie she made right after Beau Travail.
Oh, the guy from Mr. Lonely, the main
Mhm.
the main character.
Diego Luna.
Trouble Every Day.
Oh no, this is the other one.
Claire Denis doesn't like have. Oh, this looks good.
She's like one of those filmmakers who like film people only know about, like, I don't know.
Yeah, she's like a filmmaker.
But then like the more you learn about her and like in like her work, like, oh, I think she's a real deal.
High Life was like her.
I
first
think she's
English
friends with
language.
Vincent Gallo, or like she just likes to use him because, like, she's in that movie, and then he's in another movie that she made like in like 2000. Yeah, this one here. Let the sunshine in. I remember he's in that one too.
Oh, Juliette Binoche is in that.
Yeah.
She's a good actress.
Yeah, she
She's
has-
in Certified Copy.
and she's in one of the three colors, the blue three colors.
Oh, I got that with the Criterion
blue. Oh,
sale.
yeah, nice.
Did you get anything?
No,
Nah.
I was, but then I just didn't. I just getting around to this time.
It does cost a lot. I was saving up for it, so I don't know. I got that.
You're working it off now, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I got.
Oh
okay.
shit, it's
So,
my turn.
Anthony,
Oh
yeah,
man,
yeah, your turn,
I
your turn.
I just been fucking.
Do you know
around.
who Shohei Imamura is?
Mm-mm.
I got this box set from him called Pigs, Pimps, and Prostitutes.
Oh,
tight.
that sounds familiar though.
And then I got Fanny and Alexander.
Tight.
So, none of which I'm going to watch until school is over. So,
All right, let me see on my Criterion watch list of things that are leaving soon. Oh, this is from Park Chan-wook, the guy who made Old Boy. His first movie, it's called Joint Security Area.
1998.
I believe so. Oh no, 2000. Yeah, 2000.
Oh, okay.
But everyone says it's pretty good, but it basically takes place at the North Korean border between South Korea and North Korea.
nice.
All inside, like that little like box.
Yeah.
It all takes place in
That's
there.
actually really cool.
And so that one's been on my list.
He needs to make more movies, dude.
Then
That
there's
would be a good one to watch.
there's a Save the Green Planet, which I don't know. It's mostly just it just looks cool.
It looks cool.
Yeah, I don't really know anything about it. Besides, the director was like friends with in the circle with
Okay.
them. What else I got on here? Oh, I have directed by Claire Denis on here. It's on my watch list. So I have all the
okay,
shit
okay.
there. But, let's see.
Damn, that's smooth.
Oh, I wanted to check out this one movie from Agnes Varda.
Ooh, what's
It's
it called?
what's it?
Vagabond?
No,
Vagabond.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Let me
oh
see.
yeah,
I'm in French class.
Uh,
Jacques Denis.
No.
and yeah, she
Well,
made
it's
this movie in
French.
like 1990 or whatever. But
Okay.
her husband is a filmmaker.
Nice.
Jacques. I don't remember his last name, but he made it's like my second favorite musical besides West Side Story, and I can't even fucking remember the name of it. The Umbrellas of Cherbourg. You guys know that one?
Never heard of it.
Oh dang, I might that
Pretty
one's a great one too. But like because like so essentially like the way he makes musicals, it's not like a scene will happen and the music goes. It's music the entire time, and so all the dialogue is sung, and it's fucking awesome, and it's
That
beautiful
sounds pretty
looking
cool.
too. It's actually really awesome.
That's nice.
But
What's
yeah,
it called?
Umbrellas of Cherbourg.
Umbrellas of Cherbourg.
But
Everyone likes Agnes Varda, but like she doesn't have like a movie. You know what I mean?
I really like Agnes Varda.
I've only seen the one we saw.
I mean, Cleo from 5 to 7 is pretty
What's it
good.
called again? Umbrellas of what?
No.
The
Gleaners.
The Gleaners,
yeah.
but yeah, I was just saying, Cleo. It's Umbrellas of Cherbourg, Cherb.
Jacques Denis.
But anyways, this movie right here, basically it's like essentially loosely like a biopic about her husband because he was gonna make this movie about his life, but then he had cancer and he was about to die,
fuck.
and so she made this movie in honor of him, and then he died while making it and shit like that. But it's just a very personal movie. But I'm just really interested in seeing it.
That'd
or
be
whatever.
interesting.
I've never seen it. And everyone says it's great. The Battle of Algiers, you know. Or there's this Japanese samurai movie called Sancho the Bailiff, which is
That
from
sounds tight. That sounds
Kenji
really cool.
Mizoguchi, Scorsese. I remember there's this conversation between Scorsese and Ari Aster, and they're both saying they're like if not their favorite, one of their favorite Japanese films.
Oh shit.
Of all time.
Oh, it's got a good rate, 8.4 on IMDb.
So I like all of us who probably have a long list, so I'm just kind of. Oh, there's this movie called Tampopo that I want to check out, and that
one sounds familiar.
It's like a food movie, but I think it's I don't know if it's Japanese or it's Japanese, but that one just looks like a nice feel good movie and
Oh, nice.
looks cool. Let me see what else I got.
Tampopo. Ken Watanabe's in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. That would be like early Ken Watanabe too.
Oh yeah, I have the I Stand Alone one on here.
I Stand Alone's a good movie.
Oh,
That'll really set the mood.
I wanted to. I just saw this because I was on Letterboxd and I follow Sean Baker, the guy who made
Floater Project.
Florida Project. He's like the biggest filmmaker that uses the app, but he just gave a rave recommendation and the title is about some meaning. It's called About Some Meaningless Events, he just said it was really good, and it says in search of a subject for their film, a group of directors asked passerbys about their expectations of Moroccan cinema in the streets and bars of Casablanca.
Sounds
And
interesting.
it just seemed interesting. What else I got?
What effect do you think having upside down scenes has on the viewer?
Scenes?
Scenes like having
scenes.
upside down scenes.
On like a basic level, it disorients them.
Right.
Like it's like the literal visual representation of the main character's world is upside down. Right? I feel like that's.
It depends how involved they are.
Have you heard the experiment they did where they got the glasses and they put mirrors in them, so this guy was walking around basically upside down?
Oh, that'd
like
be
everything
cool.
was flipped.
That'd be so weird.
What if you had an entire movie upside down?
That'd
would
be
would
very
would the
interesting.
viewer eventually get used to it?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but I don't know.
It depends if you're trying to get them used to it.
Right? Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to try to get them. I mean, I don't know. That's the
Or
goal.
if it's like you want to almost make it where it's like, okay, just when they start to get used to it, do something weird that fucks them
Yeah,
up.
that's what I was gonna say. That
Way
like
is-
the
like,
third act,
the-
make it normal.
Yeah, like the way I would do it is like I would just like continually have the camera maybe rotating that way, and to the point where like they're expecting it to happen, and then when you go back to normal, it doesn't feel right for whatever the story of
Yeah.
the movie is,
Yeah.
and then that's when you stay in the upside down.
Right.
I heard you guys had recommend, or it was on your watches before, and it was
Mhm.
also on mine, Ratcatcher.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
Lynn
that was mine.
Ramsey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We need to talk about
Yeah.
Kevin Lynn.
Ratcatcher
But-
was interesting.
I couldn't find anywhere to watch it,
Me neither.
so
You'd have to buy the DVD, I think.
Yeah.
yeah, Visitor Q.
We
like
need
I
to go
was
into
saying.
Zia sometime and just like,
Yeah.
even if we
Dude,
don't get a
yeah.
whole lot.
I want to find Once Upon a Time in High School.
Oh.
Yeah. Once Upon a Time in High School. Dude, it's this one. I think it's Korean. It's like about a bunch of delinquents. And the main character like really loves Bruce Lee.
Oh, I still need to see Enter the Dragon.
That shit hit you like
You
hit you in the
have-
face.
Yeah. I had to return it because I couldn't renew it anymore at the library. So.
Yeah, I rented this movie called the fuck is it called? The Fisher King or something.
Okay.
It
The
has
Fisher
it has Robin Williams and
Oh wow.
what the fuck? How the fuck did I forget his name? What the fuck is
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges? Yes.
Oh, it's a comedy.
Yeah, it's about this like radio talk show guy who
Oh.
accidentally tricks a bunch of people into killing
Oh,
themselves.
Terry Gilliam.
Tell her. Oh, that's so cool.
Cool.
And then I rented the computer movie, the weird trippy looking anime.
Oh, that yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just need to check both of them out.
I want to see more Terry Gilliam stuff.
Oh yeah, I might watch that. It's called Ghost Dog: The Way of the Samurai.
Oh man,
The Jim Jarmusch.
dude, I hear
movie.
people talk about that movie all the fucking
me
time.
too. And it's been on my watches for a long time.
You haven't seen it? I feel like
it's on the
you have seen.
Criterion.
Oh, okay.
But
If you recommend that, I'm like super down.
also, it's just been on my watches for a long time. Wong Kar-wai's Fallen Angels.
You haven't seen?
Ooh.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either. I
And-
want to see that one.
Yeah, and, just like like the picture of the
motorcycle.
Yeah, the motorcycle.
Yeah,
it looks
yeah.
fucking awesome,
Dude,
right?
I've seen so many edits of that movie. You know, like it's such a cinematic looking.
yeah, it
movie.
just looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So like, I've been wanting to check that out for
Is
a while.
Chunking Express pretty good?
Yeah, I need to rewatch it again. I watched it in fucking November, but I don't know. I think I was just because I was in Reno helping someone shoot a documentary.
Yeah.
And so when I came back to my friend's house or whatever to watch it, I think I was just fucking pooped. So I just need to watch that. Like
I know Quentin
fresh.
Tarantino really likes it.
Yeah, well, yeah, he did the whole premiere thing
Yeah.
and put his name on that shit and whatever.
That's kind of gay.
Quentin.
He put Quentin Tarantino presents.
Yeah.
That's
Chunking
so fun.
Express.
I hate that. I hate that so
Oh,
much.
there is another Nicolas Cage movie that just came out this year.
Prisoners
actually.
of the Ghostland.
No. I'm so upset I missed that at Sundance. I didn't know it was premiering at Sundance. I would have fucking bought it was fucking online. You know, I could have actually seen it.
Aw.
Fuck me, you know. But no, here it's called Willy's Wonderland.
Oh,
I heard
It's
of it.
basically like the
Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's. but with
Yeah.
Yeah, I
fucking-
heard of it. Sounds nuts.
They talked about it on Sardonicast.
Oh really? I see. I've heard mixed to positive reactions to it, but
yeah, that's what I
um,
would expect.
Sardonicast didn't really like it.
That's
I
the
don't
thing.
know.
Like, usually I would just check it out, but I don't know. Something also right now, like you could only like unless you like stream it or whatever, like from a website, like on Amazon, you can only. But it's so new that it costs like the $20 rental. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
stupid,
So
dude.
I might wait a few months. Oh, there's this movie called Killer of Sheep. It's from Charles
Killer of Sheep.
Nice.
Charles Burnett. I haven't seen. Have you seen it?
No, I never even heard
Charles
of
Burmeister.
But
it. Don't recommend it.
Charles Burnett, he's this director guy. He's like he's an
Oh.
independent director, but this is his first film.
Black
and,
dude.
And
Yeah.
everyone says it's really good, and it's kind of just about like these kids and this family or whatever.
You and me talked about that because
What?
John, I think, told us about it. Yeah. A long time ago
I
sometime.
don't remember.
Have you guys seen Heat, the Michael Mann film?
Heat?
Oh, is
Yeah,
it the
No.
the heist movie?
Yeah, with
Robert
Robert
De
De
Niro.
Niro. I haven't seen it, but everyone says it's fucking awesome.
People say it's really good. It's like 3 hours though.
Yeah.
I want it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Depends what Anthony wants.
Yeah, if you want Heat, don't let me.
That's
let me-
okay.
Yeah.
I know. It feels too mainstream for the podcast.
It can be. I
What's
don't
the
care.
most mainstream
Yeah.
we talk
But see,
about?
I was also thinking.
Possessor.
I've been reading that Paul Thomas Anderson book, and it's been
Oh,
making me
okay.
itch, and I
If
might
you want to
recommend one for the pod.
there's I'll recommend. I want to recommend
What's like another mainstream one we recommend?
Eyes Wide Shut.
Eyes Wide Shut. Yeah.
I wouldn't say Possessor. We usually don't talk about mainstream
Yeah.
movies.
Nah. Because mainstream movies are so they're so.
There are
boring.
some good ones. I'd like to talk about something like.
Like I haven't seen what's it called, Shawshank Redemption. I haven't seen.
Oh.
It. Yeah.
I mean,
That's like.
it depends on the movie.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Shoplifters? Came out in 2018. It
Won the
won
Palme d'Or.
No.
I didn't see
It's
it.
fucking
Sounds
it's
good.
fucking great. But there's another movie from the director. It came out in 2008. It's called Still Walking, but it it looks really good, or it looked cool. So
I need to put that.
let me see.
I would have considered recommending Life is Beautiful, and that movie's
That's not bad. Oh yeah.
yeah.
That's a
So I
solid-
mean,
solid
it
watch.
depends what you're like. I'm not gonna request something like fucking Jurassic World, like.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the Star Wars, the entire saga. You know?
They did that on Sardonicast. YMS, they do like audience questions,
Yeah.
and one of them was like, "What's the least favorite episode you did?" And YMS was like, "The prequels."
Yeah, the prequels are. Yeah.
They just did a movie. It was called like Bahubali.
Oh yeah, Bahu. I seen that.
it-
I actually watched this.
YMS said he watched it at 2 times speed. Was it good?
It's just strange. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how Bollywood movies are, but I don't
They said it's like weird Bollywood though.
yeah.
Bollywood kind of looks garbage.
I mean,
I mean it's like it's a cultural thing.
yeah, a lot of it is like they're copying like
Yeah.
mainstream Hollywood. That's what that's what they're trying to do. I don't know, dude. Indians make some weird shit, dude. Like the TikToks they make, I'm like, what the fuck are they on? Like, how the fuck do they make that shit? I don't even know how the fuck you think about the TikToks they make. They're on something else.
Have you guys seen La Samurai?
No, but there's a criterion for
Yeah,
it.
it's fucking awesome. But the director, Jean-Pierre Melville, he has a whole bunch of ones that I want to check out. Also, Robert Bresson.
Yeah, that'd make for an interesting conversation for sure.
But see, the problem is I wouldn't know which one to pick. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dang.
It'd be up to you, but he has a few that are kind of like.
a Man Escaped. Paul Thomas Anderson says it's like.
I haven't seen that one. I've only seen L'Argent and Al-Hussard Balthazar.
Hmm.
I need to see Al-Hussard again. I didn't really like either one of them, but I also wasn't watching them with like the right frame of mind, I guess.
You guys heard of Satan Tango?
No.
It's like fucking it's 432 minutes, but it's a movie.
Please don't request that one.
Everyone says it's good, but like, I don't know when I'm gonna
How
fucking
many
watch that
minutes
shit.
again? How many minutes?
432.
Fuck. I want to see a brighter summer's
It's
day.
like 8
That's
hours.
like that feels like you're threatening me.
I want to see a brighter summer day,
Oh, me too. Edward
I don't have
Yang.
4 fucking hours.
Yee's pretty good.
Yee.
Check out
Yeah,
Yee.
Jesus
Edward
Christ! You
Yang.
start at noon, you end at like it's almost nighttime.
I haven't
That
seen
one's like 3 hours.
Come and
Yeah.
see.
Oh, I have Come and See. They did talk about that on Sardonicast, but to be fair, there is a lot to talk about with that movie.
Or we can. It's the only Yorgos Lanthimos movie I haven't seen. Alps.
Oh, that's where they pretend to. Yeah.
Yeah, the nurse or there. Have you seen
Have you seen Dogtooth?
Yeah, Dogtooth. fucking
Dogtooth's
love Dogtooth.
fucking
Seen
I
good,
heard
dude.
you guys talk about that one.
I like Dogtooth.
Dogtooth's awesome.
Dogtooth's very Michael Haneke. It's very
Yeah,
yeah. It's like super similar style. Someone said it's like Michael Haneke meets Gaspar Noé.
Oh,
not
nice.
not really Gaspar Noé,
I
but
feel like
it's more with like the content. That's what they're going at. The style's very like slow.
I wouldn't even know.
Minimalist. There's one scene in there though that's like they shot it so well.
Oh, okay.
There's like this
Okay.
one scene of violence that's just like great.
Yeah,
I didn't spoil it, but when you
No,
see,
no,
when
no.
you see it, you're gonna be like, oh, okay.
Okay.
They
okay.
made that look
I'm
good.
looking forward to that one.
They make it look real realistic.
I maybe do the 400 Blows just because it's one of my favorites.
Francis.
Yeah, you
Just
can.
to-
I haven't
just to-
seen it
just to
yet.
put you guys
Francis.
I
on.
really want to watch it.
Mainstream. Faker.
I don't even care
French
for
New
that
Wave.
one.
You heard of this
Have you
really
s-
unknown movie?
Yeah.
400
Have you
Blows.
heard of this really obscure band called Queen? Have you seen those memes?
Yeah. I like the Nirvana ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What are those ones like?
Like this guy's picking up a girl and he's playing music and he's playing like grunge music and she's all like, "Oh, I want to listen to Nirvana," and it's like fucking like Drain You. It's just so stupid.
Yeah, sorry, I'm slow.
No,
No,
take
you're
your
good. You're
time.
good. You're good. You're good.
We've all been there.
Yeah, I mean sometimes we take like another half hour to choose our movies.
Maybe I'll talk about Life is Beautiful at some point. So do you want to do Vincent Gallo for episode 10? Or do you want to do that where it's like we talk about Vincent Gallo and a movie recommendation?
It'll be like it'll just be all about their movies. So
Okay,
I'm thinking about
okay.
like let's say we do on another one like a Harmony Korine one. I think Vincent
Okay.
Gallo will be like a good intro one because he's he doesn't have that many movies.
Do you want to talk about all his movies?
I'd
Or do you want
imagine.
to talk about like
I mean, he only has like 2 or like 3 apparently. So
Vincent Gallo?
Vincent or
Vincent Gallo.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about Harmony Korine though?
Harmony Korine-
Because he has like 10.
I feel
Yeah.
like for the Vincent one, like you should do the ones he's directed, but then also the ones where he's the lead in. You know?
Okay,
Like-
okay, maybe.
It depends how
Well,
many movies to
yeah,
watch.
it depends. Yeah,
But then they would be a total of 5. If that's too much in the directed ones.
yeah.
we'll see.
So we'll see. But
Over the summer too.
yeah, for like
over
the
the
Harmony
summer we have
Korine
more
one, Harmony Korine. Oh man.
We could do like Kids, Julian Donkey Boy, and Gummo. Do like it in trilogies.
I would just be like whoever's gonna be on that one. I would just be like recommend a Harmony Korine movie.
Well, then you'll just
It'll be like all over the place. Yeah.
or yeah, we should do that where it's like we get like 3 all of us, and then maybe like I know you said you have a friend who likes Harmony
Yeah.
Korine, and then we each recommend one.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
thinking of
there-
doing. Yeah, 'cause
that-
it's
yeah.
not like everything, but it's like very focused.
I'll-
Then you could do like a part 2.
I'd
later.
either do yeah, then just do part 2
Yeah,
at
you
some
could do
point.
part 2 later.
I'd either do Gummo, Kids, or Ken Park.
Oh man, Ken Park.
I'll do Ken Park
Oh,
because I know one of you's gonna do Gummo,
do. I'm probably gonna do Julian Donkey Boy.
so that means you gotta do Gummo.
I really like
Yeah, I
Julian
wouldn't do
Donkey
Spring
Boy.
Breakers, bro.
I want to do Kids though too.
We might just watch all his movies. I've already seen.
Might as well just do
Yeah,
it.
I
It
only have
dep-
3 more of his movies left to watch.
We'll
Actually,
see.
2. Actually, I have 2 more.
Let me know when
technically.
you see Spring Breakers.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I think next we're rewatching Trash Humpers.
Yeah,
And
someone
then-
could do Trash.
And then I'm gonna
Humpers.
do Spring Breakers right after. Oh man,
That's a good idea though. I think like having everyone who's gonna be on the podcast choose one,
Yeah, 'cause
and then
Yeah, because I don't know how that conversation's gonna go. That's gonna be like a long one.
because
That's
then
gonna
if you do all his movies, then it's just like that's a lot. Like
it's a lot to cover.
all the movies you're gonna watch in 2 weeks are gonna be like Harmony Korine movies.
Yeah, that's
And
that's
it-
gonna be hardcore.
It can drain you a
That's
little bit.
hardcore as fuck.
So
That's
maybe-
really hardcore.
even if it's the 3 of us, we each request one. That shouldn't be too bad.
yeah.
Okay, so I've narrowed it down
Okay, let's hear
to
it.
like
Let's hear
like
it.
4 or 5. Okay, so
I've narrowed it down to like 9 or 10.
okay, I've narrowed it down to like 30. You know. Fucking okay. So first, yeah, Ghost Dog, The
Alright,
Way of the Samurai.
I second.
With also JSA Joint Security Area, the
Okay.
North Korean one.
Okay, I second that
Chan-woo
one
Park.
too. Yeah.
I like that one.
Fucking what was it?
No offense to Ghost Dog, but I like Chan-wook Park more. I haven't seen a Jim Jarmusch movie though.
Me
damn,
neither.
I just
Yeah, you have.
What have I seen?
You saw the one with Winona Ryder. The one that's like four taxis. or
Oh, A
something.
Night on Earth.
Yeah.
That movie was sick. Yeah. The French.
You seen Patterson?
Patterson.
That one's- I like
looks
Patterson.
interesting. Adam Driver.
I like the French segment of Night on Earth.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, the American one was okay. It was good, but that one was good. The French segment they had was good, and the Italian. No, was it Greek
Oh, okay.
or Italian? They have one of those segments in there. It was good.
All right, and then the one the first one, Visitor Q, the Takashi Miike
Okay.
film, which like I've just been itching to watch this, but like I feel like after I'm gonna need to talk about it, so like it just might be something
Okay.
where like it might be out of just necessity, you know? What I'm
Okay,
saying?
no problem.
Maybe not too. I don't know. Maybe I'm building up. It's like everyone says it's the most fucked up one, and like I don't know. Do you want to read the? Or want me to tell you what it's about?
Yeah, go
if there's
for
no
it.
spoilers, yeah.
A father who is a failed former television reporter tries to mount a documentary about violence and sex among youths. He proceeds to have sex with his daughter, who is now a prostitute, and films his son being humiliated and hit by classmates.
That sounds so tight.
Q, a perfect stranger, somehow gets involved and enters the bizarre
It's a
family
long log line.
whose son beats his mom, and who in turn is
my
also
God.
a prostitute and a heroin addict. So it just seems.
That was a lot. You really just like assaulted me with that. That's a lot to absorb.
That's like what.
Yeah, I second it. If you want to recommend that, I'm totally down.
Whatever you're cool with, Anthony.
And then-
we have no.
Is Visitor Q on like? Let me see. Is it easy to get?
I think it's
Yeah,
on Amazon.
That's the only thing. That's why we didn't do Once Upon a Time in high school.
Yeah, I wanted to see that one so bad.
We didn't want to pay $180 for the DVD.
And then the last one is just a French film. It's called Playtime. It's from Jacques Tati. I just been wanting to check that one out for a while, and it just seems cool.
What does your heart tell you?
That's fucking dang. I don't know.
Dang.
Visitor Q 2001 disturbing breakdown.
Oh, it has a disturbing breakdown.
Visitor Q 2001 in 3 minutes.
In 3 minutes.
Yeah, I'm looking at the thumbnail. The thumbnail looks cool.
It's interesting.
Comedy, drama, horror, thriller. It's Kashimike. Strong, aberrant, sexual, and violent.
The
content.
happiness of the Katakuris. What the fuck is that?
Bully. If you were to recommend a mainstream movie, Norby, what would you do?
I would still want to do something I haven't seen. A mainstream movie.
Something that, like...
What's a mainstream movie I like?
Like, I almost feel like talking about a movie like 2001.
Yeah.
Like, that's a
yeah.
movie that you really just have to engage yourself in.
Yeah.
Like, you talk about it on the side, but it's more about, like, how it makes you feel.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Or, like, talking about something like The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight. Yeah, those aren't bad.
Those aren't,
yeah.
like... I feel those aren't, like, good discussion
I've got.
movies.
I've got. If I wanted to recommend a mainstream one, I wrote it down. I said recommend Speed Racer.
Oh, no.
I actually really like Speed
Dude,
Racer.
Speed
It's
Racer is
fucking
actually.
awesome.
I want to see Elijah's reaction to it
Oh, boy.
because
Oh,
Speed
really?
Racer. I don't know. It's like it really. I came back to it as like a 16, 17-year-old,
Uh-huh.
and I was like shocked.
No, see, like I loved it as a kid, and then I rewatched it. Yeah, the same. I was
It's
in
like
high
I was
school.
like, wow, what the
and
fuck?
It's fucking awesome still. Like,
It's still awesome?
Yes, yes.
I mean, like it's a kids movie, and it feels like overly long, but no, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's bizarre how well Speed Racer works.
Yeah, I can't find Visitor Q, so I might buy the DVD at some
Alright,
point,
alright.
and then when it comes here in fucking 6 months, then we can,
All right, for sure.
Rant to us.
yeah,
Emil Hirsch is in it.
yeah.
Damn.
He's a. Is his name Speed Racer? What's his fucking?
Wait.
Speed.
Speed.
That's what it
Speed, yeah,
says.
Speed. Yeah, Speed. His name is literally Speed. I mean, the dude is literally destined for like
Okay,
greatness. Yeah,
so
he's
what'd I
literally destined to
say?
be the best racer ever.
I said
Ghost Dog.
Ghost Dog, JSA, Playtime, and fucking.
Visitor Q. But
you can't do
yeah.
that.
Visitor
Okay, so
Q,
these
Visitor
three.
Q, Visitor Q.
Well, since Ghost Dog is not leaving Criterion Channel and JSA is, we'll
do that
watch
one?
Joint
Okay.
Security Area.
All right, sounds good.
Chanwook Park.
We'll do that. That sounds good.
This will be my third Chanwook Park joint.
Good.
There was
choices.
this Spike Lee movie that I want to see at some point. I don't know if this would be a good.
Oh, I didn't say it, but yeah, I also watched Bamboozled like 2
I
weeks
was gonna
ago.
say Bamboozled.
I liked it.
Would it be a good podcast one? Or
I think so. Yeah. I mean, it's
is it fun?
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's definitely like it's fun, but like like most Spike Lee movies, it feels like
Wow.
not a perfect movie, but there's
okay.
things to talk about and dig
Okay.
into.
Are you guys big Spike Lee fans?
I like him and I respect him.
I enjoy some of this. Yeah, some of
but
it.
I'm not
enjoyable.
like so excited anytime he has a new movie coming out.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen a movie from him yet that's like wow. I saw.
I've
this-
only seen 2, so I don't know.
I saw Summer of Sam, and that movie was just so like underwhelming. That
Summer of
movie's so
Sam?
cool too, because like it's supposed to be about the Summer of Sam killer,
hmm
or the son of Sam killer, the guy whose dog told him to kill people.
I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah,
that's
it's
really cool.
It's actually really fucking cool. He was a mailman whose dog told him to fucking kill people.
Oh, that's so
It's
cool.
great. And then Spike Lee just like
What a good excuse.
Yeah, I know,
To
right?
kill people.
And then the Spike Lee movie is just like a bunch of cussing. Like, it's literally just Italian guys calling each other like motherfuckers. I don't know. Then there's like this really like long sex scene in there. The violence isn't that great. It's like
He Got Game is pretty good. That's the one with Denzel Washington and
He Got Game.
he's in prison, but then he gets permission to leave prison because his son is like the next big thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
shit.
cool.
That one's that's a kind of.
He has this one movie. That's a dad movie.
I watched it with my dad.
He has this one movie called The Sweet Blood of Jesus.
Oh yeah, I heard that
looks
one's not.
good.
No, everyone says that one sucks.
I know, but it looks cool. Bamboozled looks good too.
Yeah.
And then some of them are just like one of them's called Jungle Fever.
Oh yeah,
I wonder what that's about.
Yeah, exactly.
Do
Do the Right Things.
There's a Crooklyn.
Good.
I
Mo
enjoyed
Better
it.
Blues.
I enjoyed
So
I
it.
want to check out Mo
and-
Better Blues.
Mo Better Blues looks. That actually looks good. Yeah. All right. So Bully, Beau Travail,
Yes.
and
How do you say it again? The title?
Beau. I think it's Beau Travail. Travail.
Trevor.
Or let's see how.
Oh, man, I'm not French.
I'm not either, dude. I'm fucking glad we can use notes on the test. Beau Travail. Or not translating. Here we go.
Beau Travail.
Beau Travail.
Trevor.
Travail.
I feel like I'm in a SpongeBob episode.
Beau Travail. All right. That was a good discussion.
Okay, so
was
all
fun.
right, so
So-
Bully, Beau Travail,
Travail.
Beau Travail, and how do you say
Joint security area.
Joint security area.
Alright, tight. It's a good title. It's a really good title.
And
okay.
it's with the Parasite dude.
Parasite. Yeah. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. Okay.
Chan-wook Park dude. Oh.
All right. That's it. That's it. That's
All
the
right.
Screentelling episode 8. We watched Hardware and Hard to Be a God. Decent, fun discussions.
Lots of fun.
Thank you guys for coming on.
Yep.
Anthony, Elijah. Okay.
Peace out, film fans.
Later.
Thanks for watching.
This is bad country.